the Opie and Anthony Show.
Opie and Anthony.
Radio shock jocks.
Opie and Anthony.
These people say shocking things that border on offensive in order to entertain their audience.
I refuse to sit here and think that radio has to be nice. Why? Why does radio, out of any other medium, have to be nice? We are being now held to a standard where we have to be nice and make people feel good. Go screw!
Radio bad boys, Opie and Anthony.
Controversial radio personalities, Opie and Anthony.
Infamous DJs, Opie and Anthony.
Talk show radio hosts, Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
Radio shock jocks, Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony. Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony.
Testing 1 2 1 2. Po po boo bo banana nana banana fana fofo fee fi momo po.
Who thought you were dead? The people you were partying with?
Dealers, yeah.
Dealers and stuff, and they just threw him in a dumpster in London.
Well, you know, I
left him there.
I think it's pretty funny. No one wants a dead rock star.
This is where entertainment is going.
I shot my computer.
You can't shoot guns in suburbia.
And I fully expected the police to show up.
This is showing responsibility.
Opie and Anthony.
I think worse than having sex with a man would be, as you're kissing one, to feel his man hands holding your head like the sweat of a man hand right on the nape of your neck. This is the worst. The worst show This is the worst show I've ever been on.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road. Good Lord.
Okay, terrific.
This is great iced tea.
Where'd you get that? Out of the hamper? Act like wherever you are, that's the place to be.
That's the place to be.
Of course it is.
Right here on the Opie and Anthony Show.
Yeah, this is the place to be. Very good, Anthony.
Yes.
Hey, good morning. Morning.
Good morning.
Wake up.
I know we're all in our winter coats in here because for some reason they don't turn the heat on in the morning until a certain hour. I guess this building's all automated.
Yeah, they don't think much of shock jocks because the heat goes on at 7.
Yeah,
that doesn't really help us out now.
No, not for the first hour.
So if you're watching us on Pal Talk, we're in winter coats trying to do a radio show. That makes sense.
You know, they just these buildings are like they're alive. They're all programmed, and you can't just walk up to a thermostat on the wall and hit something and have heat come out anymore. It just doesn't work like that. The building is set up where it knows when the heat is supposed to come on. So we sit here with our coats on
and wait for that to happen, which will be about 7 o'clock.
Yeah. So we'll just bundle up. Bundle up till then.
You know, I haven't even had to turn on the heat yet in my house. What about you, Jimmy?
What?
I have not had to turn the heat on in my house. Now, there are people listening to us in warm climates right now, but we're in New York, and we're
windy and cold.
We're in the beginning stages of winter here, and I still haven't had to turn the heat on. Matter of fact, I still have the windows open in my apartment.
No, you don't.
Swear to God.
Why?
And my bedroom, windows open, blankets pretty much off. Sleeping with a sheet.
Okay, how is that possible?
It's what happens in New York if you live in New York. If you live up high in New York.
Why? It's still cold up there.
I'm getting everyone's heat rising, I guess.
You're saying like the heat from the whole building.
I guess.
It's rising up.
I don't know what the deal is. I'm not trying to save money or anything. I just don't need to turn the heat on yet, which is so bizarre to me.
I hate the heat. Hate it. I like air conditioning all year when I sleep. I can't sleep. But my building is set up where I can't make it that cool because once the building switches over to kind of...
Oh, I hate when they're in control.
Hate it because
How it used to be.
I turn on the cool all the way, and then it just kind of blows average chill air, not even cold, lukewarm air. It's so irritating.
I like it being like a refrigerator in the bedroom.
Yeah.
Bedroom's the only place I like it to be cool in the winter because you go to sleep. There's nothing worse than pulling those covers and being all sweaty and sticky. But the rest of the house, I like heat. I want heat.
Yeah.
Well, there you have it.
And I started to utilize my lovely fireplace.
Ooh.
That's right. I go on Pal Talk at night, sometimes, and pop it on, and in the background's a crackling fire. It's wonderful. Exactly. It's wonderful. I just sit there, sipping a glass of wine, perhaps, with a nice crackling fire in the background, with Steve from Bayshore making Nazi jokes about what the fire's used for. Horrible human being that he is. We were showing each other our Nazi action figures last night on Pal Talk.
There's actually Nazi action figures?
Yes, he has some kind of German soldier, and I have the Fuhrer himself.
What are they doing? Running away from the Nuremberg trial? They're all being hung?
Yeah, you got to play with your action figure.
Where do you get Nazi action figures?
I don't know. Somebody gave it to me, and on the box it said, this is not glorifying what was done. There's a whole disclaimer on the box.
Oh, okay.
But yet you
That'll
take
make
him
a
out,
difference.
and he's got his little swastika armband and his little hat. And then I was pulling his pants down and showing Hitler's butt on the camera. I was undressing Hitler.
Does it look like Hitler? Because a lot of these...
it looks like really just like him.
A lot of action figures don't look like the person.
Oh, no. This one looks... it's the spitting image.
Really?
Yeah, people get a kick out of that. And my little lawn jockey. Well, that wasn't me. Keith decided when I was away one year to put one on my front lawn and leave it sit there while I was on vacation. So when I came back, I look, and there's a lawn jockey on my lawn, much to my neighbor's chagrin, I'm sure.
Do they still sell those?
I guess they do.
Yeah.
I guess they do, because I had one.
You do realize you live in a Jewish neighborhood, right?
Yeah. Very liberal neighborhood also. So things like lawn jockeys, I don't think they're tolerated very well. But Keith, there's a load of laughs.
And you don't talk to your neighbor anymore?
Well, I haven't seen him in a while.
He tried, though. He was coming to your front door with some desserts. And
what am I going to say? He made the effort. His family made the effort. I'm just I'm a douche when it comes to making friends in the neighborhood and stuff. I don't know when I'm going to be home. When I am, I got to lock myself in my house. I was sitting at the computer, just doing something. I don't have time for a "Hey, how you doing?" kind of a thing. I'm terrible like that. It's my fault.
Are you getting your Christmas lights and your huge Christmas wreath this year?
Yes, I do believe in. What's the date?
Let's make this perfectly clear. Anthony lives in a Jewish neighborhood. He's the only non-Jew.
Yeah,
safe to say, right?
Safe to say.
And not only does he display his Christmas lights, he also displays a what? Was it 10, 12 feet across wreath?
Yeah. It's a giant. I have a company that actually comes over and has to decorate the house because they need a cherry picker. They need one of those machines to get things up high and put lights and stuff, and then they decorate the trees and everything. It's very festive. Looks very Christmassy. But I'm the only lights on the block. Pretty much the rest is just menorahs in the window.
I know why that makes me laugh. It seems like yesterday that I drove up to your house and saw your car on blocks.
Yeah.
In the weeds.
Yeah, that was back before radio.
Before we were heading to Boston to start this radio thing. And that seems like yesterday to me. And now, fast forward a few years, and you got a cherry picker putting up a 10-foot wreath.
Putting up a giant wreath. And
on your house in a Jewish neighborhood.
Not only that, but then like my house has columns on the outside by the front door.
How tall are the
big
columns?
They got to be 30 feet high, maybe. Something like that, 25 feet high. And they get wrapped with the green, what would you call that? Garland, I guess.
Yeah, I guess garland.
And then on top, there's
you should make them into
huge
candy
red
canes.
Bows. That's what it looks like, big candy canes.
You should make them into candy canes.
Yeah, looks like big candy canes. And then there's lights, and my trees get lights on them.
How long do they stay up for?
They stay up till a little after New Year's, I guess.
That's it? You seem like the type of guy that would, February, March, really put...
I don't do it. The company comes and takes it down. They store it for you. And then next year they take it out and they put them back up again. Because I'm not Mr. Get on a ladder guy and start tacking lights up anymore. I've done all this. Everything, let me assure you, everything I hire people to do these days, I've done 1,000 times myself in the past, and I've grown to hate it.
You decided never again.
Never again. I if I have a problem with the air conditioning unit in the attic or anything, or something as simple as changing filters.
But that's a quick fix for you.
I ain't doing it.
You're in the business for so long. That would be like a 10-minute job.
Dude, and I was in the business too long, and I don't want to do it anymore. That's just what it is. As far as that stuff goes, I'm not down to earth. Like everybody, hey, you go out to a bar, Ant's hanging out, we're drinking beers. It was pretty cool, He'll buy the beers, he'll hang out, talk about stuff, whatever. But when it comes to doing things that I did 1,000 times and didn't like them, I am not down to earth. I'm an elitist snob when it comes to doing things that I don't enjoy doing, one of which is any type of work that need be done on a house or a car. I've done it too many times, and I've had it. That's it. I'm a snob.
There you have it.
Fancy. No, not fancy, man. Just sick and tired of doing things like that.
Man.
Yeah, man.
Phone number 877-212-O&A. Taking a lot more phone calls these days, so if you have something to add to the program, give us a call. 877-212-O&A. What's wrong, Jimmy?
Staten Island woman survives free coat hook impalement.
Oh, yeah, we got that.
We were watching this on the news this morning, and it just makes your eye hurt. Your eye will hurt when you hear the story. I had to rub my eye because I couldn't imagine the pain that this would. The pain's got to be incredible.
Well, here's the story, just to get everyone on board.
Yeah,
listen to this.
A woman survives a freak accident after a hanger hook plunges into her eye. Now she's thanking rescuers who saved her sight and her life. It was 3 weeks ago. Geraldine Rivero slipped and fell into a door. A coat hanger hook punctured her eye, penetrating deep into her head. The doctor and firefighters who removed the hook had to saw off a section of the base while Rivero was awake, and she didn't have any pain medication.
You said, Pumpkin, if you just stay awake with me, if you just let me get this thing off your face, then I promise you we'll be able to give you anesthesia. And I remember him coming at me with that drill.
The hook was completely removed. Rivero is expected to make a full recovery.
Oh, my God.
How does, it's amazing how your body is like, how many things can kill you and then how many things you can survive.
Yeah.
A hook. How do you get a hook in your eye and then still have your sight?
It had to have slipped into the socket.
Sure.
Like on the side of the eye. I think if it went right through her eye, she wasn't seeing crap anymore.
The front of your face, there's a lot of room. You can get a lot of things.
A lot of things in there?
In the front of your face. And you're going to survive. It's not going to be pleasant.
I thought at first it was like a wire hanger or something like that, but it's one of those, like a coat hanger that you screw to a door.
Sure.
And, you hang your coat on it. And she slipped and fell into the door. Her eye smacked right on the hook part, and it went right in there. And then
was it behind her eye? You think?
Yeah, it probably hooked in behind her eye, and she couldn't have anesthesia while they were taking it out for some reason. I don't know. Dr. Mengele decided he was going to try a little experiment, and then they had to cut it before they could take it out. So she said she saw him coming toward her with some kind of drill apparatus or whatever it was.
Was she still standing? Like, did she fall into the coat rack and then go, and then they had to open the door with her attached to the door?
Probably.
No.
Probably had to remove the door.
Is that horrid?
Like, but you know what I mean? How did they get her off? Did she have to just stand there and go, there's a problem?
Yeah.
The whole bathroom stinks because she just used it.
Let's say.
An eye injury story? Okay. I was just going to go into, because like you said, there are things that people can survive, and it's just horrific. There was a guy that was trying to climb, I think it was a kid, trying to climb a fence, wrought iron fence with those spikes on top.
I love the fence stories.
Slipped.
I think this was Boston.
Yeah. Slipped. It went through the bottom of his jaw, the soft part under between like your jawbone, through that, up out his mouth, and was sticking out of his mouth. So he's hanging by his jaw. And they had to saw that off and take him to the hospital.
Thank God for the saw. Like, you imagine if that happened, like with the electric in Roman times. What would they do?
They'd just hack your jaw off with a battle axe.
They would just, like, probably tickle your face with parsley. There's nothing they could do.
Right. Why would you do that? Because there's nothing else to do.
There's nothing else you can do.
They would just saw your jaw off.
Does someone have some parsley?
Or no, how would they get because there's no electricity back then. How would they get the fence? Because I think you need an electric saw to cut through a wrought iron fence.
Yeah, it would take a while with that.
Well, they had axes,
handsaw.
They were always like, chopping wood, so they would chop your jaw off, and
they'd probably hack your jaw off.
They would give you a handful of leeches and send you home.
Yeah.
And then you'd be the guy that roams around town with half a jaw.
Right. In pain.
Oh, yes, I remember.
Let's go to chew this root of hickory. What?
This root of hickory.
Does nothing for you?
Of course
I'm
not.
in pain. Can I have a little hickory root?
See The Alchemist.
I used to go to a dentist. He would give me all that natural stuff. I'm like, how about
Get out of here.
How about the stuff that works?
Drugs.
I wish I knew the names, but it was like I would have to go to one of those herbal pharmacies, and I was like getting like plants in a pill thing. I'm like, this isn't gonna work.
Plants.
Let's say hi to Space Trucker. What's up, Space Trucker?
Good morning, boys. Happy birthday, Jimmy. And
thank you, Space Trucker.
It's about time someone acknowledges Jimmy's birthday.
It's very hurtful.
Forgot that it was not your birthday.
All right, what's up, Space Trucker?
I just wanted to linger longer there. No, years back, I was in rural Georgia, down south. It's about 4 in the morning. I'm eating breakfast in a basically empty Waffle House, and my waitress had this big bandage over one eye. So she brings me my food, and I'm starting to cut stuff up, and I'm going to chit-chat. I said, you got an infection in your eye? And she says, no, snake bite.
She got bit in the eye by a snake?
Snake bite.
I was speechless. What do you say to that?
Not much.
God.
That's one of my fears right there, getting bit by a snake.
Yeah, well, around here you don't think that much.
But you do a little hiking in L.A. We did the hike to the bottom of the Grand Canyon and back up, and we were on the lookout for the rattlers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of my fears right there. Let's say hi to Joe in Brooklyn. Joe, what's up?
What's going on, guys?
Hey, man.
Happy birthday, little Jimmy.
Thanks, Joe.
I just got to say, no more wire hangers for that bitch.
No wire hangers ever.
Ever!
That's a terrible thing.
Yeah, that's. I don't think anyone's going to beat that story today. We're heard in a lot of cities. We'll see. Maybe another city has a better story than that. Chris, Connecticut, what's up?
How you doing, guys?
Hey, how are you?
I just find it very amusing that last week you were wincing over pulling a hook out of a fish's mouth.
It's too early for that linger longer. Makes me laugh, though. Hey, which 80s New Wave Tuesday, number 10 we haven't played? All right.
You're in ancient Rome, and maybe a horse has done something like chew your crotch, and they don't know what to do for you, so they rub a mint leaf on it.
They didn't know what to do.
I had no idea.
I had a full paw at the bank the other day.
Yeah?
Some guy walked in, and he was wearing a surgical mask. And I had no clue why, but it was one of those things where in a bank, somebody wearing a mask, it was kind of like that.
Yeah, you don't want to see that.
Yeah.
You don't want to see anyone with a mask in a bank.
Yeah. So I kind of made a joke. I was like, making a withdrawal, are you? You know, like a bank robbery joke.
Sure.
And then the guy turns around with the mask on, and I noticed he's also got his hand bandaged up. He goes, "No, I had stem cell implants, and they seem to be taking, but my immune system is really weak, so like, oh my God, I wouldn't have said a word if I knew I was going to get this speech on how this guy's almost dead.
You thought he was like...
I thought he was actually coming in maybe to do some work, and it was a dusty atmosphere where he was going to be working or something.
Maybe he just didn't want to get the flu. You see those people walking all over the joint these days.
Doesn't want SARS.
Was it really that?
Yeah.
stem cells.
He goes, I had stem cells implanted, and they seem to be taking, but my immune system is very weak, so I have to wear the mask so as not to get infected.
Can you please step away?
Yeah.
This is very dangerous for me.
Don't breathe on me or look at me.
It's like, oh, sorry about that, dude.
Oh, no, you just touched me. That could be a big problem.
I'll be dead in 20 minutes.
I want to kind of ask him.
I knew I should have taken a chance and left my house.
Hey, we could play, embarrassing story time.
I wanted no part of that. I told the one 1,000 times about the big seatbelt thing when I got in the passenger seat and had to buckle my seatbelt, and it was huge. And I said, "Who's the slob that was sitting here?" And the guy goes, "Oh, my mother. She's a little overweight."
Yeah.
It was out to the end. It's the end of the seatbelt.
You're too nice. When the guy started the story, like, let's just say I'll be Anthony and you be the guy.
All right.
So you're making a withdrawal?
No, actually, I had some
You're boring me. You should have walked away from him.
Yeah, I should have walked away in
mid-explanation.
What's he going to do? Chase me? Doubt it.
Oh, sir, you should have chewed on the bark of an elm. That would have helped you.
Hey, let's go to Long Island.
You need some Piccadilly route.
Let's go to Long Island, a hotbed of Opie and Anthony activity. What's up, Chris?
I was down in Aruba 2 weeks ago, and some woman was walking by one of the pools with a Detroit Lions jersey, but it was pink. So I made some comment like, "Oh, would you throw it in the wash with the bleach by mistake?" And he goes, "No, you have to have breast cancer to get one of these."
Oh, boy. What a buzzkill.
That's a bad one.
Now, you got to do it this way now.
No, I got it because I have breast cancer.
Breast cancer. What's wrong with you? Do you have any heart?
With the Lions jersey?
Yeah.
That's how would he know that?
Yeah.
I hate the pink jerseys in sports. And it's not all for breast cancer. It's just a girly thing to do. And I blame Boston. I think Boston started with the pink Red Sox hats, and now
I think so.
Now every team has to have the pink version of their jersey or their hat.
Yep.
I hate that.
For the girls.
The best is, I think it was here in New York, some of the Yankee logos were like gang symbols or something. You read that story,
yeah.
right?
They were selling Yankee hats in Bloods and Crips color.
And if you bought one of these not knowing, you could put yourself in a lot of danger. You walk in a store like, hey, you're just thinking, hey, that will look cool.
Yeah, it looks cool. It was, you know what it was? It was blue or red, but it had that the bandana kind of pattern on it.
Yeah.
So it was absolutely made for gang members. And if you're wearing that, you don't know where you're walking. You'd just be dead.
And you know what? I have no problem with that. Just let us know that's a hat maybe I shouldn't be picking out.
Yeah.
That's all. That's all I want.
Exactly.
Can I tell
From
you,
the
though,
store.
You or I wearing that hat, Crips and Bloods are not going to think that you and I are in the Crips or the Bloods.
No.
I don't think they would bother us. They'd probably go, look at that idiot in the wrong hat.
No, they wouldn't give us a beat down or nothing.
No,
of course not.
They know you're not in the gang.
Our phone number 877-212. How about we take that chance? How about
honestly,
oh boy,
just jimmy up in some colors.
No, there's a
and we
difference
send
now.
you uptown a little bit.
If you dressed in all blue and then walked into a Bloods neighborhood, being purposefully mockful.
Right.
But if you obviously just had a blue hat on that you bought you some dumb tourist with your fanny pack.
I bet they would knock it off your head.
Maybe, or to say take it off. Or
and then you'd have to grab it back real quick and then say, if you wanted to see my hat, you could have asked.
Oh, God, in high school, and he had snatched my Kango off. He took a piece of my scalp, too. You've never seen a hat grabbed off a head. But, boy, I was like, I grabbed it back. He's like, oh, you want to fight me? And all of a sudden, I'm like, oh, boy, you're in this.
Oh, no. I'm real close to a fight.
So to a beating. We're walking We're walking to the fight area, and that's when I said, if you wanted to see my hat, why didn't you ask?
Oh, no.
His hat borrowing etiquette needed a little. He should have just tapped me and requested it. Here you go. Take it for a test drive. I would have handed
You
it
were
over.
walking to the beating?
Yeah. And something
And what happened in between? Did he find somebody more worthy of a beating than you?
I gave him the out that he needed. He didn't really want to get into it either. I think he was surprised that I was aggressive back at all. And he probably figured, what's he going to do?
Don't try to make yourself sound tough in that situation.
Not at all. But then figuring he was going to have to give me a beating.
Yeah.
Like, I think he was surprised that it came to anything at all. And then, like, now I got to beat this guy's teeth in. And then I gave him the out he wanted, and I think that just kind of ended it. He walked away.
Okay.
No, he wasn't.
Wow.
He would have.
What a wuss he is.
No, we were in school.
I'd have punched you square in the mouth.
We were in school, though, so he probably just didn't want to get thrown out.
All right, we got to take our first break. We got lots to do today.
Doing in school.
Phones are lit.
I had to act like I didn't want to get suspended either. I'm like, yeah, I got to be careful. I don't want to get suspended.
Yeah, if we know what we know now, who cares? Get suspended, kids.
Yeah,
enjoy
your time off.
Enjoy a day or two off. It's not going to make any difference when you get older.
No.
E-Rock, you awake today? Good. Opie and Anthony. I want to say good morning to Boston. Wow, what a game last night.
The Pats
squeaked by the Ravens, huh?
Still undefeated. That was a nail biter. That one.
I didn't get to stay up for the whole game, so as soon as I saw Kenny this morning, I'm like, what happened? And then Kenny doesn't know. Well, just tell me, did the Pats win?
One of the teams won.
Well, it was close. Came down to like the last minute or so. Who won? I want the Pats to go undefeated badly, and I want the Dolphins to go winless.
Yep.
And I want the Jets to continue to be mediocre.
And in the Super Bowl, you want the Cowboys to upset the Patriots.
Oh, really?
Yes. I mean, I think
What?
that's... Well, that's what
are
I
you
want.
talking about?
That's what I would like to have happen.
I hate the
You
Cowboys.
don't. They're America's team, bucko.
Are they? The Braves are America's team. Turner tried to get that going.
Yeah, with his superstation.
He wanted everybody to like the Atlanta Braves.
Sorry.
F the Atlanta Braves.
Couldn't do it.
The problem was they didn't win anything. That's why they could have. They had a shot, but because they were so exposed. But it's like you keep. I like to say whenever there's a big game, I like to say if you keep getting to the big dance. But they wouldn't win.
What
Well, the
did
big
you
dance.
just say?
Instead of the big game, I called it the big dance. It makes me sound
The
smart.
big dance.
But they would never win. Cowboys won. You know, Hollywood Henderson, I read his book years ago, defensive player for the Cowboys who had a notorious drug problem. And he said that during the Super Bowl with Pittsburgh, where they lost 35-31, Pittsburgh Super Bowl 13, he was sniffing a Vicks inhaler, but he was doing coke. Out of a
During
Vicks-
the game?
On the sideline.
Wow.
During the Super Bowl?
Yeah. So Thomas Henderson was doing coke out of a Vicks inhaler on the sidelines of the Super Bowl. Is that wonderful?
That rocks.
Wow.
Millions of Americans watching, and he's
Ballsy
doing blow.
move.
Yeah. Love those old Cowboys.
Bunch of thugs.
No, Staubach was a goody two shoes. Good old number 12, tip of the cap.
Right.
You know, there's the defensive player.
Yeah,
That's great.
That team was all over the place.
Just a bunch of druggies.
All right, we got lots and lots to do today. We got Guess the Sound. We got Pinky the Cat. We got
Pinky
Pinky the cat rules.
Woman Found
Yeah.
Dead at Home after 2 years. We
What?
got little taste of audio of us on Imus's first show back yesterday.
How does that happen?
What?
The 2-year dead in a house. That is a person that no one liked.
No, we're apparently a bad conversationalist. No one noticed. Keep walking in, she smells and says nothing back. You're like,
All right, I'll see you next week. You need anything? No?
would you like a radish tie around your neck so the smell stops? I don't even know if that would help. I just thought it'd be funny to say. Coffee sip.
Well, it was. Coffee sip. Swim walk.
Swim walk.
Oh, yeah, a little swim walk.
Hey, Ranger Rick wants to say something. Go ahead, Ranger Rick. Yeah. Yeah.
The Islanders suck.
Oh.
It's just hurtful, sir.
That was hurtful. Stupid Bruins.
That wasn't good.
I'll acknowledge the stupid Bruins. 3-1 over the Islanders last night. All right, woman found dead at home after 2 years. Here we go.
Dead inside her apartment for 2 whole years. How is it possible no one found a woman in all that time? CBS 2's Hazel Sanchez live now in East Flatbush with more on this tragic discovery.
Hazel.
Mail was piling up. No one was answering the door while the woman's body lay inside her home behind me. Neighbors say they called the city for help, but their calls went nowhere. For months, Ruby Fulmer says she worried and wondered about what happened to her next-door neighbor and friend she identified as Christine Copeman.
Did she go to Trinidad?
Friend?
Some
friend you are.
Good friend.
Some friend you are. Dead for 2 years.
I like how they say no one was answering the door. Well, of course.
Of course not.
How
She's
could
dead.
they have been? There was a body which ironically answered the door every fifth or sixth time someone came.
Right.
The news, they're just idiots. Please, I love that. Well, this local resident at least has something to add to the story because she tried calling the cops.
Yeah.
All right, so that makes sense.
Store neighbor and friend, she identified as Christine Copeman.
Did she go to Trinidad and stay forever? Did she drop dead in the street in New York? Is she dead somewhere? Is she a hospital somewhere? We didn't know anything.
Almost the 65-year-old Copeman lived alone here at 9 East 92nd Street. She was widowed, had family in Trinidad, and was estranged from her in-laws in New York when she seemingly disappeared.
Wow.
Seemingly.
Wow.
I just love that. You know, that happened one night.
God almighty, 2 years.
And then 2 years of what? Again, the TV on.
2 years of just the sun shining through the window.
Yeah.
And then not shining.
One day after another, just
day after day after day after day.
Pitch blackness at night, perhaps, when they shut the electricity off.
Well, the relatives finally found her dead.
No, she's dead.
That's the relatives right there, yes.
Yeah.
One of them.
Finally, after nearly 2 years, Copeman's nephew and sister-in-law showed up.
Met the police here and finally went into the house and found her in the upstairs hall, fully dressed to go out. Bones.
As Copeman's mail says she and other neighbors reached out for help.
What is the mailman doing? You put mail in, the door's halfway full of mail. You steadily put mail in. What about your light bill and your gas bill?
Police came to the house 6 months ago, but never went inside.
I had called 311, 911, the housing and development, and all kinds of people. And it was nobody's business.
The medical examiner will be performing an autopsy on Copeman to determine her exact cause of death, but police say so far it does not appear suspicious.
Of all the dramatic things I've ever seen,
Yeah.
goodness gracious.
Bones in a nice little outfit to go out with that night. Oh, man, just a skeleton wearing a dress.
Hope she had her best outfit on, too.
Oh, yeah.
Big night on the town plan.
She was going to go out.
So just bones were left?
Just bones.
That's how fast it goes?
I guess.
2 years?
Depends on the, the atmosphere inside the apartment. Get some humidity in there, and oof, it's all over. You're rotting pretty quick.
Wow. All right.
Oh, that's pretty creepy. Just the thought of the skeleton, the skull, and the jawbone just kind of like Indiana Jones. And then in that dress, in her little party dress.
Where was she going if she didn't know anybody?
Ready to go out. You think the shoes were on little bony feet? Or had they fallen off or cracked?
One was a bit askew.
Yeah, just a little askew with some toe bones coming out of it. Her like open-toed shoes, and there's just toe bones with big long toenails growing out of them. Oh, I can just picture it. It's a horrific scene.
And where in the house was she? Like, what was she doing? I hope she was on the phone making a proclamation. They had found her dead with the phone in one hand and her finger pointing in the up position, but to make an important statement. She died.
Why that song? All right, play it. I don't know.
Huh?
Okay.
Okay, but this is cancer music.
Yeah. This is you're still alive, but you're ready to die music.
Yeah, this is cancer music.
This isn't, your bones are laying in a dress on the floor.
Hold on, I have to nominate. I have to nominate the runners up for worst music selection during a bit ever.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the the winner. Open this up. Is.
What's the category again?
Category, Jim?
Is worst musical selection for a bit ever.
It's E-Rock. It goes to E-Rock for cancer music where it had no place being played.
Pretty much shutting down the Opie and Anthony show again. All right, Pinky the cat, Jimmy. What's this about?
Well, my broad sent me a link to it, and I detest links. But when you're sleeping with someone, you tend to open them.
Click on one or two.
And I love forwards.
Oh,
I love when it's a big funny thing and your name is attached with 80 other people that now have your email address. And it's just some funny thing. Oh, a little saying or pictures or patriotic things from the troops.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
But Pinky the cat.
Pinky the Cat's
big hit on YouTube.
Yeah, it was. I had never seen it. Apparently, it's been bouncing around for a long time.
Yeah.
And it's this sheriff holding this really cute cat, and I think it's Pet of the Week.
Looks like Jack.
And he's giving it away. And I don't. Sam got the audio. I don't know how the audio will translate, but he said it sounds pretty funny because the video is wonderful.
You want to just play the audio?
I would say yeah.
Pinky is a little douche.
Pinky is just completely ungrateful.
Yes.
But the audio is good.
Pinky is up for adoption. He goes, well.
Yeah.
Cats don't like leashes, is what it is, too. And Pinky's on a leash.
That's not smart.
And the sheriff's holding Pinky. But then when Pinky wants to maybe wander around a little bit, he's just on the leash and doesn't like the leash.
And this is what happened.
This is Pinky. He's a male cat, domestic short hair. He's available for adoption. He's Pet of the Week, Gloucester County Animal Shelter. He's a very loving cat.
Hang on to it, please. Oh, yeah. Pinky. 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 Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Well, we got a wildcat on our hands. Oh, dude.
Watch it start up in the... Disconnect this from the dead.
What happened was, that was good. Pinky's on a leash and not at all happy to be on a leash. So Pinky, he's holding the leash, trying to hold this little video presentation together, and the cat's jumping all over the place.
Yeah.
And then they're trying to put a box on the cat, and then the cat wraps around his leg, and that screaming is when the cat crawls up the sheriff's leg, and those claws go right under where the soft skin would be hanging.
Dig into his groin and upper thigh area.
That scream is fantastic.
And his scream.
We got a follow-up to that story, Pinky the cat.
Oh, really?
I didn't even realize, but we do. Here it is.
He come in the house, told me you don't have to worry about on the floor no more. I took care of it.
What Charles White says his son Lonnie did to a kitten from this black cat's litter may sound disturbing.
The thing was, he couldn't hold its head up. He was shivering, he was shaking, you know. I had a hammer.
Deputies say what Lonnie White did to the kitten next got him arrested.
The first time he hit it, he missed it. He hit it in the body, I guess, or something. He was crying.
White says his son wasn't finished with the hammer.
Then the next time he hit it in the head and put it out of his misery.
White says his son threw the dead kitten in the woods, later burying it in the backyard at his request.
I mean, he's not a damn serial killer or something.
He tells NBC2 the events that led up to the fatal blow were never told to deputies.
I had to chair up like this. I went to get up.
Sounds like him.
Like that, I heard it squawk.
Had a broken neck or a broken back already.
White says if anyone is to blame for the dead kitten, it's him.
I did it on accident.
I was trying to make a silly segue with an old news story, but it didn't work. Pinky the cat.
Buried him in a shoebox out back.
The great thing about the Pinky video is that the cat's on a leash, and it wraps a couple of times around his leg, almost like a barber pole.
Yeah.
So the cat is really embedded.
Yeah, there's nowhere else for him to go.
And it's like, why would they? First of all, the cat's just being angry by doing that. You're not going to climb any higher. Cat knows exactly where to dig his claws.
And then just dug his claws in. And that sheriff, the screams, please, I just have to hear the sheriff scream.
You know how many suspects he's arrested that have never made him make that sound? He's had fights in bars.
Stupid Pinky.
Pinky the cat just tore down the whole house.
And people are also noticing that they love the tweeting birds in the background. It's
it sounds like a very
playing out.
Peaceful scene.
Yeah.
This is Pinky. He's a male cat, domestic short hair. He's available for adoption. He's Pet of the Week, Gloucester County Animal Shelter. He's a very loving cat.
Hang on to it, please.
Hear the birds?
Pinky.
Pinky.
Pinky. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Well, we got a wildcat on our hands. Oh, dude.
Watch it start up in the... Disconnect this from the dead.
Oh, you gotta pull those little claws out. That was like an ape scream. That's like evolutionary.
Oh, is that fantastic?
Isn't it amazing how
stupid Pinky?
Certain things just make like your social graces go, and a claw in the groin will do it every time.
Absolutely.
We'll link that video up on ONDARadio.com. Pinky the Cat. Also on ONDARadio.com, if you're a big fan of Coke Logic's animations, he's got a brand new one for you to check out, okay?
Everyone has, I think, had the episode where you're holding the cat, and it wants to get away and tries to climb over your shoulder. And when you try to hold it there, it just takes those claws and digs in to your shoulder and all the way down your back as it tries to just get away from you. You just gotta let go of a cat when it's trying to get away from you.
Yeah.
Just let him go, because he'll win.
Cat claws are awful.
Oh, pointy little things.
Yeah.
Those teeth, too.
We
Like
play
needles.
Stephen Lynch's Kill a Kitten into break here or what? They can dump out of one
Appropriate.
line?
Of course.
Can't we clean it up so they don't dump out of it? So
It'll be too long of a beep.
Why don't we take it out and reverse it?
Wow, it's a song we've played hundreds of times, and now they beep out. And look at the
Yeah.
line they beep out. That's ridiculous. Why get mad, right?
Yeah.
Who gives a crap,
Screw
right?
it.
Why care?
that's not that long of a beep.
You want to try it? All right, we got to try it. I mean, this is a perfect spot to play Kill a Kitten by our old pal Stephen Lynch on the Opie and Anthony Show.
It's a sing-along, too, so everybody feel free to join in.
Follow the bouncing balls.
When the game of life makes you feel like quitting, it helps a lot if you kill a kitten. Mark my words, 'cause from where I'm sitting, you can't go wrong if you kill a kitten.
Look at those phones.
There's no crime that you'll be committing. I know the law. You can, everybody, kill a kitten. And if you need yarn for that scarf you're knitting, you'll get plenty when you kill a kitten. Feed it turpentine or break its spine. Crush it with your shoe as long as you kill a kitten. Kill a kitten. Listen up. If the one you love isn't quite as smitten, she'll like you better when you kill a kitten. And I'll quote the Bible, 'cause that's where it's written. If ye loveth Jesus, ye must kill a kitten. Throw him at a train, make him snort cocaine, drown him in a lake, bake a kitty cake, flush him down the can, hit him with your van, stick some TNT up his cut booty, do what you must do as long as you kill a kitten. Kill a kitten. Kill a kitten. You got to kill a kitten. All right. Killing kittens isn't easy, and if the thought makes you feel queasy, grab a pitchfork from the shed and kill a puppy dog instead. Kill a kitten, you got to kill a kitty kitten. You got to kill a kitten. You kill a mother. Got to kill a son of a kill a little fucking teddy. Kill him in to 8675309. 8675309.
Moving fast today. It's the Opie and Anthony Show. Phone number 877-212-ONA. Jimmy Howard, ticket sales for New Year's Eve, bro.
Actually, really good. I'll be at Westbury, the North Fork Theater, which is Old Westbury Music
Fair, yeah.
In Long Island. It's 8 o'clock on New Year's Eve. You can go to Ticketmaster.com or 516-334-0800, and hopefully it'll be a good show.
I'm there. That's where I'm spending my New Year's Eve.
I have a whole thing I'm going to do with Anthony. I'm going to bring him on stage. We're going to do a little improv, roll around nude, a couple of men for your Long Island entertainment.
I was on stage with you last year for New Year's.
Yeah, you were at the Borgata, yeah.
At the Borgata, and it was the most awkward moment. He calls me up with, who else?
Artie Fuqua was, I was working with Artie Fuqua and another comedian. Oh my God, who else?
For the big
Gino.
countdown?
And then, yeah, for the big countdown. So I'm sitting there like a dope counting down with, there was a few other people on stage. And then the moment happened, and it was like, who gives a S?
Yeah.
And then it was back to the comedy. Jimmy killed, but the whole countdown to New Year's sucked.
That's why I'm not doing it this year. I could have done it, but it's almost like, I know people would probably rather be at parties. Like, so I'm doing an 8 o'clock show, so you're out by 9:30, 9:40. You go out and do whatever you want.
Yeah. And we talked about this last year after New Year's. We all went to a club at the Borgata. I rarely go to these clubs. But we all went to this club. Were you in the club, Jimmy?
No.
I was in the club with the Philly crew, and we were actually partying with some of the Eagles. They were in town for the weekend.
Oh, really?
And I saw Artie knock this guy out cold.
Yeah.
Knocked him the F out.
Yeah.
It was one of these club posers, and this guy, we're like near the railing, and we're all looking down at the partiers down below, just rock and roll, and just people watching, having a good time.
Yeah.
Having a couple of cocktails, and Artie doesn't drink. But this section was set aside for like VIP and all that. And one of these like party dudes comes up, is like, looks at Artie and accuses him of stealing his bottle of vodka. You buy a bottle of vodka for $500-$600. And Artie's like, what are you talking about? I don't even drink. I didn't take your bottle. And the guy insisted that Artie took the bottle and got in Artie's face. And then the bouncers came over, and I saw Artie reach around the bouncer and knock this guy out cold. And
right on the ground.
And then cold, Ant. And then all his friends came running over to Artie. Artie picks up a freaking... Who else was there? I was the only one. I'm looking around.
Yeah, I was not... I heard about it after.
Artie picks up a chair like a lion tamer, and he's like, back!
Fending off the crowd.
Fending off this guy's, friends. And
his
then
pussy.
Then the bouncers get involved, and they pull everyone out of the club, including Artie. It took like 3 guys to get Artie out of there. How tall is Artie? He's like 6'2", 6'3", maybe?
6'3", yeah. He's kind of a slim black dude. Works the Comedy Cellar a lot.
But how he was working that chair like a lion tamer, and then they got him out of the club. And I think I called Jimmy. I'm like, oh, boy, we got problems. I think Artie's arrested, man. And sure enough, like an hour later, Artie calls us and goes, hey, you guys want to get something to eat? And I'm like, how did you get out of trouble? You knocked the guy out cold.
Yeah, the other guy, I think everybody saw the other guy started. He had started the fights or something. But yeah, Artie just kind of defended himself.
It was a
scrappy dude.
It was amazing. Wow. What I saw him accomplish by reaching around the bouncer and knocking this guy out cold.
Yeah, that's a tricky move.
So, anyway.
Hold on, so I'm watching the news. Ben Franklin's in the news. Oh, no, wait, it's that Gillian Gibbons.
Yeah.
A homely British woman in the Sudan who they wanted to execute for the naming a teddy bear Muhammad.
Oh, God, look at her.
Islam's a rational group.
She's in Britain, right?
Yeah, she went home.
She's got out?
The ugliest person I've ever seen. They should have killed her for impersonating a human. She's horrid.
Wow, look at that hair. You're right, man. This is like a Ben Franklin hairdo.
She could be the ugliest person I've ever seen. She's not even. She's genderless.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's one of those you can't tell.
No, not at
Male,
all.
woman, what is it? I don't know.
Fat head on an androgynous blob freezing in a bowling alley. Disgraceful.
By the way, Jimmy, we are opening up the restaurant for after your New Year's Eve show.
Oh, good, man.
There.
I actually want to go over there and eat dessert.
Yeah, we'll keep it open late for you. And whoever else goes to your New Year's Eve show, F.H. Riley's Huntington Village, my brother's joint, doing very well.
Nice.
I thank the people that are supporting the place. Hey, I want to know the story behind this. We got some audio. We're playing a little catch-up today because we had Ken Burns on yesterday. He was amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he took up a lot of time, so we didn't get to a lot of stuff yesterday. So if it sounds like some of this stuff is a day behind, just bear with us.
I went to watch some of his documentary last night, the war documentary. My girlfriend and I were like, let's just watch a little bit. And I had, let's just say I've been eating eggs lately, so let's just say certain functions were, were blocked up.
Way blocked up.
I hadn't done things. And so my girlfriend is let's just say, she's performing treats on me.
Oh, my God.
Performing treats. But I had to stop because
during the war documentary,
as we started, I stopped it. I'm like, God, just for a minute. So she's doing it. And all of a sudden, I had to stop because I had stomach cramps.
Oh boy!
I'm like, I gotta go. And she's like, that's really sexy. Get me to start, and all of a sudden, you gotta run in there and take a dump.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah, vibe killer.
You were watching that war footage, and they're dropping stuff from above.
Yeah.
The planes.
You're dropping your own bombs.
I painted a Enola Gay on my stomach and ran into the bathroom. She really got me started.
Dumb combination: egg whites and oatmeal. That is ridiculous. You ever go in the? How do we put this? You ever go and work really hard?
Yes.
For not much.
Yes.
And you're really depressed because you really thought you were getting something going.
Oh, yeah.
And then you look and go, oh, my God.
It's a pebble.
You thought there was going to be a nice delivery of a healthy, big, heavy baby boy.
And it feels like...
and it comes out a preemie.
Yeah, it's a semicolon. But plink, and then half a comma. Yuck.
But it feels like it's something.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then you're like, what?
That's a shame.
It didn't feel like
a
that.
waste of time and effort.
I had on Abercrombie and Fitch, boxer briefs, but because I was bloated, my fat stomach sticking, I looked horrendous. I was in the bathroom. I definitely understand how Elvis dropped dead on the bowl. I honestly do. Because my stomach was just hanging over, and I had to turn my light off, and I have a red light in my bathroom. I couldn't look at myself in the mirror. I was so disgusting. I just had it for 20 minutes.
It's just like a red light, like an emergency light on a submarine?
Yeah, exactly. It's cool to shower like that, though. It's pitch black. You put that red light on, it's just a mellow vibe. Yeah, it's great, man. I don't like bright light when I shower.
I might have to look into that. Hey, so we got this financial analyst, Bob McMillan. If you haven't seen this yet, it's really good. He stumbles a lot on live TV, on CNBC, and then he just bails. And we want to know what happened to this guy, if it was a medical emergency or if he just had a panic attack on live TV. You got to wait for it here. It takes about 10 or 15 seconds, and then it's just great audio. Listen to this. It doesn't really matter what he's talking about. It's one of these experts talking about, I don't know,
but they're all experts.
Financial crap.
Forget the housing slump for a second. Our next guest says you can still cash in on real estate. Here to explain, Jim Wilson, Director of Research at JMP Securities, along with Bob McMillan, REIT analyst at Standard & Poor's. Bob, I will begin with you. What's the argument?
Well, I think that among the retail REITs, which is the area that I follow, I think the area has been hard hit by concerns about slowing consumer spending and slower retail growth. While we do expect retail growth to slow in 2008, I think investors have to pay attention to the fact that retailers are obligated to pay the rent to the...
They're obligated to pay what?
Retailers are obligated to pay rent to the retail REITs, which means that...
Are you okay? Bob? Okay, Jim, well, Bob will come back to you in just 1 second. Jim, are you with me?
You can hear the wheels falling off.
Oh, he was just...
The wheels are like shaking, like...
Yeah.
And then they just fall off.
Investors would they invest...
It sounds... I don't know. We're trying to get the backstory. It sounded like his mouth just stopped working.
Yeah, I don't know. It sounded like he really had a panic attack or something.
Just a panic attack?
He couldn't concentrate on anything.
I shouldn't say just a panic attack, but
yeah,
I think he started thinking, oh, my God, people are watching me right now.
Yeah, or something.
Oh, my God, there's a lot of people watching this.
Yeah, he just decided...
The
investors would, I believe the investors, the... That's what he sounded like. He was just ready to boof.
Yeah, there's a video, and we'll link that on ONA.
Oh, that's the video?
.com. Yeah, we'll have that linked up later today when Stephen S. from Bayshore does his show rundown. Yeah, that's great. You want to hear it again? Or
Yeah, that guy was out of it.
fast forward a little bit here. I love where he just starts falling apart and just gets worse and worse.
JMP Securities, along with Bob McMillan, REIT analyst at Standard & Poor's. Bob, I will begin with you. What's the argument?
Well, I think that among the retail REITs, which is the area that I follow, I think the area has been hard hit by concerns about slowing consumer spending and slower retail growth. While we do expect retail growth to slow in 2008, I think investors have to. I think investors have to. I think investors have to pay attention to the fact that retailers are obligated to pay the rent to their.
They're obligated to pay what?
Retailers are obligated to pay rent to the retail REITs, which means that.
Are you okay? Bob? Okay, Jim, well, Bob will come back to you in just 1 second. Jim, are you with me?
Yeah, he's making some weird faces on the video, too.
You see the eyes?
Oh, yeah, the eyes like...
That's like the eyes from Caddyshack.
Yeah, the guy on the boat.
The guy on the boat fishing in his little rowboat or whatever it was. He makes those type of eyes like... And then he makes the...
he looked like he was going to puke.
Yeah. He just had a major panic attack. We don't know what happened to that guy. Does anyone know?
Nope.
Okay.
The investors... The investor... Hey, Whitey.
Can we hear Randy Taylor? What's that?
Huh?
That's
the famous Randy
Who's
Taylor.
Randy Taylor?
Sausage.
I call him the Jimmy Dean guy.
Sausages. That's making the rounds, too.
Huh.
That audio.
Oh, yeah.
It's all over the sites.
That's a biggie.
Everyone loves it.
Hey, we cut out early yesterday and went to see the I-Man, Mr. Imus, do his first radio show after being fired.
Mm-hmm.
And he put us on the air for like 2 minutes.
Was it 2? I thought it was about 58 seconds.
I don't know.
I think the I-Man was a little nervous having us on.
Could have picked two worst people to put on his first show back.
I know.
Almighty.
I know. Just loose cannons.
What's the matter? Did John Valby cancel?
We're just idiots, though.
Valby?
Yeah, it's John Valby.
John Valby.
Oh, John Valby. Okay. John
Valby. John Valby.
I'm an us.
We just figured that someone in radio needed to be there to support his comeback. I think we're the only ones.
Yeah.
We just felt like it was the thing to do, you know?
Yeah.
So we went down to town hall, and we just showed up just to show a little support, and then he threw us on the air, which, like you said, I think he was very nervous to have live mics in front of us.
Yeah.
And boy, we were thinking of some doozies.
Apparently, I read that Bo Dietl said something like, hey, Al Roker says hi. And Imus kind of looked at him like,
don't do this to me.
Yeah, and then gestured with his finger like it was a gun, and he was pulling the trigger.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like, knock it off,
Who's
idiot.
Bo Dietl?
He's one of his guests, yeah.
One of Imus's friends.
An investigator or something.
That guy who played music was good. What was his name? Leon something? Or
Levon Helm.
I liked him.
He's from the band. You ever hear the music from the band?
No.
Yeah, you have. I know you have.
Take a load off, Annie. Take a load. Up on Cripple Creek? Any of that stuff?
On Cripple Creek.
Why would I know that? No.
Spring.
You know what? I didn't even know that until you just said that was the dude from the band.
Yeah, he's the drummer. He also played.
He's the drummer.
He was the drummer, but he's also singing. They all sang. He also played, I believe, the father in Coal Miner's Daughter.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, you know everything.
I think that was Levon Helm.
All right. Well, we got audio of us on Imus. It's quick, and we felt like someone had to be there, so we stopped down. A lot of people were surprised that we stopped in, but
we started supporting a fellow radio guy that got into some trouble.
Got into Dutch.
If anybody should support that, it's us.
It was a good day for radio in general, black, white, whatever.
Yeah.
It was a good day for black radio hosts, but they don't want to acknowledge that. But it's good to know that you could come back from something that you say on the radio when you when you're just trying to entertain your listeners. And Linda Stacy or Stassi, whatever.
She's just disgusting, just a self-righteous. She's a writer for the New York Post. She's an ultra-liberal woman, and which is fine. But she's just such a biased, hyper. She's a hen. She's everything you hate. I don't even have the article in front of me. I just hate her guts.
Well, let's try to get her on the show.
She would never.
She hates the show.
Well, let's give her a call.
She won't come on the show.
Give her a call. Let's see if she'll come on the show today.
Yeah, let's try.
But she just hated the fact that Imus got to.
Of course she did.
Come back and what did she say about a leper and?
Oh, the leper refused to change his spots.
Leper refuses to change his spots.
She's basically saying that the Rutgers women shouldn't have accepted his apology.
Stop.
She's just. And meanwhile, when Chappelle released his the Lost episodes or the Comedy Central, it's the greatest review I've ever seen.
Oh, I know. She gave it this
4 stars.
Magnificent review. It's funny. Cutting edge.
Which is, again, fine. I'm not taking anything away from Chappelle, but it's like it's amazing how people judge certain forms of humor differently. She just sucks, and she's not a funny writer. That's her greatest curse.
Yeah.
She's not a good writer.
It's hard.
Don't try to be funny when you're writing if you're not funny.
No.
She actually said, I put my seatbelt on while I was watching because I was going to fall out. Did you?
Does she have seatbelts in her couch
at
home?
So. And I hope she hangs herself with them by accident while she's looking for something to eat in between the sofa cushions. Stupid bitch.
Hate her.
Well, here's our very brief appearance on.
Yes.
Imus' show yesterday.
Yeah.
From 92.3 K-Rock in New York City and XM Satellite Radio, Opie and Anthony. Please welcome them.
Thank you, Imus. What a pleasure. What a pleasure to have you back, man.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Thank you guys for what you do. The last day that we were doing that radiothon when I got fired, and on a Thursday, and then the next day my wife came in and hosted it, and y'all helped us raise at least $2 million more than we would have ordinarily raised.
Wow. Think anyone was listening. Not bad for a couple shock jocks, huh?
and this morning, we actually collected about $30,000 from people who wanted to buy tickets but couldn't get off work or couldn't show up at 6 in the morning. So we raised almost $100,000 for the Imus Ranch Kids Cancer just ticket sales here this morning.
That was the first show back, Phil.
Feels pretty good.
Yeah, me and Opatoga, we've had a couple of these first show backs. It's a treat.
Aren't you supposed to be on XM now?
Yeah, we just cut out. I swear to you, we just left. We put on some old bit. Hopefully the audience thinks we're live. And we left the studio to come down here and check out your first show.
I think we put on an old Imus bit. Actually, I think we did. This was an excuse to get out early. That's all.
Oh, you guys have been great friends, and I appreciate it. I'm a great fan. Rob and I, as you know, are big fans of yours, and you make us laugh, and that's what's,
Yeah, believe me, the time you were off the air, we didn't know who to goof on. It was terrible. It was really bad, and it's a pleasure to have you back. And the staff, obviously, fantastic.
Thank you, guys. Opie and Anthony, the Imus program. Thank you guys very much.
Hey, that's pretty cool.
Look at that mutual ass kiss and admiration club we had going there. Isn't that wonderful?
Imus in the morning program. I met Deirdre's wife backstage. She wanted
Deirdre's wife.
Deirdre, his wife.
Yeah,
and she's very nice. She wanted no part of me.
Really?
She wasn't rude, no, but she's just like, what? Like I was like, hi, I'm Jim. She's like,
Jim, what?
She's like, okay, hi.
What? I probably thought you were one of their little cancer kids.
All grown up.
Shouldn't you be on the ranch, fat face? And I got of course I annoyed Imus for a picture when I came off. I got a good one with him, too. It's my
You got a good
MySpace
one.
picture.
Yeah, go to. Oh, it's on your MySpace.
Of course.
I was going to give out eatabullet.com.
No, I'm actually having something fixed on that to make the pictures easier to access.
There it is.
The Imus, that is the creepiest Imus picture ever.
Great.
We will link that up on OandARadio.com later today
that's
as well.
fantastic.
Everything we
Good shot.
talk about that's visual, just so people understand, so we don't have to push it so much, we link up on OandARadio.com every afternoon, okay? So you'll see Jim Norton with Imus, the photo he took
something
yesterday.
here?
Huh?
What's the matter?
I zapped myself. I stood up and one got zapped.
Oh, boy. Get that static crap. You got to spray down Jimmy.
That never works. But
All right, so there you go. So good luck to Imus. And,
His cast,
blah,
it's
blah,
amazing
blah.
how but dicks people are. Like, they weren't funny. It's like, it's the first...
Oh, my God. Could you give him a couple of shows back?
The girl he's using is a comedian a black girl named Kareth Foster, who I know, and apparently she has a broadcasting degree. And he's using a guy for sports named Tony Powell, who's a black comedian. Who I didn't know Tony got the gig. I was like, I've known him for years, and it's like it was their first gig. Everyone in the country is watching, and they're on stage at Town Hall, not even in a radio studio.
Yeah,
What do
yeah.
you want?
God, people.
Would you give them a couple of weeks to get settled in?
And a little, I'm sure he's feeling like he's walking on eggshells a little bit. Those first couple of shows, you don't want to screw up, that's for sure, because everybody's watching you.
You think about every word that comes out of your mouth. Hey, let's move on. It's 80s New Wave Tuesday. Tim put this together, and for some reason he decided to change the formula. Got to call him out on this. And instead of using the three voices we know and love, which is Steve, who used to be Sun Yi, Roland, and our dope Club Soda Kenny, Tim decided to throw his annoying voice in here as well.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did, for whatever reason, changing the formula of the 80s New Wave production that we kind of love here on the Opie and Anthony Show. Here's the new one.
It's 80s New Wave Tuesday. When you say go slow, I fall behind. The second hand unwinds. If you're lost, you can look and you will find me. Time after time. Needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. Every time you go away, you take a piece of me with you. Every time you go away, you take a piece of me with you. You'll shoot your eye out, kid.
99 red balloons floating in the summer sky. Panic bells, it's red alert. There's something here from somewhere else. The war machine springs to life, opens up one eager eye, focusing in on the sky, where 99 red balloons go by.
It's 80s New Wave Tuesday. Opie and Anthony Show.
Club Soda Kenny saved that one. That was a star.
99 red balloons, every one of them smarter than him.
Tim! Why the annoying voice wrecking the formula?
What are you doing?
You know, changing the formula almost destroyed Coke. You got to learn from Coke.
It was
Don't
my
change
mistake
the
totally.
formula.
I didn't mean to. I was testing it out. We're losing Steve. I don't have any more Steve stuff, so I was trying my
Not
voice.
Steve C,
I
by
didn't
the way.
like it. I meant to take it out, and I gave it to you by mistake.
All right. I think I made a mistake by saying how much I love your annoying voice, because now it's everywhere.
Now it's annoying.
I should have just, shut my trap.
We're talking about the old Wood Yee, Steve. Not Steve C.
God willing, I'll be back.
I'll be back.
I had some abdominal surgery, and I just hope that I'll see you guys on Monday.
I'll be back. Every time I would see him, I'd be like, okay, take care. I'll see you tomorrow. Well, I hope so.
God willing.
God willing.
God willing, I'll be back on Monday. Opie, have a good weekend.
Have a good weekend.
I'm going to be visiting my son in Dallas for the weekend. And hopefully,
He's a good egg.
hopefully I won't die on the way down. And I'll be back on Monday.
Little gloom and doom.
Very meek.
He's the greatest guy, though. He's the nicest guy in the world, man.
He's a big lamb, big meek lamb.
Hey,
Speaking of gloom and doom, I got to call our agent. Bob.
Why would you?
Well, because of some problem with insurance. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
It's from Bob when you talk to him. Hello, Anthony. It's oh God, I was talking with some people, and there's just you guys have got to do something. It's getting really bad. I'm so sorry. I had to talk to him because I got my insurance thing. You know, my health insurance.
What's that?
Health insurance. You know, you pay, you get your health insurance. The bill comes in, you pay. So I got the bill, and it was a ridiculous amount of money. And apparently, there's some gentleman on my policy that I'm paying for.
What is he getting, like a lung transplant?
I have no idea, but his premiums are through the roof. It's this guy, I don't even know what his name is.
Please don't say Greg Hughes. Please don't.
No. His last name is like Robertson or something. And there's his social security numbers right there and everything. I should just give it out on the internet and so people can do identity theft on him.
How long has you been paying for him?
A month. It's a month. But the thing is, with stupid insurance companies, you can't just write. Because the first thing I did was I circled his name on the bill and wrote, don't know this guy. He does not belong on this, blah, blah, blah.
And you expect the people to acknowledge your scribble on a bill? Or that's
thinking,
your first mistake.
I know. I'm thinking it's like 1950. Where some old guy's going to open it up and go, well, let me read this. It all just goes through a computer. No one reads crap.
You know what that guy does? Stamp and just throws it aside.
Exactly. And then I get a bill which says, you know, you got to pay this or we're going to cancel your insurance. So now I got to pay this outlandish amount of money.
Why is his insurance so high? Do you have any clue?
I have no idea. What do you think?
How much higher is it than yours?
Twice.
Wow. Bill from Waterford. Ned Ryerson?
Yeah.
You said Robertson?
Yeah, Roberson. Cops and Robertson.
Phil Connors?
It's awful.
Is that a Chevy Chase movie?
Awful.
Cops and Robertsons.
Cops and Robertsons.
Chevy Chase makes some funny faces, though.
Oh, shut up.
He does. He's like, you're like, oh, something's happening.
The cover of that one is just unlook-atable, too. I was talking about that when you go into a video store and you look around and some of the covers of the videos just go like, what? I can't even look at this. I get the chills.
Why would you even attempt to watch a movie like that?
I never did.
What's the cover?
Oh, okay. Well, because
it's I believe Chevy Chase and what's his name? Who else was in that? Jack Palance back to back. And Jack Palance has the pistol out. And Chevy Chase, is he doing it with his finger or something? It was so... I just remember these things because I got such, like... It was so awful to look at.
Oh, wow, that looks kind of cool.
Oh, shut up.
Jack's got the real gun, and Chevy has, like, the fake finger gun.
Jack Palance. Believe it or not.
The worst cover ever is, which is a good movie, though, is I Love Trouble.
Yeah, that one gets me. Yeah, that's horrid.
Let's see.
That movie
I Love Trouble.
It's Nick Nolte trying to be charming on the cover with Julia Roberts. I Love Trouble.
I Love Trouble.
What a terrible movie. I could never see that movie.
Never. Look at the cover. Look at the cover.
It's Julia Roberts.
Stop it.
She's looking to the left, and she's wearing like a... What kind of a shirt is she wearing?
Like a men's shirt, kind of.
What's that? Like a men's shirt, right?
With suspenders, because I think that was big.
And Nick Nolte is below her with the glasses, like looking up at her with a smile, like with the trouble.
Like, hey,
here comes trouble.
Hey, trouble. Here it comes.
1994. Wow.
It should be her smiling while he's wrapped around a pole with his motorcycle, drunk.
His hair all askew.
Hey, let's get rid of Shane here. Shane, Sayreville, what's up?
Yeah, yo, I want to know why, when you did the New Wave song, why you didn't do Red Balloons in German.
That's a good idea.
Kenny, can you do Red Balloons in German for everybody today?
Nena was a German.
Little known fact, there were two versions of that song that came out. The English version was really big, and then they decided to throw the German version at us for a while.
I thought the German was first, no?
Or maybe the German version, then they decided, I don't know. Either way, they both were pretty popular.
You think you could
try the German version?
Speak German, sing in German?
99 Luftballon.
We need it on the air by 8 o'clock.
I'll get working on it right now.
Yeah.
Well, you do that.
I wish I was here to help, but I'm injured.
I know a little German.
All right, Shane. Thank you.
We have guests today too, but they're not. What time are they coming in? Do we know?
No, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Alan in Pennsylvania, what's up? Who are the guests?
Guys, Jeff Ross is coming back.
Oh,
with
Bob Saget. Okay. Huh?
Anyway, the worst cover ever is the cover for Bulworth. Man, that made me puke. I saw it in a truck stop the other day when I was looking through the dollar movies.
Bulworth.
It's Warren Beatty climbing out of the mouth of a Warren Beatty or something.
No, he's climbing out of the mouth of like a typical politician.
Politician. Yeah, man, that is so.
Like it would be the mouth of Republican. A Republican, a conservative.
I'll give you a bad one.
Yeah.
Milk Money.
Milk Money.
Milk Money is so bad.
What is that?
Oh, it's what's his name? Sam Harris? No.
What's wrong with Milk Money?
Huh? Ed.
Oh, Ed Harris.
Ed Harris. Look, it's a giant overexposed picture of Melanie Griffith.
That's Melanie Griffith?
Yeah, and it's overexposed to, cover up a world of hurt. And Ed Harris's kids are pushing him towards her.
Awful. Why are they pushing him towards her?
Because they want a mommy, maybe.
Oh, maybe they want her to steal the Glengarry leads. I love Ed Harris. He made Shelley take them. Shelley just wanted to help his sick daughter.
Ed Harris is good. I liked him in Apollo 13.
All right, why are we discussing
because it's kind of funny.
All right, we got Bob Saget coming in, Jeffrey Ross, who came back today because he didn't get much airtime yesterday.
I hear he was a little, he left in a little bit of a tiff.
He didn't really say goodbye to anybody.
He left in a little bit of a tiff.
What was
because,
that about?
Well, we had Ken Burns in here, Oscar-winning documentary maker, and just probably one of the most well-known documentary filmmakers in the world. And when we were talking to him, unfortunately, they were booked at the same time. It was coming up on the end of the show, and Jeffrey didn't get a lot of airtime at all.
We blew off our show, and it was such an interesting conversation.
Yeah.
That we just threw everything aside and just let him talk.
And I think Jeffrey got a little miffed.
I guess we'll find out next.
We will.
It's Opie and Anthony. It's the Opie and Anthony Show. 877-212-O&A. We got Guess the Sound. As they set up Jeffrey Ross, I want to get this out there.
Me eating?
Yeah?
Is that the sound?
We like Guess the Sound because we find really good ones. Really, really good ones.
Very hard to guess.
Your job today is to try to figure out what's going on with this sound, okay? Guess the sound.
I know it.
What is it?
It was me when I left here yesterday.
Yeah, Jeff. You were not happy yesterday.
I was so tired and so pissed off.
It's very rare that someone leaves without saying goodbye.
I've never seen Jeff angry. I didn't even know. I came out of the bathroom. I'm like, where'd Ross go? They're like, I left.
I didn't go to the bathroom. I just left.
No, I did.
You left without saying goodbye to anybody.
I couldn't listen to Ken Burns anymore.
Well,
I want to make a documentary about his dumb haircut.
Jesus.
No, really.
Well, someone did say he looked like Dorothy Hamill on meth. All right, so we'll acknowledge that. But
he keeps bragging. I spent 5 years at the National Archives getting my footage. How about 5 days in Fallujah getting my footage?
Yeah, I was going to mention your documentary, but I didn't.
I mean, he's awesome and all, but it was like, really, Anthony, how do you pan over the pictures and tell a story? Who cares?
I was talking about how he uses photographs and makes them just as effective as moving film.
Save it for the director's commentary. People are trying to go to work.
I'm sorry, Jeffrey.
You have a genius sitting to the left of you with your back turned to me like I'm a stripper that you have no time for.
Holy Jesus!
Boy, somebody has their feelings
Jeffrey.
hurt.
I hadn't been here in a year. I fly in 2 days early. I'm so excited to see you guys. It's just like seeing old friends.
Well,
and then it's just like,
the show. You should have jumped in.
You
should have jumped in. People actually liked that segment yesterday, Jeffrey Ross.
I'm sure they did.
They really did like it. The guy knows how to tell his story.
Jeffrey had his feelings hurt.
I know, it's hilarious.
It's really hard to hurt my feelings. But I think I probably do dish it out a lot better than I take it.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, but you can't just leave without saying goodbye.
Well, you guys seem preoccupied with getting autographs. I was tired.
Well, photographs and autographs.
What was I supposed to do? Hey, thanks for letting me watch. What kind of goodbye were you looking for exactly? I was here on business. I was here on pleasure.
It was just one of those situations that you got caught up in. That's all I can tell you.
I come at 7:30. I come at 7:30. I'm coming off a red eye, so obviously I'm like, don't even know where I am.
Yeah.
I'm so psyched to see you guys. It's been a long time. I haven't seen you since the Pat Cooper roast. Me and Jimbo just did a big show together. I was really pumped to be here. And then, it's like comedy blue balls for an hour and a half.
It was a bad timing.
So I come in early. They asked me to come in early. Figure, of course, I'll come in
Holy
early.
crap, Bob Saget is here.
Awesome.
Awesome.
No, that I'm cool with because he's my pal. I love Saget. And he has a normal haircut.
Oh, were you telling a story?
And by the way, I saw his Broadway show, and it's awesome.
Yeah? The Drowsy Chaperone.
Yeah.
You can't walk around Manhattan without seeing advertising. For...
Oh, I know. There's posters everywhere.
He's worldwide. He's big time.
Yeah, we like Bob Saget. But it was just one of those things, Jeffrey.
No, that's not good enough.
It has to be good enough.
At least give me a proper introduction or something.
It has to be
I just thought you were like taking me for granted. Like when you're at a party,
can I tell you what happened?
And you're having a good time at your birthday party, and then somebody famous walks in and suddenly you ignore your family and your friends.
I'll be completely.
That's what that was.
I'll be completely honest.
Really? Is this what this is?
I'll be completely honest with you. We were thinking that we were going to say no to you, not because we had a very busy show.
That would have been polite. But 2 days of my life.
But you're a friend of the show, so we're like, all right, we'll try to figure out how to make it work, and then it didn't work, obviously. And Ken Burns, likes to talk a bit, but his stories were, they were interesting.
Hey Jeff, you've heard of a documentary? You've made a documentary? Something to work me into it.
Ant didn't even know you were in the room.
I know. He had his back to me like he was inside the actor's studio.
And he ran the interview. He was running the Ken Burns interview.
That was I got to say, because I've been in the... I understand where both parties are coming from, because as a comedian, I've gone to other radio shows, but here it is. It really wasn't anything personal, because no one said, like...
I didn't take it personally. I just, these schmucks are still not producing their own show. They're double booking me, and it's like... Out of politeness, either tell me not to come in or get me in and out before, or have me at least introduced a minute before.
Dude, honestly, we thought... Hold on, because we do produce our show. Secondly...
I didn't mean it like that. I meant generally speaking.
Secondly, we thought... we thought we would get 15, 20 minutes out of Ken Burns. This is where we sit. You never know what's going to happen.
Hey, do you mind sticking around for a little while? Yeah, you're really...
Well, no, because at that point, we wanted to continue with him. If you want to get into this, I'll get into this.
There is sometimes where Opie will say that, where it's like,
No, we don't do that anymore.
But not,
We knew he was getting the job done. The phones were lit, and at that point, 15, 20-minute segment with Ken Burns, where we decided we should probably go along with this guy. He's doing well.
I'm not saying it wasn't interesting. I'm saying...
And then I'm looking at you like, crap, how do we...
You didn't need to have me here, is what I'm saying.
Well, but you know what? We didn't know that until it happened.
He's still pissed, man.
I was pissed. I left Sunday morning. I left all my friends, left the sunshine to fly here to come 3 days early to see my pals. Obviously didn't book any other meeting, because why would I if I got the best show in town on my schedule? What would be the point of running around to other shows? So now I'm, got in my hand for 2 days going, what the hell did I come here for?
Oh, wow.
In the freezing cold by myself in my lonely apartment. It was lame. I leave here at 9 a.m. with nothing to do. No one knows I'm in town.
Were you angry
told everybody I'm going to be on O&A, and I didn't even say hello.
Were you angry all day yesterday?
Oh, it was horrible. I never, ever get
that makes me really happy.
I hate that side of me. I went to the gym from here and just beat a bag.
Anthony didn't even know you were here.
I don't blame it on
I'm
me.
blaming
I was
Anthony.
conducting an
No,
interview.
because me and Jeff Ross had some eye contact.
You could have carried on a great conversation with
No,
Jeff.
yeah,
You were in position.
I even said before Ken Burns came in, I'm like, Ant, this is yours, man. You're a big war guy. You're really into this. You saw the documentary.
Out of
and
respect,
we
it's a-
all jumped on your back and let you carry us, and it was your responsibility to work Jeff Ross into the show.
My God, look at how he's
right.
trying to.
And by the way, just for
Thank
the
you,
record,
Jeff.
you were half asleep during it.
What? No, I
You
wasn't.
were bored.
I'm not a big war guy, but I thought it was pretty interesting.
He was very interesting, and his letters are beautiful. At the very least,
you know what?
It's not like I'm here
Hold on.
promoting butt plugs. I made a documentary. There's a way to transition and go, Jeff, do you have a question for him? Jeff, have you guys ever met?
I'll tell you
Jeff,
this.
have you seen his movie? Anything at all to be a good host.
Do you have anything you'd like to ask Bob Saget?
Yes.
I'll tell you this much. I thought I was going to be bored by the whole thing, and Anthony did a great job. And when he started talking, I really got into it. I thought it would be like, whatever, Ken Burns in and out. Some people will find it interesting, but he brought the whole audience
He's
together.
a storyteller. It's what he is. When I heard he was coming, I thought it was cool to meet him. He was very nice. He seemed a
and why
little
didn't you
gay,
make
but-
fun of his hair in front of him?
I was so pissed
That's
off.
your-
I wasn't going to
that's
give you
your
guys
gig.
the benefit of a gem of my comedy. I was not going to interrupt to try to get a barb in.
See, Anthony, I'll say this for Ant, because Anthony is a big Ken Burns fan. It was like a long time coming getting him in studio.
I understand.
Ant loves him. And it was one of those things where, you in a way, you're right about it. Is like when we got your friends here and you ignore it when the famous guy comes
Right.
in. But it's not that's kind of the way the show is. It's not done to be scummy. It really is. It's like, well, yeah, you're Jeff, you're a member of the family. Like, that's kind of the way it's looked at. Almost like one of our.
Okay, I respect
That's
that.
all that was. And you're watching Ant just conduct an interview with a guy he loved. I hardly said anything. Ant didn't know I was in the room. And I just watched him talking to Ken. He was like, well, what about when you do this? And what about, like, Ant was like unloading all these questions he'd been wanting to
I
answer.
was so worried about getting a good interview that I don't think I had it in me to go the back and forth thing where I would then turn my
Did you even
seat
realize
around.
that Jeff Ross was in the room?
I knew Jeff Ross
What's
is
wrong
in
with
the
this
room,
seat?
you
Why-
instigator.
What's wrong with this seat? It could have had two of us here. So,
Well, we don't like having two guys on the couch. It's a little
Well, then
weird.
you should have moved me to a different time or told me to come a different day. That's all I'm saying.
Yes, and that isn't my responsibility.
All right, well, there you go. Work on that.
Well, also,
Yeah, we'll do that.
I was taking it for
Livid.
granted. I love you guys. I'll sit here and watch you guys do a show any day of the week. But if I'm booked, it's just like at least say Jeff's here. It was like you didn't even say I was a comedian. You were like Jeff Ross and Ken Burns, and then it was just like the last time you mentioned me.
That was it.
Embarrassing.
You know, I'm
My
going to have to
family was
listen to some
listening.
of that audio.
My family was listening. It was so embarrassing. Hey, I'm coming to town. I want to eat me from. No, I can't. I'm going right to O&A from the airport. I haven't been on it forever. So much to say. I'm so excited, and it's just like what?
If we could pull
Some kid
any
emailed
references
me.
we made
Some kid
yesterday.
wants to open for me at the Stress Factory, so he emails me. Very funny on the radio yesterday. I knew he was lying. I knew there was no way he heard it. He
I want to
just knew
hear
that I
any
was on, but he
little
never heard it.
references we made to Jeff yesterday during
Yeah.
that segment and hear how
Yeah,
insignificant
you'll
they
have to
were.
spend 5 years at the National Archives to find those references. Digging through the National Archives, we found an extra second on each end of the shot. Really? My hotel got hit with a mortar explosion, you queer.
Could have said this to his face there, Jeff.
Yeah, I didn't want to interrupt the genius interview. Anthony never would have talked to me again. Oh, so when you pan across a picture, does that take... That takes a lot of skill. Ooh.
It's a technique that I appreciate and thought it was very clever when you have something like the
It's
Civil
called the
War.
Ken Burns effect there, Jeffrey Ross.
Oh, right.
And this is
Yes.
the Jeffrey Ross effect, an angry Jew. You are
steamed. I sound
you
like
are
Pat Cooper.
Really? I deserve respect.
Oh, God, I was so mad. I hate
You
that
marched
side
right
of me.
out of here, and I
What
went.
was I? Well, I didn't. Actually, I calmly put my coat on, looked around. There was nobody around. They were all like, and I was just like,
I remember
went out in
thinking-
the hall, took a leak, came back. Everybody, I left.
I remember
What, am
thinking.
I going to walk around and go, thanks for the opportunity to listen to that from close up?
I do remember thinking. I remember thinking at the end of the show, "Where's Jeff Ross?" And I went, "Oh well."
You should have thought that during the show.
I was like, "Oh well, it's my turn for a picture with Ken Burns."
I know. I was like, hey, could you sign my father's Christmas present?
Right.
I wanted to vomit.
Hey, where's Jeff? It's my turn for a photo op.
Yeah.
What can I tell you? It
Photo
happens.
with Ken Burns. You know what? You should get that photo and pan across it real slow. Here, Dad. Here, Dad. It has the Ken Burns effect.
You made a documentary, so you should appreciate Ken Burns and
I'm
what
not
he
saying I don't
does for
appreciate it.
documentaries.
Well, I would have appreciated with some.
He made it possible for people to watch documentaries. Before that, no one was watching these things.
I'm not giving him credit. He's amazing what he's done. I mean, he did so much for the Civil War veterans. He really gave them the respect they deserve. Nobody ever remembers anything about them.
Well, the families appreciate it. It was mostly World War II stuff we were talking about.
It was awesome. I'm not saying he's not awesome.
The Daughters of the
obviously.
Confederacy.
Yeah,
They
you'll get a lot of
appreciate it.
fans, a lot of new fans from the Daughters of the Confederacy will be knocking down your door.
All right,
I'm just saying it wasn't polite.
All right, where are you going to be whining this weekend?
Oh, jeez, man.
Where's your plug? I don't even know.
Where are you going to be whining?
The Stress Factory tomorrow.
Stress Factory, Vinny's Club, Vinny Brand's
And
Club.
then the Improv in Irvine all weekend.
Well, you're only at the Stress Factory one night?
Yeah.
When, tomorrow, tonight?
Yeah, tomorrow.
Tomorrow night.
732-545 ha-ha. 4242. Because Vinny puts a laugh in so you can remember it. 'Cause that's
Yeah.
what you're supposed to do with the club.
Might change the number to wah wah this weekend. 732-545 wah wah.
You're even admitting I'm right. I thought I handled it pretty well.
I will certainly admit you're right, but we're in one of those situations that happens not a lot, to be honest with you. But when you know good radio, you got to continue with the good radio.
Perhaps I'm not talented enough to carry on a dual conversation.
As soon as
like
I knew that Anthony had his back
I
to
was
you, I knew that was going to be a problem.
I'm not saying a dual conversation.
But you know what?
Take 2 minutes and go, Jeff, thanks for coming by.
No, the studio is not set up right. There are times
He gave me a
where
joke plug as the show was ending. It was like,
well, you know.
It is actually an awkward studio to do something like at the XM studio. It's just the nature of the way the console is. You have Ant all the way to the far left, and then you have an empty mic, and then you have myself, which a lot of people consider an empty mic. Slams himself. and then you have then a mic to my right, which is empty, and then around the kind of thing facing us is open. So it's actually to have 5 people sitting there actually kind of works like a bunch of guys that are around.
these are all great excuses, but the point is,
it's true.
So come in at 7:30. I left at 9 and didn't say boo.
Wow, is it that long?
Yeah.
So what are you trying to say today?
I'm happy to be here.
All right, good. That's what I want to hear. Stress
I love
Factory
you guys.
tomorrow
I love
night.
you
Jeff
guys.
Ross.
Just, you know what it is? You get mad at somebody who you don't care about. It's like, who cares? It's showbiz. You walk out of here, you never go back. But when it's your friends, you go, really? Is this what that was?
Oh.
That sucked. That sucked.
But you're smart enough to
I'm
realize we
feeling
weren't.
bad.
But you're smart enough to realize we
wasn't
weren't.
personal. I
we
realized,
weren't.
what I am. Go ahead.
We weren't dissing you on purpose or anything.
I
It was just
understand
one of
that.
those things,
I
which
understand
sucks,
that.
and I apologize for that. But
I
it wasn't
felt like
like
you were taking me for granted as if I was here every
no,
day.
man. There are times that what happened to you happens for real because we're like, ugh, this guy stinks, and we got to focus over
Well,
here.
maybe I
But
thought that too.
That wasn't the. You know, that wasn't the case.
If we were a professional show, I would say that was unprofessional of us.
You are a professional show. It's
No.
time to own that and man up to
Oh,
that.
Jesus.
Show's huge.
Yeah, but we're hanging on by the skin of our friggin' teeth here.
Is that true?
Yeah, you conduct an interview with someone on a couch, and my back is to the comedian behind me, Jeffrey Ross.
I felt like I was an actual booked guest.
You know-
Sorry.
you know,
I didn't
we're
realize
gonna-
I was stopping by with muffins.
Because of you, we're gonna have the Jeffrey Ross effect. We're gonna have to redesign the studio.
I like that. It's a slow pan over my suicide note.
Angry face.
Anthony decided not to do a slow pan to his left. No, not once.
I kept focus.
Anthony decided who was more important in the studio. yesterday.
Don't even start that.
Well, I even got only because I know he's a genuine fan. Like if it was Ozzy sitting in that thing, I wouldn't care who was in that chair. I would just and I've done it before. I'm like, and I focus only on the couch.
Well,
and it's
clear the room and make it work.
But you don't think of that. Like, and I've been in both. Again, I've been in both sides. Like I've certainly been in Jeff's position before. I've gone into radio shows and you're like, ugh, Jesus, I feel kind of stupid just sitting here. It is embarrassing. But then being here every day, I do kind of see like once in a while it just happens and it's never any bad reason.
And with yeah.
Sorry, someone was saying.
Codependent I am.
Someone is saying you had the best question yesterday.
Yeah.
Carl, go
That's
ahead.
what I'm trying to say. I have made a similar movie and gotten similar mail.
Carl, go
I'm not
ahead.
saying I want to conduct the interview. I'm not saying I'm as accomplished as Ken Burns, but I'm saying I'm sitting here.
But I pointed.
I'm booked.
I kind of gave you a look like try to jump in.
Not my style. This is
All right.
Anthony's interview. And honestly, like the times that I've been here with other huge guests have been the best times.
Yeah.
The Rock and stuff like that. Put me next to the guy. I'm not going to interrupt you. I'm not going to kill your mojo.
we thought hold on. We thought you would be uncomfortable. That couch is not big enough for
give me a
two
break.
guys.
Yeah,
no, I'm serious. For the most part, we do exactly what we did yesterday. But you know what? It might
I
be
know.
time
Between
not
Ken
to do
Burns
that.
and his ego, the couch was full. Did his barber, was he here too?
I like the fact that he's now taking it out on Ken Burns.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so mad at him. I'm not going to watch the last 9 hours of his documentary.
Hey, Carl, go ahead. Jeff Ross in studio talking finally today.
You asked a good question yesterday. You asked him, what can we learn about this war that we learned from past wars? And I thought that was very
That's true. Yeah, that was a good
question.
Yeah, so much for your great interview, Anthony.
I know. I missed that one.
What did we learn today? That Jeff Ross has better questions than Anthony.
Yeah,
And I wasn't. I appreciate that, buddy.
I should have sat behind you and let
right.
you.
All right, we got.
It proves a bigger point that it was a very interesting guest. You did a great interview, Anthony.
Thank you, sir.
I'm just saying, there's another level there of just simple protocol of like you're gonna book somebody. I didn't ask. I didn't show up at the door and like watch. I was booked. I had an agenda. And on top of that, I was really excited to come in. So the whole thing was
It's kind of like Letterman, though, when like someone gets bounced.
then they don't get
bounced,
on.
but
Then they don't get on. Then you leave me out there.
He doesn't bring the author on to just sit there and then go, we would have talked to this guy, but we ran out of time.
We bounced you. We still brought you out on the couch, though.
So we'll have you back at a later date.
But no, that's a good point. Letterman does do that. Letterman doesn't, from what I understand, but Letterman has bumped comedians before.
He at least gives them a dinner in a limo for tonight.
But at least you're in the, but you are in the green room. Like he does keep you for the whole hour, and at least Letterman would never book like the next day. Say, oh, sorry about that, just come back.
All right, listen, we got to take a break. Bob Saget's going to join the program. We'll
Great.
try to make sure the time is equal between you two.
No, I'm good. It's all about Saget now. This is his night. I crashed today. I respect that. I have my moment. I love Bob Saget.
Wait, and we did acknowledge, by the way, I said, Steve, call Jeff. I need your numbers, by the way. I don't have them.
Right.
I said, Steve, call Jeff because I that wasn't cool what happened, and let's make sure we get him back today.
That was very
Let's
nice.
leave it. Let's get it all on the table here, Jeff.
I'm not saying you're not good guys. You're
All right.
great guys, and all.
We knew
that's
it was
true.
like a little weird.
I'm saying like for the 7 hours that I was walking around Manhattan in the freezing cold, going, "What am I doing with my life?" It was a painful afternoon, which I hadn't felt in a long, long time. It was good for me. It was humbling.
All right, good. All right, Stress Factory tomorrow night, though.
732-545.
Maybe it did some good.
Ha ha.
And we're also playing Guess the Sound. We gave you some great material. You just killed for the last 20 minutes. You killed.
And I'm at the Improv in Irvine this weekend.
All right, very
And then
good.
I'm probably going to go to Iraq next week.
Seriously?
I was so pissed off yesterday that I called the
You
USO.
booked a flight?
That I called the USO late last night and said, "What am I doing with my life? Is anybody going away next week?" So I'm waiting to hear back.
You just going to Iraq?
I'm not sure where I'm
Why don't you stop? I'll go with you.
Really?
No.
No.
I'm afraid of being beheaded.
People are pointing out that we
Is that it?
we
That's why
gave
I don't
you the same treatment we gave Mike Rowe. Who was in when
Oh, yeah,
we
you
never
know
got
what?
to Mike Rowe?
That's right.
Who's Mike Rowe?
Dirty
Oh,
Jobs,
yeah,
good
he's-
friend of the show.
Yeah, we love Mike.
He comes in every time he's in
Who
New
was
York.
he? But he Mike was just like, all right, whatever. Well, Mike had a longer time too. He came in at like 6:30.
I forgot who it was.
And then he just
Trying to remember, read on
who was
instant
on the
feedback
sofa?
or.
Chaz Palminteri and Springer.
Oh yeah, he kept being bumped by other
yeah.
people, Jerry Springer and Chaz
We're in
Palminteri.
studio.
Oh, yeah.
And Steve Carell called.
Did you notice I was turning your mic down too yesterday?
No.
Oh my
How would I
God!
know? I
Are
didn't
you-
talk.
Because you were breathing really heavy into the mic and it was driving me nuts.
Oh, well, yeah, I got sinus problems. Yeah, I was fuming. That was me fuming. Steam was coming out of my ears.
All right, so here's the deal. We got Jeff Ross at the Stress Factory. Hilarious, obviously. And it's New Brunswick, New Jersey. 732-545-HAHA.
Why only one night?
You know what?
He's a busy man.
I have a gig tonight, a corporate thing, and I hadn't been in the Stress Factory. I was there with Chris Rock a few weeks ago, and Vinny said, "Jeff, just whenever you can, just come in." And I haven't headlined in New Jersey in 10 years.
Wow.
I said, just give me one night to warm up, and he did it, and I thought it'd be fun. I'm going to see my family, for dinner, and it'll be
Very
great.
cool. All right, and we're playing Guess the Sound. So as we go to break, you're trying to figure out what this is in Radio Land. We'll give you the answer next.
Hey, this is Ken Burns, documentary filmmaker of the new PBS series The War. You're listening to my good friend Anthony Cumia, who's nothing more than a fan of the World War II era. Nothing more. Really, nothing more. The items in his house are strictly for educational purposes. Or so he says.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show. A lot of people standing by. They want to play Guess the Sound. We got Jeff Ross in studio playing the Stress Factory tomorrow night. And we got Bob Saget in studio. What to do. Let's do Guess the Sound really fast. There's a couple answers coming in. We'll say hi to Justin in Boston. Justin, what's going on?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
Yeah, I wanted to guess the sound.
Okay.
Is that E-Rock's girlfriend after viewing the grocery bill?
That was hurtful, and he's not even here to hear.
Especially because you said after doing the grocery bill, it was just sloppy, kind of dumb and mean.
Let's say hi to Sebastian in New York. Sebastian.
How you doing, guys?
Hey, good.
Great.
Yeah, I think that was Jimmy Norton's girlfriend seeing him in his birthday suit this morning.
Oh, wow.
Jimmy. Birthday suit.
Birthday suit?
That's cool.
What do people call him from the 50s? Your grocery bill.
Yeah, she took a look at my stems and didn't like them. Shut up.
One more. Peter in, looks like Jersey. Peter.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey, man.
Hey, is that the that woman that tripped and fell on the clothes hanger?
Oh, wow. That
could be.
That was a story we did earlier today. Very good. Good callback. All right, sir.
All right, good.
Hey, where's the sound? Hey! We're trying to figure out what this is. Bob Saget is losing
I know what
it.
that is. That's when, after Jeffrey Ross left here yesterday, that's what he did to a lady in his hallway.
Ken Burns is making a documentary about it.
It's going to take 6 years to complete.
Oh, gosh. He sounded like the laziest. He's like, an assistant gave me these letters, and I sent an assistant to the National Archives. What?
Are you upset about something?
The guy makes brilliant documentaries.
All right, well, when I have 4 months to kill, I'll watch one.
You know, Jeff made a documentary, too. You know?
I know, I saw
you
it.
can't believe more people don't ask him about it.
That is the worst.
You were good in it, by the way.
Thank you. Patriot Act, Amazon.com.
It was about vaudeville, right?
Yeah.
Bob, that's all we need, another instigator.
I love Bob. He just likes to poke.
We're working together in Vegas. He's doing a half hour. Yeah, at the joint, and he's going to do a half hour complaining, and then I'm going to come out and entertain the people.
I do a warm down.
That's right.
I hear they set the mic up for you, and then he just gets behind you.
Well,
sits there in a chair.
Well, they hook it up for me, but then he can't unscrew it to lower it for himself. I mean, it's about 20 minutes just that. Why'd they have the mic hooked up for Saget? I can't. What do I need, a step stool for this?
Stop.
Didn't they know I was opening? What the hell's going on?
After you leave the stage, they turn off the mic. You have to turn it back on.
What do you guys at the joint?
Sometime in the summer.
Yeah.
I don't know. Jeff will try to change it. That day doesn't work for me. I got cartoons the next day. You got a bar mitzvah or something right after you do that, right?
Yeah, we can't hang out, but we'll do the one night.
I was telling Bob Saget off mic. I'm like, you're on a roll these days. He goes, I'm the star of the Drowsy Chaperone.
I thought you said
I'm like, no, I know that, but your career is rocking right now.
I have a wiener problem. I'm like Jeff, if you get me started on where I've been and how much I've suffered in the trenches,
Where do you see the show, fellas? Where do you see the show that he's in?
We were supposed to before he came in here, but I figured, you know what?
Strike is what happened.
Bob is a really good friend of our show.
I love you
never
guys.
Has
I
to
really
wait.
love you guys.
We love Bob.
You would never have cut me off like you did Jeff yesterday.
Our first meeting with Bob was not good. Our first time with Bob
that's true.
What happened?
It was on the phone. I was working some hellhole, and it was a great place in Jersey, and I called in, and you guys, I was late. And I thought you guys were pissed at me, and you weren't. I don't think. I don't know. Maybe you were.
Bob thought we were.
We never really got to you.
This was years ago.
Yeah, I remember.
We were douching him, and then I saw him at a Caroline's thing.
Same thing.
And for the aristocrats, I said hi, Bob, and I talked about the Opie and Anthony show. He goes, "Oh yeah, those guys they blew me off." And I'm like, "No, they didn't." And I explained what happened, and then you wound up coming in.
And I saw you on the plane like the next day.
Yeah, that was
which
kind
was
of
really coincidental.
And I proved to you that I had my little XM tuner, so you knew
Yeah.
I was listening.
Yeah, well, I couldn't really get a word in edgewise with the male stewardess that was trying to pick up on you.
Yeah, he knew that one day I'd be doing theater.
Wait a minute. Was I trying to take credit for our friendship with Bob, and then Anthony just stole credit?
Oh, yeah, completely stole credit.
No, Anthony walked through an airport with Bob Saget once, and he came back with a full report saying this guy can't walk anywhere without being
through an
recognized.
airport. It's amazing.
They tagged me.
These people, and then he just drops the C-bomb on mothers with children.
Well, they're asking for it, right?
Of course they are.
They're mothers with children. No, that's not nice.
Let's give Jeffrey a chance to jump in here.
Go ahead, Jeff.
Oh, God, now you're going to play that.
Jeff and I were,
Jeffrey, do you have something to say?
I saw the Drowsy Chaperone opening weekend, and it's phenomenal. Bob Saget is a star, and the best thing. Well, no, I mean it's an awesome show. But seeing Saget in a Broadway show doing a starring role is something that I'll never forget. It was very inspiring as a comedian, and I was really happy for him as his friend.
Hey, that's very nice.
And what is it?
What
the
can we
show
learn about this war?
The show is
From the
9
show.
hours long. It's like Showa, the documentary about the.
There's some slow pans over your face.
Yeah, it's a bedpan over my face because I like that whole thing. I'm into that. I'm a scatologist. But this thing is a Tony. It won 5 Tony Awards, which was and it was written by Bob Martin, who's a great comedian writer, improv, brilliant guy.
I love getting a bunch of guys together and we sit and watch the Tonys and
I know the people
drink and.
Did you see the
dips.
parody of the insult dog? Did you see that whole thing where he talked to all the people in the Tony line? It was really
I'm
red
sure.
Carpet. He was
I don't think I've watched the Tony Awards show in my life ever.
I saw a great show last night. The Farnsworth invention. This thing with Hank Azaria. This great thing. Let me talk about my show.
Are you
What am I
Mr.
doing?
Broadway now?
I'm completely theater queer. I don't know what to do. I came here. I want to put on like a Rip Taylor wig and just Joanne Worley outfit. She's in the play. She's in Drowsy Chaperone.
Is that it? Because I saw her on a talk show the other day.
Yeah, The View. She was talking about the.
Is it just
the Today
me?
Show? She was on Today Show.
Or makeup or something? Or does she look like she did like years ago?
She looks the same to me.
Yeah, she hasn't really changed.
No.
Amazing.
She's like Joanne Worley. Right. Hello.
Who is she?
Next boutique.
Joanne Worley was like on Rona Martin's Laughing.
Yeah, she was on Laughing.
And then,
Yeah.
She's a good comedian.
How old is she?
I don't know.
Gotta be 40.
I don't know. She's
Perhaps more than that, Jim.
I think she has an eyelash that's 40, but she's a nice. That's
She's
not
great in the
nice.
show.
Why am I? She's great in it. The cast is like amazing, and
you sing.
Beth Level is the won the Tony for playing Drowsy Chaperone. I'll just tell you what it is. Yeah, I do. I can't really tell about singing because if people want to see it, this is the kind of thing that your listeners, by the way, I'll go to the tour in a minute, but that was like one of the greatest summers of my life doing the thing with you guys. This is the opposite of that. But this can entertain those people too. I think Jeff would back me up on that.
I think it's an all-American sort of night out. I mean, it's a good chance. I don't know if you're going to bring your buddy. It's not the first.
You could
thing
if you're doing it.
I mean, I did.
It is the theater.
If you're wearing real shorts, like short shorts and a fleece.
But to bring your family or to bring kids or to bring a girlfriend, it's a great date. It's awesome. I'll
bring the whole.
You bring the what?
I'll bring the whole
family.
No.
That's great.
Just bring the broad.
Does this thing have? Is it like Venus de Milo, or does it have all the parts?
I wouldn't know.
Right.
I just
sees,
realized I was on
he just
3FM.
sees the part.
It's a sick pack.
And it's emotional.
Yeah, fam. You're talking about.
So
I just wrecked everything.
this show is. Sorry, man.
It's my fault.
Bring it.
No. I was going somewhere that was filthy. And
Well,
I
you
just
could
realized
say
where
it.
I
You could
was.
probably.
Well, he had to just stop. He had.
All right.
Whatever. It's
Put
fine.
the brakes
Hey,
on.
Bob, I noticed on the sheet here really fast too that they're bringing back 1 versus 100.
Yeah, on January 4th it comes back.
I think I might be the biggest fan of that show. I don't understand why it's not as big as Deal or No Deal.
I think you're like the nicest person in the world.
I think it's because they gave you Friday night. They should give you like another night. This show, I think this show could be huge.
I think it's a hit show too. It's going to go on Fridays. You lose the Jewish population because Friday night's a holy night. And that's my crowd.
Right.
So people are real busy.
And as the host, you make that show work big time.
Well,
and
thank you.
Points to fellow Jew and goes,
Yeah.
right?
Set me up for a Jew joke.
You know, they're going to do a documentary about game shows if you want to be part of that. You could do a Ken Burns effect over my ass.
1 versus 100. That was me here yesterday.
I found an extra 2 seconds of Groucho Marx footage from You Bet Your Life. It's fantastic.
We were trying to
It's
find.
pixelated.
We were trying to find an extra 2 seconds of Jeff Ross's appearance yesterday, but
Jeff, you want to be on 1
they're
versus
still looking
100?
in the ONA archives.
Jeff's going to go on 1 versus 100, but we're not going to have time to talk to him.
You were supposed to get us on 1 versus 100.
We're going to. We did
with the listeners.
They wouldn't let me bring in like my people because we did them like really fast and hit the ground with them and did 8 of them like Hanukkah, and then we. They're all going on every
Another
Friday.
empty promise for
No. I'm good for my stuff.
That's what I see.
Well, no, don't.
Did you know
don't.
that-
You love the show. You belong there if you want to go.
I can't acknowledge the show anymore.
No,
I'm
no.
sorry.
No, please don't let it go like that.
Too bad.
Jim, I'll put you on. You can bring your hole.
Oh, I like that.
1 versus 100 holes.
Well, I didn't know. Ken Burns had like I actually didn't know that there was one piece of footage. Like, it looked like a second and a half, but then somebody.
You know, a lot of people suffered during the Civil War. Was it Civil War or did you go into World War II?
All of them. He did all of them.
Civil War, World War II.
War of the Worlds.
They took 10 minutes on the
Spanish
Huey Long
American.
documentary he did in 1985. I wanted a plot.
He's doing a musical about the War of 1812. This guy does everything. It's fantastic.
He was talking about wars that haven't even begun yet.
Yeah, he did the North Korea movie. He's halfway through it. He's talking about projects. Seriously, he was plugging projects. He's like, our next one, it'll take 5 years. It was like,
Yeah,
that's what
Vietnam is going to take 7 years to do. And
Well, it took 35 minutes to complain about yesterday. I didn't even say, can I just answer what the Drowsy Chaperone was about?
Yes.
My producers are listening and stuff. And it's a 1928 fake musical written by this guy, Bob Martin, who's brilliant. And he won a Tony for the script. I keep people always say, nobody really gives a crap if people win stuff if it's a great show, right?
Yes.
So when I did the documentary on the making of the Drowsy Chaperone, but it's a guy that's like a shut-in, agoraphobic, pseudo.
Your
I
character.
Said, I said, how can I play a guy that's like maybe he's gay, maybe he's not, and and he lives alone, doesn't talk to anybody, never really had sex with anybody, and then people went, "You're perfect."
Yeah.
I went, "What?" And he's in a cardigan sweater again.
You were on TV doing that for years.
I'm like
Jesus.
Danny Tanner, but like 3 levels of
It's very different
psychosis.
than Danny Tanner.
Yeah, it's a character, and it's an amazing thing to play. But he is alone in his apartment, never leaves it, and he starts telling this audience. He plays a long-playing LP and describes this 1928 musical that he's in love with, and then the audience is my acting partner, really. And he's all alone, and the play starts coming out of the walls.
Right.
So all the people he's talking about in this 1928 musical, it's like a drug trip, really. And he's kind of nuts, and it just unveils itself, and it's kind of tongue-in-cheek. So it kind of makes fun of itself constantly. It's always saying, "I hate this scene. You're not going to like this," and that makes you want to watch it. And it's like people spitting water on each other, and old vaudeville combined with like some great music.
Had you ever done because to me theater acting seems terrifying. Like I have problems on camera. Acting frightens me. Like how about stage acting? Is it hard?
Well, I love it. And it's a whole different muscle, It's my gay muscle, which is obviously I'm sitting on. But I did. Sorry,
squat and pick up a golf ball.
Right, it's in between. Suction is the whole key to this business. But I did a play 3 years ago called Privilege, an off-Broadway thing, and I was terrified at first. And you did see that.
So I see everything you do, buddy.
You're my theater hoe.
Wait, you guys are friends, huh?
Yeah.
I'm starting to get that impression.
We went to Astro Burger drunk one night in Hollywood.
How did that original play that you
You
did?
wrote all my Pam Anderson roast jokes, remember?
I did. I came up with those.
We were so wasted. You wrote the whole thing in
Just
5
stepped
minutes.
on.
Yeah.
My
Sorry.
good. I was going to goof on him a little bit.
Go ahead.
What happened again?
No, now the time has passed.
No.
Come up with one of your ace questions.
Did you know what I was going to?
Where was it yesterday? He wants to know.
This is amazing. Look at that. 2 people at the same time. You're really coming into your own, Anthony.
I conducted a fine interview yesterday.
They just turned you into Ed McMahon yesterday. That's what happened. They waited for the appropriate time for you to speak.
He's just happy that we're all paying attention to him today.
This
We're
is
all
so
looking
great.
at Jeff.
It's all about Jeff.
This is my.
And he's killing.
I'm in my glory.
Stress
I'm in my
Factory
glory.
tomorrow night. Jeff Ross. There you go.
Sit in the front. I'll make fun of you too.
I'll complain about your life.
All right, we got to take a break. We got Bob Saget, Drowsy Chaperone on. What was I going to say? But it's in one theater. I was going to say theaters.
Right.
That would be impossible unless they
It
close
is
it.
playing at. It's on the road with a guy named Jonathan Crombie in Philly.
But the Marquee Theater here in Manhattan.
Yeah, that's an
Okay.
amazing space.
And you can't walk around Manhattan without seeing advertising for it, which is good for
Beautiful
you.
theater,
Congrats.
too.
Is it?
It's the second biggest in third biggest in the city. I guess Wicked is in the biggest, and then Radio City.
But
have you seen that? The Rockettes?
Could you give me
Seen that?
Wicked tickets?
Stink.
I might be.
The Rockettes.
Will you come see my show first, though?
Yeah, really? Look at him. He's asking for tickets
I
to
really
another
want Wicked,
show.
Bob. I know we're here to promote the
Opie
drama.
is being a bastard.
Let's wheel and deal.
all right.
I need Wicked tickets.
All right, I can help you out. When you coming to me? When are you going to see Drowsy, though?
Well, when you hand me the Wicked tickets with the Drowsy Chaperone tickets.
Do you have the tickets? All right. Give me Wicked. I'll go see your
Wait,
Drowsy.
what nights a week do you do it?
I do it every day, but Monday. We have a Tuesday night, and then Wednesday matinee, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yeah, just go to drowsychaperone.com for all the for all the show dates. All right, we got to take a quick break. Jeff Ross at Stress Factory tomorrow night.
Thank you, buddy.
And we still have Club Soda Kenny singing the German version of 99 Red Balloons. It's awful. It's got to be played before we get out of here today. Opie and Anthony.
Broadcast program. Saturday Night Virus. Black Phillip returns to the Saturday Night Virus. This Saturday from 9 to midnight on XM202, The Virus.
When you need to know something, call Opie and Anthony.
Call 866-WOW-1-WOW. That's 866-WOW-1-WOW.
They will give it to you like it is.
Cell phone and PDA users send your message to feedback at opieandanthony.com.
Everything is happening now. Opie and Anthony has it for you.
Radio Shock Jock. Opie and Anthony.
You're checking out the Opie and Anthony Show. Busy day. We got Jeffrey Ross playing the Stress Factory in New Brunswick, New Jersey tomorrow night. And we got Bob Saget on Broadway, The Drowsy Chaperone.
Yeah.
At the
hell
Marquee
yeah.
Theater here in Manhattan.
Are you there all the way through the new year?
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I was gonna go to like February 2nd, but because we had the strike, I think I'm gonna extend a couple weeks because I just love doing it. It's an amazing thing. You want to come see it?
I can't New Year's Eve. I'll be in Long Island at the
Where?
North Fork Theater.
No, you.
That's a great place.
Yeah, it's old Westbury Music Fair. That's New Year's Eve, but I mean,
Right, New Year's Eve's a great place to go to North Fork, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in the round, isn't it? No,
Not when I do it. No, curtain it off.
I told the in the round
Thanks for
story with
pointing that
you.
out.
Right.
Bob Saget did that same theater, and I went to see it, and he was making fun of this older lady in the front row. And then he wanted to do a callback to the old lady, but because he was slowly spinning, he was pointing at some dude like, "Where the hell did she go?"
The microwave popcorn.
Yeah, and she's now behind you, but to you, it looks like the audience isn't.
I thought she turned into a man.
Right.
I wanted her either way.
You start pointing, and then you would look just very. Where is she?
Well, yeah, that's what happens when you've had like a hit show and stuff. You do the theater in the round, but when you're languishing in mediocrity, they curtain it off and you do half the theater, which I kind of like better.
I think you'll be surprised New Year's Eve. You're Jim Norton. I think it's going to be pretty packed. That's my guess.
You guys should have seen Jim at the Gene Simmons roast.
Yeah,
Jeff got me that, by the way. I love Ross. He called me. He goes, "We're roasting Gene Simmons. You got to come." And
that's
we did,
cool.
It was dude. It was one of my idols. It was amazing to roast.
You and me both. You were the last. You know, when they came back, you and I drove down to Philly, and I was like, I'm not doing this without Jim Norton. You had the greatest joke ever. There's like. The dais is like all Kiss fans who are not necessarily the best looking people in the world. It's like Carrot Top and Danny Bonaducci and Andrew Dice Clay and me and you and Lampanelli and Jim Norton goes, "Look at this place. It looks like the
lineup.
The lineup for
it looked like a lineup.
The
of
villains from
Dick Tracy villains. Yeah.
Squash head.
I said, "Look at this. It's like the cast of VH1's The Worst Week Ever."
Yeah, it was good, man. It was really nerve-wracking though, man. Steve-O was on the dais and supposed to do something, and I didn't know he was behaving as badly as he was. But they literally had to remove him.
But you saw him at rehearsal, smoking pot on stage. He took his nutsack out, on the red carpet. We stapled it to the seat just so he would sit still.
He exposed himself.
But he kept jumping up during the other roasters and like pulling his junk out.
Yep.
And finally, we just we got to take this guy out of here. He's not part of the team.
He actually, honestly, did this. He and I didn't know this till after. Let's just say we have to phrase this carefully. He used an empty water bottle, stood up, and filled it on the dais.
Wow.
In front of an audience.
Oh, wow.
And I went over after the show to talk to Paul Rodriguez. who I didn't know, and I saw the closed bottle under like one of the seats. He left it on the dais.
But what do you expect him to do, though?
But I mean, not that bad.
No, I know, but that's
Well, at least
Steve-O's
he
thing.
didn't poo in a thermos.
Steve-O was
He's
there.
an animal. Hot
He had-
lunch.
He had prepared material. He came to rehearsal. He wanted to show a different side of himself.
Okay.
He wants to do comedy. We all have the same agent. I was supportive of it. I pushed for him because I was the roast master, and then he just mucked it up.
Can I ask a question? Where was this story yesterday morning on the show?
Yeah, really.
I mean, I would have liked
We
to
were
have
waiting
heard
for
this.
you to bring it to life.
We could have learned a lot yesterday.
By the way, a Bob Saget roast would be the highest rated show in history.
Yeah.
That would be 1 versus 100. That would be great.
My father would come back from the grave to trash me. That's a nice thing to say. Isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
I love
having
my
fun,
dad. He
and
would.
now you had to bring that up again.
He's a good guy.
Awkward.
What do
Yeah,
you
we're
mean?
all
Walk
kind of
away.
uncomfortable.
Awkward for everybody.
Deceased. Your own. Stop. He was a funny woman. Let me tell you that.
Has Gene Simmons ever been on this show?
Oh, many times.
Oh, yeah.
He has the worst personality.
Just hawking things. That's all he does.
He likes the ladies. He's a very flirtatious man.
Yeah, and he talks to guys, like regular guys, like they should be living his lifestyle.
Right.
And meanwhile, he's Gene Simmons from Kiss. He got the money, the fame, a rock star thing. And then he's talking to, like, deli clerks saying, you should have as many girlfriends as you need, and, you shouldn't be bowed down to one woman. Why would you do that to yourself? And it's like, no, but I'm a working Joe.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't have $8 billion. And
He's got a family and everything, though.
Because he's a rock star. It's like, gee, do you think that you'd have this if you were just a he's wearing Darth Vader's helmet. That thing on his head is silly.
He's very
walk.
He's very disappointing when you meet him.
That's what I said.
Because he markets the hell out of himself in Kiss, which God bless him, but it's like boring.
I said, Gene.
And
when
we've
I was
called him out on this, by the way. We're not talking behind his back like we did you yesterday, Jeff. No.
Then there's Paul Stanley. He's a cool guy.
Oh,
yeah. We like Paul.
You also had a great joke about Paul Stanley.
Yeah,
he said he broke his hip falling out of the closet.
Yeah. But Gene, while I said it, because Gene was liked, and Gene looked at me and he goes, "It's not true." And I'm like, "I know. I'm just."
I know he doesn't like the gay jokes about Paul.
Of course
They're
not.
not true, and but it
Paul's
is
a
pretty.
kid.
He does sound hilarious. It is
Yeah.
hilarious. I said, Gene Simmons, what a life! 98 million records, 4,300 women, 2 friends.
I have to tell a quick Jeff Ross story.
Sure.
The night before I opened here on the Broadway, Jeff and I and Jamie Kennedy, we did University of Maryland in the field house, Cole Field House. It was 5,000 people. So Jeff complained for a half hour, and then Jamie went on, and did his set, and then I did an hour. And then, so backstage, you got your green room stuff, and you have your stuff, your agent, and Jeff and I actually have the same agent, the fabulous Heidi Feigen. We love her. And William Morris. So, and Jamie's got his people, and you have your table, your accoutrements. Jamie's got Subway sandwiches made of vegetables. He's got all kinds of, like, cute little Nutri-Grain bars, and a coffee thing, and tea, and other candies that he likes, and Milk Duds, all these weird, wonderful things for, I don't know, maybe he lures people back and gives it to them. He doesn't eat them. And then in soup, he's got like soup. He's on the thing. I've got like a bunch of stuff. I like my little whatever. I don't know, salads or whatever.
Sure.
Fruity stuff.
You
that
and
looks
your
like
girlfriend, you had plenty of food and refreshments.
Right. You look at Jeff's table. I'm not kidding you. A round plate with chopped up vegetables on it. It just like a 6-inch pie pan
from 7-Eleven.
Garbage, just garbage. The table, we took pictures of it. It was
They treated me
pathetic.
like a rabbit.
He was sitting there alone. I said, "Put it in your rider." He doesn't know what, and he's complaining about it. Of course. Can't believe-
Sure.
Look at your table. Look what I got. I got nothing. You didn't
I'm new
shit,
at this. I'm a behind the scenes
We've
guy.
been doing this for 20 years.
But I'm not,
New at this. I never ordered vegetables before.
I've been on the road lately. I'm learning from you, buddy.
You're a powerful comedian.
Got the table full of goodies,
I learned my
like
lesson
everyone
this
else.
week.
My rider, I have certain things I might need, like Alka-Seltzer. I don't have anything crazy on it, though. Kenny, do I?
No.
You have Imodium
You're
on there?
crazy enough to on your own.
Alka-Seltzer is a little crazy.
Not if you feel nauseous.
I need
before a show.
Alka-Seltzer.
No, you might get nauseous before a show. Sometimes you eat something, you got to settle your stomach right before you go on. That's the only way to do it.
I've taken Imodium before I go on because I was just,
Oh, yeah.
Is it in your rider, or do you
It's
just
in my
personally
guts.
have it
comes
with
out.
you?
It goes through my stomach and out my colon. What do you mean? I guess it's a rider for what comes out. It's kind of a sleigh ride.
I remember in Guantanamo Bay, we were about to go on, me and Jim Norton, and he's about to go on, the warm-up act is on, and Jim is demanding to be driven back to the barracks to get an Alka-Seltzer. It was like
Was I really?
40-minute drive back across Guantanamo Bay.
Oh,
I guess my stomach was
on
gurgling.
taxpayers' money.
This guy's being tortured like 200 yards away. You need an Alka-Seltzer.
Yeah, this guy's in real pain. Jim, oh, my tummy hurts.
Yeah.
Some guy getting a truncheon to the bottom of his feet.
Are you filming all this? Do you have footage of him?
I did shoot it. Yeah, I do have it.
Because you're a documentary filmmaker.
Yes.
More people don't ask you about that.
Yeah.
No, not enough questions about your documentary.
I think my documentary is better than his.
Wow.
I love this side of Bob Saget. He knows how to poke.
He knows.
I'm
me
very
too.
impressed. I like this, Bob.
Well, I like
More poking.
The Jew comedian is very easy to prod.
Yeah. Hey, you're not a fan of TMZ, you were telling me?
Well, they came up to me, which is all good. I don't really, if people want to film you, it means they give a crap,
Right.
So people complain, and when people complain, sometimes you don't know where it's coming from. Am I right, Jeff?
That's right.
Bob, when you walk out of a restaurant or a club or something, you're happy when you see people there to shoot you, right?
Right.
I don't
At
understand the
TMZ,
celebrities that are like, oh, God, leave me alone.
I don't either. When Britney did her MTV extravaganza and her lip sync, loop sync, and then I come out and TMZ was standing there, and he goes, "Hey, what do you think of Britney?" And I was out of the Ivy in L.A., that fabulous meatloaf restaurant, and they go, "What do you think of her?" I said, "I don't really talk about people," and he goes, "Oh, so really? So what about the Olsen twins?" I'm like, "Hey, dude, how's your mother?" I'm looking into the camera, and he goes, "What? Wait," I said, "How's your grandmother? How's she doing? She doesn't call me. I don't hear from her." And then my car pulls up. He goes, "Where'd you get that with Full House money?" I said, "Yeah," and I took the grandmother for a spin. I'm just like zooming on his mom and his grandma.
Bob Saget
didn't end up on a TMZ.
You're very protective of the Olsen twins.
I love them.
I noticed that about you.
Have
you read about their dating habits? And
I was actually, it was in the thing. I was out when supposedly all that dating stuff. I was there, but I'm not.
Anthony Hopkins, right? Wasn't it Anthony Hopkins?
Well, no. Mary-Kate did a movie with Anthony Hopkins, so they have a kiss scene in it. But,
wow.
No, not Anthony Hopkins. Ben Kingsley. I'm sorry.
Ben Kingsley.
I have a love scene with
Yeah.
Anthony Hopkins.
You get to kiss.
Hannibal Lecter's me in the lower area.
And they were claiming they were actually dating.
I don't know about that. Yeah. That I actually do not know. But that's the other thing. I'm protected because I don't really know that stuff. But I'll go out and see them. They came to my show already.
Hey, could you get them in here? If we were very we promised to be nice. You could be here. Seriously.
I don't.
We'd be nice.
I can ask them.
They would be very nice to them.
I will ask them.
They do love you. I've seen them around you.
I love them.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they're like they were 9 months old, and
now they're billionaires.
That is interesting.
You want to come in that day,
Do you
Jeff?
think they might have more money than you?
I was just going to ask that, dude. Actually, honest to God,
What?
do you think they have more cash than you do?
I would.
Way more.
I would. I didn't sell.
No, I'm
those
serious.
boxes.
Way more.
They're an industry.
They're legendary.
But I wouldn't compare my money to anyone's but Jeff right now.
But no, why? They have other stuff besides the dolls?
You didn't make little detective movies.
I did, but I only made one, and I did it. I just showed it to my
you
friends.
Couldn't solve the case.
I was in a raincoat and I had a
Jimmy,
lunchbox
Bob,
with my face
Bob
on
said it. They're an industry.
They're an industry, and you know what? It happened.
They have a clothing line. They got everything,
and they're good at it. They're very, very smart girls. I love them a lot. I've been actually talking to all of the Full House cast members. We've been emailing each other. I don't think the Bradys email each other.
Yeah,
of course
except
not.
Please stay away.
Unless it's how much does he weigh today? That was the last email they sent.
It is kind of crazy.
That's not good.
Obviously, when you see
Where should
Saget
I
on
send the
Broadway,
wreath?
Wow. What was that? I missed the last one.
Just
Anthony
awful.
said, where should I send the wreath?
Oh,
Just
the story.
Yeah.
That's not good.
There was another story
You
going
can't
on there.
finish any of these things. You can't start these subjects.
Hey, Tom wants to say hi to you, Bob.
Cool.
Tom from White Plains. Tom.
Hey, hello.
I noticed Jeffrey was in the middle of a story and was just cut off
really?
dead.
Jeff, what were you
Hold
saying?
on.
I'm noticing
We
now
don't want to do
today.
this 2 days in a row. What?
I'm noticing now today.
I was
I'm
just
very
talking about-
attentive to you.
Tom will get to you in a second.
It's not important, but the point I was making was that you see Bob Saget in Broadway. It's one thing. You see him on the TV shows. It's another thing. It's a pretty amazing difference. You see him at a college or live on stage with college kids wearing Full House and Danny Tanner T-shirts, 5,000 people screaming. It's something that you'll never see an equivalent in show business.
I did it with these guys. These guys helped me do it with their Opie and Anthony tour. The Paris tour.
That was great.
I sowed new seeds in eggs. Girls lift their shirts, men lift their shirts, show me their boobs.
People really show up to your shows though with Full House shirts.
Yeah, me and a bouffant hairdo. On their shirt.
That was a good one.
Just vomit.
Do they know you're dirty though? Honestly.
Yeah.
Now they probably do.
It's starting to get out there, right?
Yeah, it's out. So they come and bring their children.
By the way, congrats on Farce of the Penguins.
Thank you. It's doing like crazy amazing.
It's a mockery of
Jeff
March
did
of
a
the Penguins.
thing in it.
Well, are you in that, Jeff?
Yeah, I'm in it for a couple
It's
minutes.
hilarious, man.
It's
very funny.
Thank you. It's on
It's
on
a good-
iTunes now.
It's a good stoner film.
Thank you, because I was not stoned when I made it, because you can't really be stoned when you make this crap. But Sam Jackson narrated it, and I should have had
you get to hang
guys
out with
in
him?
it. Yeah,
I would love to have
directed
been
the
in it.
thing.
I
know
do
I
good
screwed
voices.
up. You're hilarious. I screwed up. I'll do it next time.
Do a voice.
That's hilarious. It sounds like a penguin. I
That's
really
it.
screwed. Do it again. I love it.
All right, let's go back to Tom in White Plains. This is Tom from Is Tom Alive, by the way.
Oh, get out of here.
I thought you were dead, Tom.
No, I wasn't feeling too well Friday. But besides that, the Philly show, I met you, Bob, and it was really nice meeting you.
You too.
I'm a big fan of yours. And Jimmy,
hold on, Tom. I'm watching Austin Powers. Oh, no, wait, that's Liza Minnelli. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
Don't tell me she's singing New York,
That
New York
stupid
again.
fat Botox face. Can you stop with Botox? Just look old.
I thought it was Ken Burns.
She does look like Ken Burns.
Got the hair.
She's singing Old York, Old York.
A Yorkie just dropped out of her pants leg.
How old is she?
105 in the freeway. She's gonna set it back.
She looks terrible.
She
She
looks
looks
like-
like David. Like
She looks
what's her
like Vincent Minnelli.
What was her ex-husband's name?
David Gass.
It was David
Dad,
Gass.
that's
yeah.
so mean. We should stop this.
No, he shouldn't. She should just age gracefully instead of having her face blown up with air. She looks horrible.
Drink like your mother.
She looks like Mario
Drop dead.
Cantone.
By the way,
Jesus, enough already.
Jesus, Anthony.
by the way,
that was the meanest of all the things that were said. I feel
was
better.
trying to top it.
It was truthful.
And just end with pure evil.
That
and
was the bit closer.
yes.
There's no place like home.
By the way, Tom, if you can't figure it out, no one really cares that you
No,
called
go ahead,
us out.
Tom. I apologize. I
I'm
didn't
sorry,
mean to walk
Tom.
on a... Go ahead. I apologize, Tom. No disrespect.
we just used up like 30% of his life.
Yeah. What's up, Tom?
Yeah, I just want to say hi to the Bob, Jeff, and Jimmy. I got a great picture of you and myself.
It can be a great picture if you're in it.
Do a slow pan over it.
I remember meeting you, and I got SARS that night when I shook your hand.
Oh, God. Are you crazy?
Is that mean?
The guy's got 6 months to a year
No,
left.
that's not true.
Oh, yeah. He's
no.
He's pretty much done.
No.
We call,
okay.
we get a
Tom,
call from him every
Tom,
week to
I
see if
didn't
he's
know.
still alive.
Tom, I didn't know. Tom,
Don't worry about it. Don't worry.
don't worry about it. I just said that I shook your hand and got something. I feel terrible.
You
didn't.
should.
When
You probably really did.
You're not catchable, are you?
Wow, why is Bob on TV and here? That's kind of
Hey,
creepy.
that is creepy.
Wait, we're watching Bob promote Drowsy Chaperone on
Look
TV.
at you on
Bob, Look
TV.
how nice you look.
Yeah, I know what happened. They cleaned me up so the daughters trust me.
Who'd you
at
bring
that.
with you, Bob? Bob, who'd you bring with you? You didn't introduce your friend.
Oh, that's my buddy, Mikey.
He seems bored.
What does Mikey do?
Mikey, all right?
He does. We
Looks like the
tool
guy
around.
that beat up Linderman in My Bodyguard.
No, that's not
Nothing
possible.
on that one?
No, it's
All right.
Oh, damn it.
that was conflicting that I was
Oh,
on
yeah,
television
okay.
just now.
Moody's
That was a little
bike.
odd.
Moody's bike.
All right. Hey, we got
Tom, are you still alive?
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Is there a chance that you can pull through this, buddy?
No.
Not right now.
I'd like to believe in the positive that you are going to make it
He's
through
definitely
this. So
gonna
that you're
die.
going to have we're all definitely going to die.
You want to give him a lung? That would help.
I'd give you a lung. Can you do with an animal's lung? Like a sheep or a lamb or a goat? A goat's lung. That's good.
All right.
Oh, I feel so bad right now.
But not bad enough to not promote the Drowsy Chaperone.
Yeah.
What's the theater on Broadway?
It's the Marquee Theater at the Marriott Marquis at Broadway and 45th.
Great
show,
Bob Saget,
great
of
show.
course. Go out and support that here in New York for the holidays.
Thank you,
And
Jeff.
Ross.
Thank you, Jim.
Tomorrow night at the Stress Factory in New Jersey.
This weekend at the Improv in Irvine.
Well, Stress Factory in Jersey, you have a better because this is his first Jersey show in 10 years. So go out and see him, and then Improv in Irvine if you're in California.
Thank you, brother.
Or if you want to go to both if you're a big Jeff Ross fan. And my stupid New Year's Eve show at North Fork, we're not going to talk about until
No, it's going to be sold out.
It's irrelevant.
I think they should fill it. Go 360 with it. That's what I'm telling everybody listening. There's nobody funnier than Jim Norton.
Why would people on Pal Talk call Jeffrey Ross's show the drowsy audience? That is not true.
Come sit in the front and see what happens.
It's been venom.
All right, we got to get out of here.
Fat-faced little short Liza. Look at her.
Wow,
oh, how
she is
short
a
is she?
tiny little thing.
She's just a little thing.
Is Jeff on the show tomorrow? And
what show?
Jeff, that's your show. Is he on the show?
This was the Make Good.
Can I just
We're
say,
all good now.
this was so much fun. I'm so glad you pissed me off yesterday because today was so fun.
Liza's tiny.
All right.
With a big head.
You want to acknowledge that
She
Jeff
looks like
Ross
Eric
said
Carr.
something to me?
Yeah, of course. Jeff was
Blow him off at the very end.
No, I just can't stop looking at that fat face.
At that tiny little thing?
Little
All right.
tiny with a big, wide, fat, punchable face.
Hey, we're off to XM. Have a good day.
Yes.
Bob Saget,
See ya.
Jeff Ross,
Happy
thank you so
holidays.
much.
Thank
Happy
you.
holidays. Yeah.
Bye.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show on XM 202. The Virus.
Oh, you get the tan chair.
It's Opie and Anthony, Bob Saget, Jeff Ross, Jeffrey Ross.
Don't matter.
Trying to make sure everything. Okay, now we're set to broadcast. We walk in and Steve hands us all the Amy Fisher sex tape.
She's fucking sexy. in this tape.
Oh, it does open up. Okay. I was looking at the front cover, which Bob interestingly pointed out they put little stars over her nipples in the front cover. But then you turn over the case, and on the back is Amy Fisher sucking a giant cock, a big bent one, and then another big bent one inside her.
You thought that was a giant cock?
Well, it kind of looks, from the look of her sucking it. I guess I don't know how much is in her mouth.
I was trying to make I have a big cock joke, but
oh, it opens up.
But
I didn't know.
It fell flat.
She don't look too bad.
What is this exactly? She made it on purpose?
It looks like it. She's saying that someone got the tape, that old gag, but
no, it's got too much footage in it.
Yeah, just how
Too
it's
much
shot.
coverage.
It looks like they really thought this out ahead of time.
There's close-ups and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's put this on our DVD.
Oh, pop that right in and
Pop this in, man.
kick it over.
This is XM Satellite Radio.
Take a little
She's
look.
really sexy,
You
man.
want my copy?
Do you know what always disturbs me is the glossiness of the outside of these DVD cases. There's something that makes me feel like there's goo on it. That somebody spooged. It's made as a laminate. It's made to wipe off with a washcloth.
So you don't have
it really feels like someone already came on it.
your jizz hands.
That's what I'm
getting
thinking.
all over it.
Oh, this is obviously... she's posing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'm a little confused. It looks like they decided to make a sex tape and then make believe it was stolen or something.
Holy mackerel. She's really doing it here.
That is a holy mackerel.
Certainly is.
It's a red snapper.
Saget, you're in your element now.
Yeah, I feel very comfortable.
yeah.
She's the snatch of the day. Can we do a bunch of pussy fish metaphors? Yeah. Are we allowed?
You could just go right for
So
it.
she got her boobs done?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm going to stick my dick right in her bass.
I fucked her for the halibut. Nothing. Right? None of it matters.
A nice boob job Amy Fisher has here.
Yeah.
She actually looks good. I mean, she looks
very good.
We were quiet for a while, so we're looking
So
at
how old
it.
is she now?
Let's see. When
This is
did
15
that
years
happen?
ago, right? 92-ish?
92.
You want to invite her to your show
She
tomorrow?
was underage, so now she's about 30 or something?
She's probably about 30. I would guess 32. I'm going to go with 32 on the Amy Fisher.
At least she did something with her life.
Look at the old
funny that
Joey
her
Buttafuoco look-alike licking her snatch.
Yeah. Her last name has the word fish in it. Have you noticed?
Yes.
All right, why can't we get the DVD playing? That's why we're kind of sitting here waiting.
What's going on?
It's moving.
I've never seen such a beautiful studio, by the way. You guys have, it's gorgeous.
Yeah, they like to take care of us over here.
So the stuff doesn't work, but it looks great.
Yeah, as long as it looks good.
Mars, we got to...
I like the round table. You could never possibly ignore anyone in this room.
You're absolutely right, Jeff.
They'd have to be sitting in under the table for you not to see them. Ken Burns should do a documentary about this studio.
Well, they could do a slow pan, right?
Yeah.
Across the whole studio.
He actually shot that Amy Fisher video.
Ah, yes, it
Well,
says
it's got
Ken
a-
Burns.
It took him 15 years.
He gave the Ken Burns look to her pussy.
Well, anyway, this is fun.
It was a fish pan, Knish pan.
No, we're just waiting for the video to start, Jeff.
Anyone have an iPhone charger with them?
Boy, this is riveting.
iPhone charger.
The DVD doesn't work. Anyone have an iPhone charger?
My phone's about to die.
I don't
I
have
don't
the
want to
charger.
alarm everybody.
Your phone, it's
I had to replace
dying.
mine. I took it to the store, the Apple Store, 24 hours. I went there like 4 in the morning, drunk, and they replaced it.
Really? They're
Yeah.
open all night?
Yeah, and they're all drunk.
We were talking about how great Apple is. They just know how to do
Genius Bar.
business.
And it has the word bar in it, so I'll go there.
Yeah. Don't you feel like you should belly up to it and get a drink?
They should have booze in there.
Yeah.
I'm
Some kind of
serious.
elixir.
They play music.
Get all-
They have a DJ at like 11 at night. There's a guy that spins records. Seriously.
Just booze. That's all they need.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe
I
some
play with this thing
strippers.
all day long. It's replaced my dick.
Oh, boy.
Ah, the iPhone.
That's wonderful.
Oh,
They
no.
should have people blow you in the Apple
Ixnay.
Store.
Let me say. Who is that?
Just a guy.
All right. I won't worry about it. Boo, 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 boo. All right, where were we?
Mars, what
Let me
happened?
see.
You don't know?
I got to get a fun camera angle. I think camera 5.
What are we doing?
So I'm going to pick.
Oh, so they're playing the DVD.
you can't just hand us the Amy Fisher sex tape and then
expect us to
just do a regular radio show. We got to take a look at this.
But we're on the air now, correct?
Yeah.
So people,
believe it or
I just
not.
want to be clear on this. So people
Believe
are
it or
listening
not.
to the,
I don't think
a
that-
relaxed moment.
I don't think that's ever good when the host, or one of the guests have to ask, are we on
It's
the
like
air?
we're on the air. You're actually putting this over as a show.
I've been trying to do a lot of vagina fish, Amy Fisher, stuff.
Yeah.
And then the dead air cut me off.
Well, we have Joe Francis calling in today too, which is in the same theme.
Oh, wow.
of
He's
these-
in jail still, right?
Yeah.
He's calling from jail.
This is his one call. He calls here.
I guess so. I don't know how he's going to
Criminals
swing that.
love us. They love calling from jail. They love calling us from jail.
He's
for
got
some
all kinds
reason.
of allegations of abuse in jail. He's been abused by the guards.
All right, we got the Amy Fisher. Here we go.
All right, where?
Now push your ass in my face and let me tongue fuck you.
Get it out with my tongue before you wash it.
Not her.
That's from Wicked.
That's not.
What?
That's not
Let me
her.
tongue fuck you, baby. Roll over, damn it.
Not on your life, baby. You left out the best part. Put your tongue up my asshole and start licking.
This is the audio porno. This
Is
is
this
stuff
the
that
8-track?
used to come out,
Yeah.
in the 70s.
Danny's cutting up a whole new version, but this is like the greatest hits.
You would buy it on an 8-track, and then I guess in your big console at home or in the car, you'd pop this in and listen to porno. There's no visual here, and they're acting, and it's so bad. The woman's like, "Let me see your cock." She's just horrid. Bad acting.
Canterbury Tales porn.
Yeah.
Bite me, fuck me, baby. Fuck me. Bite me and fuck me. Put your hands under my ass and shove your cock up into my belly. Oh, baby, you big baby.
Drowsy chaperone at the theater.
That's just like, what the fuck is that?
Is Bob allowed to be here?
Probably not. I'm in a family show, right?
Probably should get the fuck
It
out.
sounded like a family. It sounded like a mother and her son.
Hey, baby, this is heaven, lover. Oh, you sure as hell are a born coxman. Oh, we love it this way. Oh,
A born coxman.
What do you think?
I think the
People would
bleachers
get
aren't
off.
full for a reason.
Yeah, people get off on this.
They don't. You can't. That's such bad acting, though.
It is so bad.
I disagree. I think it's hot.
There is
do?
nothing
Yeah, it's good. It's
hot
believable
about it.
dialogue.
The dialogu's believable, but the acting is
such
over
a
the top.
douchebag.
You're a born coxman.
Coxman.
That's the inflection I like to hear him.
It's like a woodsman.
cow, you fucking whore.
I like that.
That's good. That's
That
a
was
nice
Jane
greeting.
Drysdale from the Beverly Hillbillies. Jethro, you fucking whore.
Drysdale.
Well, yes, your story made me a little horny, you know. But I got a hard one.
Yes, doctor. You know,
The hack psych voice.
That is
Yeah, he is the psychiatrist.
He's probably the producer of this whole thing.
Yeah.
And he's all like, well, let me see. Does you have a problem with it? What? It's a cartoon.
Oh, God. Oh, God, I feel that pick of yours all the way up. Oh, baby, I think it's coming up my asshole. Pump harder, I think I'm coming.
She thinks it's. How did she not know where it is?
Yeah, if you think it's coming out your asshole, it's not.
Maybe she's not sure which hole is which.
She's
Kinda like-
sucking a dick on the cover of this
Let
thing.
go of my ears.
Fuck you, cunt. I'm gonna come down your throat.
And why is she talking? If he's holding her ear.
Yeah, fuck you, cunt.
Hey.
She's a
And
ventriloquist.
you better damn well swallow it, see?
I love his sexy way of putting it. Fuck you, cunt.
Fuck you, cunt, see?
Suck my cock, see?
Meh. The frog.
Danny's working on a new episode. This is just like quick clips. This is my favorite one, I think, out of all the greatest hits here.
What the hell is going on? I'm coming, you dumb bitch.
Well, dum-dum.
Well.
Most indubitably. Those two Warner Brothers chipmunks.
Yeah.
After you. No, after you. I'll come first.
Or the other guy. Well, Mr. McGillicuddy.
It was all supposed to be the Great Gildersleeve, the Jack Benny's guy.
Yeah.
You again. Yeah. Well.
He was on the Flintstones all the time.
Yeah, but it was taken from the Jack Benny show.
Yeah.
It was like, there was one thing on there once where he went, do you remember the Jack Benny show?
No.
It was,
Yeah.
you do, right?
No.
Oh,
I know
he goes, This is Jack. I don't do a good impression. He goes, "This is a one-way ticket. I asked for a round trip." He goes, "You can't blame me for trying." He wants him out of town so bad.
It's always so nasty.
Will.
I remember when they used the voice on the Flintstones. Fred brought back the bowling ball, and he goes, "Well, yeah, my fingers don't fit in it." He goes, "Perhaps if you'd washed them." It's always just an obnoxious,
over the top, officious. So funny.
You can't blame me for trying.
It's great. All that stuff on the Jack Benny show, all of the lines were the jokes, and he was just setting them up and reacting.
He was the setup, you mean?
Yeah.
That's
it was just so good. And Rochester, it was all, he gave them all the jokes. Jeff, you saw that stuff, right?
I've seen clips.
Documentaries,
really
I think, were made.
I saw a documentary about it.
Have you ever filmed yourself having sex with someone, Jeff?
Parts of me and all of them, but not my, like, you don't see me, like, walking out of a bathtub like this.
But you're saying you've done, like,
I love videotaping girls and taking pictures. It's so fun.
With their knowledge or no?
Of course.
Oh, no, boo.
No, I would never. I would never do it the other way.
What are you, a rookie?
Hidden camera?
I made a Viewmaster once out of a girl.
Remember Viewmaster? How cool they were?
3D?
Yeah.
Yeah, where, like, they would have, what kind of scenes did they have in Viewmaster? Because I can remember looking at them.
Disney stuff.
No, they had
Scooby-Doo.
some Superman, superhero ones.
Yeah.
They were fucking cool.
And it was 3D.
I guess we're not going to see the Amy Fisher.
I have a tape of Bob Saget and Joanne Worley.
No, the VCR, the DVD player is being brought in.
Yeah, we're working on it. All right, we're working on it. It's cool. He's pretending it's laughing, and he's sticking his face in her box.
Yeah. Here's another clip from the best of the 8-track
Very
porn
clever.
so far.
Gee, my lollipop is all gone. Would you like something else to suck on, I mean? Oh, sure. Do you have another lollipop, Doctor?
Well, not a lollipop, but I got a. It's in the. This is all right.
At least the doctor is believable.
Yes.
My favorite part is probably, well, the session is over.
Yeah. Well.
She's like, do you have a lollipop? He's like, well, I have, and he just can't think of it.
Right.
Amy Fisher caught on tape. So someone broke into her house, set up lights.
Shoved a cock in her mouth.
Brought in a whole film crew.
And she's like,
Her and Buttafuoco should have made a fuck tape. That would have sold a lot.
Yeah.
That would have been massive.
So you liked it, did you, huh? Oh. Baby, you're a real fucking prick hound.
Prick what?
Prick hound?
Prick hound. He's going to bury his dick when they're done.
Yeah.
Wait, first, let me stick my tongue up your pussy so I can remember the taste.
He's got good recall.
Remember the taste.
I can remember the taste of a pussy in a second.
I remember it was 68. I was in Da Nang.
You haven't watched this pussy since 1974.
He remembers every pussy.
You want to smell a pussy, you rub your tie against it, then you just keep wafting it up to your nose for the rest of the day.
Tie?
Yeah.
What the hell are you, Darren Stevens?
Oh, honey, she was right. It's beautiful.
Stop talking and start sucking.
Oh, poor guy. If only he'd done that line better. Stop talking, start sucking.
And start sucking.
Was that a clip from March of the Penguin? Farce of the Penguin?
Rachel, you've come back.
This one is pretty brutal. But...
Exit stage left even.
So it's just horrible.
Snaggle puss.
Where's the new one? Danny's working on it.
Oh.
He's cutting it up.
But he finally admitted that you had fucked and sucked him earlier during his lunch break. Now I'm sitting here with a banana up my hungry cunt.
I remember I went to a theater with two guys I was on the road with, Jeff DeHart and Fred Raker on the Comedy Store College Tour, and we were in Pittsburgh, and we got a bottle of booze under a bridge and went to a porn theater. And this is 25 years ago. Walked in, there's 4 people in the theater and us, and they're in raincoats whacking it, and we're just sitting there, and they have the coming attractions that I had never seen. I had never been in a movie theater to watch porno. I don't even think there was a VHS. I don't know what the fuck it was a million years ago. And they start the thing, and the guy goes, "You've never seen such great acting. You've never seen so many beautiful people. You've never seen so much fucking and sucking." It was like the perfect announcer moment, and this woman was like rubbing a cock all over her face in a circular motion. And I remember my friend Fred was like, "Oh my God, I got to get out of here. But we watched the feature.
Of course. What's wrong with Fred?
Can we find old?
No, he's a good guy.
We gotta find those.
He's a downer.
He's a decent human
We
being.
gotta find the old porn trailers. We got it.
Yeah, those are great.
Let's see if RedTube or YouTube or one of those have.
I've only been in
have
a
those.
couple of live theaters. It was just too creepy.
I was in one in Bayshore.
The
Yeah,
internet
old
changed all
Bayshore,
that.
I just went to cheer
totally.
my friends on, because they were working. Mom, are you done?
Also, DVDs, VHS tapes.
Yep.
Kind of ended that. Why are you going to go there when you can pop a tape in?
It's crazy.
Jacket.
It sounds
pop
creepy.
it back out.
It sounds creepy to say you were in a theater, but we did the same thing in high school. Drank a few beers and piled into.
You'd always go with a
Because that was
bunch
the
of
only way-
friends or
that's the only way you
something.
could see porn back then.
Yep.
The guys that went alone were really creepy. But if you go with a bunch of your friends, you were just laughing at everything.
Why the
anyways.
raincoat though? Why does it have to be a raincoat?
Yeah, because it's easy access, I
Long.
guess.
Probably cut a hole in the
creepy.
pocket.
So Giuliani gets credit for cleaning up Times Square, but it also was a factor of the times.
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, people
You got it wrong.
VHS.
You're not going to give me a blowjob. I'm going to fuck you in the mouth.
There's a difference, you
Semantics.
Oh, deal or no deal?
Oh, damn, lover, I'm coming.
Okay, that's it, pussy. Get the cloth and wash me off. I got to get going.
Dice.
Sounded like Imus.
Get the cloth.
Get the claw.
The claw.
You're done. Get him up.
All right, one more.
Don't worry, I'll be around again sniffing your pussy. Next time I'll eat your asshole out until your nose bleeds. Now you've got me wondering what it would be like to whack my dick off in a bitch's face.
Alice
Oh, Samantha.
It sounds like Barry Katz, actually.
I'm
like
gonna
an excited Barry Katz.
lick your pussy. Tell your nose, please.
One more, real fast.
Or are you going to ask Scott?
What about the cheeks of my ass? Yeah. Hey, honey. Oh, that's great. Now lick my sweaty balls.
I could listen to that more.
Oh, I know. It's just such a great romantic tape.
All right, we're going to get
I'm confused. I thought Drowsy Chaperone was a musical.
That is not from the Drowsy Chaperone.
Listen, we got lots going on. We'll have brand new audio, brand new 8-track porn audio. But first, we got to say hi to Joe Francis. He's in the joint from Girls Gone Wild. Joe!
Yo!
There he is.
The founder of Girls Gone Wild. What's up, buddy?
What's up, guys? I got my attorney Dave Houston on the phone with us, too.
Just in case. You always got to keep the attorney there. Now, I've been reading about some allegations being made of abuse in jail. Can you talk about that?
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, first of all, I'm calling you from jail. I've been in jail for 8 months.
8 months?
And that's not because I'm convicted of a crime, but because I've been denied bail by a small little Florida town who is intent on getting even with me.
Wow. Denied bail. There are people that kill people, and they get to go out on bail.
Let's put it this way. In the same jail in Florida where I was held in Panama City, where I was denied bail, this guy, Herman Harmon, who was one cell over for me because they decided that I should be housed with the murderers, he shot a guy in the head with a .38. He was facing the death penalty. He escaped from the cell. He took a guard hostage. He escaped from the jail. And then the next day they gave him an $85,000 bail and he got out.
Why does someone have such a hard-on for you that they want to they're just obviously trying to ruin you? Why?
I mean, you know, they claim to be zealots.
This call is subject to monitoring and recording.
There's a little gem there.
It's from
but
our
they claim
side.
to be zealots, and, you know, it's definitely not a moral town. Panama City, Florida is not a moral... I mean, there's 9 strip clubs and 25 adult sex shops
Nice.
in a town of 7,000 people. So, you know, they've claimed to have taken a moral stance against me and Girls Gone Wild, but it really started in 2003 when I sued these guys. When they told me I couldn't come film Girls Gone Wild on spring break, and I sued, you know, the mayor, I sued the sheriff, I sued the police, chief of police. and
yeah,
sued
that
the
might
city,
have
and
done it. That might have done it.
But here's the worst part is I won. And I sued him in federal court in Tallahassee, and I said, I'm coming anyways. Now, 2 weeks after I was successful and I beat these guys, they charged me with 71 felonies, totaling 335 years in prison. And, I mean, I've had a traffic ticket. That's my run-in with the law my entire life.
Wow.
And then they seized my plane. They sent out a press release saying a quantity of cocaine had been found aboard Joe Francis's plane. This was in 2003. All total BS. Total made up, fabricated. That's since come out. It came out, later. I got the plane back.
Oh, you did? Okay.
And they admitted lying. The police officer, this guy, Richard Bagwell, said, I made it up.
Wow.
And, nothing happened to him. Now I'm in a lawsuit. They've been in a lawsuit with the sheriff's department for 4 years now. And made up the charges against me, admitted lying. Okay, so they dropped 67 of the 71 felonies. Still cost me about $20 million in legal fees, to fight these guys.
Well, you sold a lot of tapes and DVDs.
But this is, it's like, now I'm sitting in jail, and you know how I got here?
How?
Same town, same people. The judge put me in jail on a civil lawsuit. The judge told me to settle or go to jail. Now, this doesn't happen. This is the United States. I wanted to go to trial, and I said I had the right to trial. He told me to shut up, and he said that I no longer have the right to trial. He took that away from me, and the guy who was representing the people suing me was his ex-law partner and the guy's best friend for 35 years, and the guy who gave the speech when the judge got confirmed. This is just a mess. And I've been in jail for 8 months, guys, without bail, because this guy put me in jail from a civil lawsuit.
Didn't at one point, though, you actually made a deal to settle and cop a plea, and then at the last minute you decided not to?
No, we never, guys. I was in a and that's a really good question because it needs to be clarified. I was in a mediation, a confidential mediation at the Marriott Hotel with lawyers, a court-ordered mediation. I had to be there. I mediated with these guys for 5 days, and they wanted $70 million, and they wouldn't come off that number.
This call is subject to monitoring and recording.
Why am I going to pay money when I know I'm going to win a trial? I told the lawyers I was going to bury them, okay? And then they went back to the judge, and they said, well, he's threatening violence. He told us that he's going to bury us.
Oh, brother.
It's just ridiculous. It was a confidential mediation. They never should have taken anything out of that. And they involved the judge into it. And guys, I've been in jail since April because of this.
What exactly do they say they're holding you on? Are they contempt?
Okay. And there's another great question, because there is still no legal basis for putting me in jail for not settling a civil lawsuit. The judge has still not given a legal basis for it, period, to this day. Now, the reason why they're holding me is upon entering the jail, when I surrendered to an illegal order, I had my own prescription cholesterol pills and Lunesta, which is a non-narcotic sleep aid, which I lawfully possessed, and cash. They, meaning the same officer who charged me with 71 felonies 4 years before, charged me walking into the jail with 2 felony introduction of contraband to a detention facility charges, and refused the judge to give me a bail hearing on that, and have been holding me on these ridiculous charges without bail. Jesus. Ever since April. That's why this is absurd.
Wow. So what are you doing there to bide your time?
Ken Burns documentary.
Talking to reporters on the phone. It's awful, man. And right now I've set up this website, meetjoefrancis.com, and I'm trying to get people to go there, and there's a button called Help Now. And I'm trying to get the governor to open an investigation into these guys because it's gone too far.
Is it true that
this is Dave Houston?
Yeah.
We actually went public with this because for 4 years Joe maintained silence. We had the law enforcement authorities in Panama City, Florida, issuing false press releases. They admitted they were false, but then wouldn't take them down for a year.
This call is subject to monitoring and recording.
Shut the fuck up. We were able to get Joe transferred into the federal system because of this tax indictment. Once we got him into the federal system, within 1 hour, a federal judge reviewed everything, including the Florida cases, and made a decision he should be out on bail. We got him bail. Within 24 hours, the Florida State Court revoked his bail in this 2003 case, and then the 2007 case involving his prescription medication. The judge made a decision that she wasn't even going to grant bail in that case. And when he told you the story of Herman Harmon, that occurred at the same time she made the decision that Joe shouldn't get bail because he possessed his own prescription medication. So we've definitely got a fight on our hands.
Well, is that because she was a woman? You think she was more uptight about the Girls Gone Wild?
I think it's because, guys, it's a small town. There's kind of a good old boy network. You know, they're all in on it. They're all corrupt. I mean, look, it even gets worse. This guy, Steve Meadows. I don't know. Are you guys familiar with this boot camp case where they killed this 14-year-old kid?
Yeah.
Same place.
What?
Is it? Yeah, they have videotape. Yeah.
And the same state attorney who covered it up, and then he went out, and then he called, and then the governor tried to fire him. The same guy that's prosecuting me was the guy who called Barack Obama, Osama bin Laden, and Jesse Jackson, Jesse James, and then for some reason didn't have 9 months of email and covered up the boot camp killing. I don't know. That's a long story. But now what this guy has done to me is he has shown that this tape of child pornography that he alleges of these 17-year-old girls that was the whole foundation of their 2003 case that a cameraman shot who wasn't directly working for Girls Gone Wild. And he showed it to Martin Bashir, which this guy has alleged was child pornography. So the guy's like committing felonies now trying to prosecute me.
When Martin Bashir went down to do the interview for Nightline, he didn't, let's put it this way, Steve Meadows didn't do well on the interview, and at the close of his interview, he takes Martin Bashir and his production crew back and then shows him this piece of film that he calls child pornography. The reason I say that is because we have not seen it. They would not give a copy of it to the defense attorneys, and the reason they wouldn't do that is the state attorney said, well, we can't. It's child pornography. If we were to give you this, it would be child pornography. But yet he's showing it to an ABC News Nightline crew. Then he sends ABC News in New York a copy of this tape, all for the purpose of swaying the editor's opinion about Joe Francis so they would do a negative piece on Joe, which is clearly something a prosecutor should never do, let alone the fact he's disseminating child pornography and displaying child pornography. These are the type of people that we're up against, and they will literally do anything they can do, whether it's lawful or otherwise, in order to try to destroy Joe Francis's life.
Sounds like
This call is subject to monitoring and
I'd like to
recording.
see that lady's tits, whoever she is.
Sounds like Joe's fucked.
Joe, that's disgusting that's happening to you.
What is? I mean, I'm trying to clear up all the misconceptions out there. But what? I mean, you guys have heard a completely different story probably about why I'm in jail and why this. I mean, right? Did you guys have a different? impression?
There's a few stories. The one about the girls that were only 17, and then the some kind of a tax problem.
Yeah, there is a tax issue which I do have bail on. That's correct.
Oh, okay.
But I'm not in jail because of the tax issue. I'm in jail because of Florida.
So you never filmed girls underage, right? Naked?
Now, the allegation of the 17-year-old girls, and from the 2003 incident when they charged me with 71 felonies because two 17-year-olds took a shower and I wasn't there, is ridiculous. They, an independent contractor shooting footage that he sells to Girls Gone Wild, filmed two girls that lied about their age, that presented false identification, that signed written release forms. By the way, all of this is posted at MeetJoeFrancis.com. You can read their written release forms where they, lied about their age. They lied about their age on camera. Yeah. They admitted lying about their age, and they did a shower scene for this cameraman. Nice. I've never seen the tape. I wasn't there.
I have.
And they felt because I owned the company that I was liable somehow.
Now, what does this all mean for Girls Gone Wild Island?
Well, Girls Gone Wild is, people buy Girls Gone Wild because it's hot, naked chicks. People don't buy Girls Gone Wild as much as I'd like to think for Joe Francis. Girls Gone Wild, thrives, and the funny thing about it is, controversy, sales have gone up.
I thought you were.
It continues to be,
I thought.
And that's free. That's free action for you. You don't have to pay for it. It's come on.
That one. Have you gotten heat from that because the commercials are pretty risque? Not for me. I would like to see internal examinations. Tell you the truth, but the Girls Gone Wild logo over the nipples and vagina and it's barely showing and the chick's making out. You get a lot of complaints about that.
I mean, we don't. I mean, they have to. They're vetted through standards and practices of the majors. So
yeah.
I mean, we go through a lot. I mean, you should see the versions that I want to air that are pre S&T.
Hey, what kind of abuse in jail? Did you talk about that yet?
Oh.
Here, hold on. I'm going to call back in. Talk to Dave Houston here for a second.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you for using Evercom.
Wait, we actually have to talk to a lawyer for a few minutes to
For
Phil?
free,
Are you
though.
kidding
Look at
me?
it that way.
Hey, what kind of abuse was he gone through in jail?
You know, in the Panama City facility, let me just give you a list of it. First of all, they'd put his food outside of his reach. They'd come by later, and they'd say, oh, looks like Joe Francis doesn't want to eat today. Well, we better make a note of that. They'd take the food away. They'd put him in a cell they could cool down, and they'd keep it at about 60 degrees and wouldn't give him a blanket. They also had him in a cell with what amounted to a street light that they kept on 24 hours a day. And we're talking a small area lit up by what amounts to a street light. And one of the other major league hits was when they would take him to allow him a shower, which was infrequent. They'd put him in shackles and belly chains and then handcuff him to the belly chains while he was in the shower. Now, that just gives you a kind of a preview of the sort of treatment that he was receiving.
Well, exactly. What did he film the wrong girl? Like, is there a chick that he filmed down there that's related to the sheriff or the judge?
No, what really happened was in 2003, Panama City Beach, Florida, made a decision. They wanted to start changing their image. They want to get rid of this spring break phenomenon they live off that they created. When Joe Francis made the decision he was going to do spring break in Panama City, Florida, they told him straight up, you're not coming here. And publicly, they announced that he was scum-sucking trash, and if he tried to come to their town, he'd be arrested. Joe made the mistake of enforcing his First Amendment rights. He went through the federal court process to do it, which is appropriate, and when he won, you heard the rest of the story. 2 weeks later, he's arrested for more felonies than one person has ever been charged with in the state of Florida at one time.
Well, so what's going to eventually happen? What's his next legal step? How long is he going to be trapped there for?
We have a writ, which is simply an emergency motion. It's our way of saying to a federal judge, Judge, you need to review what the state of Florida is doing to this guy. They're perverting your order where you allowed him bail. They're perverting the Constitution because they're taking away all of his due process rights. They're out on the airwaves trying to poison the public against him so they can prejudice a jury pool. So we're asking a federal judge to get involved and tell Florida, I'm not going to honor your hold. I'm going to allow Joe Francis to bail out, and he'll be free up until the time you give him a trial.
Wow. What kind of ramifications will there be for the, I don't know, the prosecutor, but the judge or the sheriff? What kind of ramifications are they going to face?
We've asked the governor of the state of Florida, and this is something your listeners can help us with, and the attorney general of the state of Florida to open an investigation, not only into this whole matter as it concerns what they've done to Joe Francis, but as well the felonies that we allege the state prosecutor committed when he's showing child pornography to Martin Brashear. If the governor, and we have no doubt, listen, this isn't an indictment of the entire state of Florida. This is one small county. We're asking the people of Florida through the governor and the attorney general's office to get involved and to cure this problem because obviously it's out of control. If that happens, if your listeners are willing to do so, they can go to this website, meetjoefrancis.com. They can click a button that says Help Now. That button will then take them to a place where they can just put their email, name, and address. That then auto-generates a letter to the governor and the attorney general requesting they get involved in an investigation of this county.
Good. So basically, if you like tits, you should go to that website.
Absolutely.
If you want to see tits in the future.
Hey, Joe, is it true that you're making Guys Gone Wild tapes in jail? Joe Francis Goes Wild.
You know, the truth is, we own the Guys Gone Wild brand, and I just can't.
How about Prisoners Gone Wild on Joe Francis's ass?
We've seen some of the infomercials.
Subject to monitoring.
Of course.
Are you guys interested in starring? Is that why you're asking me? Or?
No, some of those infomercials are like hot college guys, and you go, it's the same format, but somehow it's.
You would have had to been watching the Logo Network because I think we're only. I don't.
I love Logo.
On Logo,
it's great.
So what you're saying, Joe, is that you're having a good time.
Why have you guys never been out with me on a Girls Gone Wild shoot before?
I don't know.
Because you never invited us, Joe.
We don't want to go to jail.
I'm inviting you right now.
We don't want to go to jail.
Dude, as soon as you get out.
Yeah, right. Because
we
like our
right
freedom.
now, maybe not, but spring break. I think we can go out and have some fun.
How about jailbreak?
When are you looking at getting out? Do you know?
Yeah, would you guys come get me?
Yeah, we'll just bust you out.
Are you aware of our Whip 'em Out Wednesday promotion, Joe?
Tell me about
great.
that.
We do a little tit thing, too, but we stay
Yeah.
out of jail.
Good. We try to anyway.
Yeah.
You had Doug Stanhope help you once, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he talks about that, and I think he was
Why are you laughing? What did he say?
because he was stoned the entire time, and he had no clue what was going on. I saw the commercials for it.
I mean, that was basically the entire time he worked for us. He
Yeah.
was stoned and drunk.
He was just drunk off his ass, and when I saw the infomercial for that one, I was like, "Oh my God, Doug does not know where he is. He's slurring through
Really
the
doesn't.
commercial."
Half the time, he really doesn't know where he is.
Hey, Joe, when
he actually makes it to the shoots.
Yeah.
When is your writ going to be answered by the judge, or however you phrase that?
This is Dave Houston, guys. We're trying to get a hearing this week,
Yeah.
and we're asking the federal judge to look at some supplemental information we filed last week as well. There's absolutely no reason that justifies Joe Francis as far as this continued incarceration. It's crazy, and I've done this for almost 30 years. I've never seen a case like this. I've never seen one this abusive that's based on less of a charge. And a lot of times I tell them this story, and people say, hey, okay, well, what's the other side? You got to be leaving something out. So when we created this website, we made sure to support everything with court orders, transcripts, articles, documents. And this isn't our side of what's happening. This is what's happened. And it's so hard to get people to believe it because it is so outrageous, and that's really our biggest hurdle, even in the federal court system.
Florida
the federal judge reads it and doesn't want to believe this could be true.
Florida seems to have this moral thing where they really are all about tits and ass, the majority of the state, for spring break, and they love the fact that people are down there in bikinis just fucking and going crazy. But then they try to clean up every once in a while. Like they arrested Luther Campbell, I think, was in Broward
Lenny
County.
Bruce, too, right?
Yeah, they really are full of shit down in Florida.
Well, you know what the mayor said, and this is really telling about spring break? He said it was time to, quote, take it in the backyard, dig a hole, shoot it in the head, and bury it. And that's what they want to do. They want to shove it out of the way because now they want to sell timeshares and
This call is subject to monitoring and recording.
And the problem is Joe Francis didn't create spring break in Panama City, Florida. He just went down to film what they created, and that's why they wanted to shut him up.
Now, is the company still running with you in jail?
Yeah, I mean, look, there's a very talented. The president of my company, Scott Barber, runs the company.
You're like a Don in jail running things.
The what?
You're like a Don in jail, still running things, though.
It's look, I mean, we're in 15 countries. We'll be in 30 countries by the end of next year. I mean, girls. You're not going to kill Girls Gone Wild. I know their goal was to kill Girls Gone Wild more than Joe Francis, and but Girls Gone Wild is Girls Gone Wild. It's not going anywhere.
Joe, you're a martyr for everyone who likes jacking off, and hang in there.
MeetJoeFrancis.com, right?
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, so we'll encourage the listeners to go there. All right, man. Good luck to you, Joe.
Guys, hey, thank you so much, man. It was cool hanging out with you guys.
All right, take care.
Later, man.
Thanks.
Man,
Joe
that
Francis
shit
from
makes
Girls
me
Gone Wild.
so angry when I hear about the legal system abusing a guy on a moral level like that just for showing tits. That is enraging. If
This
that's
thing,
the story.
girls that lied about their age and they were 17.
Of course it is.
Tomorrow
It's fuckheads in Florida. Especially if they were 17. It's like, come on, man. Not a 13-year-old girl.
But
17.
I have 3 daughters, so I get a little. I'm both a perv and I'm also a dad.
You're
so I
just
have
disappointed that
hard-
they haven't been asked?
Well, I've been with 60 to 70 underage girls and filmed it, and but Jeff made a full documentary, a 20-hour documentary.
Yes.
This guy should
And
not
Girls
be in
Gone
fucking
Wild.
jail. He should not be in jail for that shit. That is enraging, those fucking hillbillies.
I'm sure him going on your
very-
radio show really helps his cause.
It absolutely does, though, because it's like
It
they're
does.
going
Doesn't
to.
it?
You get people
No.
like
He's a
calling.
douchebag.
Doesn't help.
Doesn't matter. He still shouldn't be in jail for 8
Showing
months.
off and bragging from jail.
I think you should be in jail for being in the videos. Like, stay out.
Horse's ass he may be, he should not be in jail for fucking 8 months because those fucking hillbillies don't like what he's doing.
It's
That
censorship
makes me
is what it
sick.
is. It is, but
Go, Bob. Finish it.
No,
thought. We're
I
just
don't
trying to go
know.
to break.
I didn't talk during it because it's an awkward.
He's completely right. If what he's saying is true, again, I'm not
It's
saying
karma. He's a douchebag, and they're.
You don't like him?
Every time I see him, he's bragging and cocky, and
I've met him.
It
and
doesn't turn me on.
He's been nice to me over the years.
But you're Bob Saget. Everybody's nice.
You
to
didn't have to work my name into this, did you?
Everyone's nice.
Name dropper.
I kind of wanted to keep it under the radar.
Bob wasn't even in here the last half hour. He
I didn't know
came
what
back
was
into the
going
studio.
Hey, Joe may be a total horse's ass, but legally they cannot fucking lock a guy up without bail.
You're right.
I agree.
For 8 months.
You're correct.
Fucking sickening.
It's unconstitutional.
All right, listen.
Fucking disgusting. MeetJoeFrancis.com.
We got to take a break. Adult stars Brie Olson and Caden Cross are coming in tomorrow. You know them, Jimmy?
I
Anybody?
do not know.
Courtesy of AdamEve.com. AdamEve.com. Check out AdamEve.com/now to get 50% off almost any adult item.
Oh, so they're adult actors?
Yes. Come by tomorrow.
Cool.
You'll be dumped from that show if you do that.
Yeah, I
All
think I'll get some.
Quick break.
Physical
We'll
contact.
continue with Jeff Ross and Bob Saget. Stay there.
I just ate 4 burritos and drank a pot of coffee. Anyone for trouser chili?
Oh, God damn.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Oh, God.
Hey, what's up? This is Patrice O'Neal. I'm going to be at Comics Comedy Club. That's Comics, C-O-M-I-X Comedy Club. That's December 28th and 29th of 2007. December 28th and 29th of 2007. Comics Comedy Club, New York, New York. The number is 212-524-2500. www.comixny.com. That's comicsnewyork.com. Again, I am Patrice O'Neal. You are an audience member, and we'll both be at Comics Comedy Club in New York City. 212-524-2500. Biatches!
You have to believe we are magic. Nothing can stand in our way. You have to believe we are magic. Don't let your aim ever stray.
Opie and Anthony, Jeffrey Ross, Stress Factory, tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Bob Saget, Drowsy Chaperone, the Marquee Theater here in Manhattan, almost every day of the week. I guess every day except Monday. Go to drowsychaperone.com for ticket info. Jim Norton, New Year's, North Fork Theater, Westbury, Long Island. Tickets on sale now through Ticketmaster.
Will you be on stage at midnight? How does that go down?
No, it's an 8 o'clock show done by 9:30. I've done those, but I know a lot of times people want to be out and drinking, and I want it to be somewhere else, like maybe FH Riley. Seriously, or somewhere celebrating, just having fun. With
FH is
listeners.
maybe 20 minutes from that theater, maybe even 15. No, because you got to get off the expressway. That's the pain in the ass part. 20 minutes. So you get some cheesecake.
Yeah.
For New Year's,
Piece of
Jimmy.
Oreo cheesecake.
You could celebrate the big night with a piece of cheesecake for my sister.
That's an easy drive. I did that place, and Jim Norton is the person you want to see on New Year's. That'd be hilarious.
I'm there.
We got the Amy Fisher DVD.
Yes, it's all
And
queued up and ready to go.
my sister's having her holiday party this weekend, so Ann, if you're on Long Island this weekend, stop on by and say hi. We will be playing the Amy Fisher tape during the Christmas party.
Oh, wonderful.
That's a guarantee.
That's a good family moment.
Here we go, the video. It's Amy walking up the stairs. Amy walking up the stairs.
Up the stairs, 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 up the stairs.
What's wrong, Patty?
That's nice. That's one of those
What was
echo
that?
things.
Was that like two mirrors in a barbershop?
Yeah, yeah, feeding through
All
something.
right, here we go. Red light district.
There she goes.
Amy
All right.
Fisher coming up the stairs in a towel.
And a towel.
When was this
Yeah.
released?
Red light district presents Amy
Oh,
Fisher.
now she's soaping up her
snatch.
snatch.
An exclusive presentation.
Now
Taking the
she's
towel
in the
off.
shower.
Ew.
All right, now she's laying back on the bed with a dildo
Who
going
ordered
to
the
town.
pot roast?
Amy Fisher caught on tape as she's riding a car.
Whoa!
And she's getting...
Her
Wow!
husband has good cheeks.
Oh, my
she's a
God.
nice dark
She's got
asshole.
a fucking shave her asshole.
Holy shit!
Wow.
Now
She's
she's
got a
kind of
handcuff.
in bondage.
Jack
a
Waltz is
thing.
eating her ass.
Jack Walt. There she is, nude in a pool. This is just the opening montage, I guess, where they're showing
They gave
all
the whole thing
scenes.
away, though.
Oh, his dick
Yeah.
looks like a fucking.
You
His
saw
dick
that?
looks like Play-Doh that has been squeezed.
What vegetable did that look like? It looked like a yam.
Looked like a
rhubarb.
Looked like an ankh. You squeeze it and the ears come out.
All right, here we go. Amy teasing her hair.
She looks better here than she did in the preview. For the
She's
whole
putting a little
thing.
hairspray in her hair. She's topless. She got panties on. She's looking in the mirror. All of a sudden, she's in the bathtub.
Now she's in a bathtub.
Is that Mickey Mouse on her stomach?
I don't know what the fuck.
She's got an awful tattoo around her belly
Yeah, it's
button.
like
And
three
fake tits.
things.
She had 2 kids, by the way. You can't really tell that she had a few kids.
She's not
there.
a good sexy soaper upper. She looks like she's taking a rape bath.
I'm glad she did this. It's high time she got shot in the face.
Yeah, she's very awkward with the soaping up of the body.
Yeah, she doesn't know how to do it sexy.
Wow.
She just she looks like she's just washing.
And she
like
this
she's
is
going
not
out
good.
and has to wash. She's soaping up her ass crack.
And the ass needs a little cardio, just a little.
She cannot work.
That's the
She
worst fucking ass shake I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. And how about this other actor, Joe? I'm gonna fuck you in the butto.
Yeah, the guy fucking her is her
Can you
husband.
hear the audio of this?
That's her husband?
It's-
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
and
Slow.
he's a Joey Buttafuoco lookalike. This guy,
And he's an actual
All
husband.
right,
of
wait,
hers?
let's listen to Amy.
Oh, I gotta watch it.
Jesus.
I really don't
Sterling
want to watch
Hayden is
this.
getting his dick sucked.
Sterling Hayden.
I'm a little cranky. Look at him sucking his gut in.
That's her real husband?
Yeah,
They
listen.
love each other.
Listen to the awful Long Island accent.
But they love each other. That's nice.
Listen.
Come on, my breath.
I'm gonna fuck you in the 5 pounds.
Go ahead. Come right on your tits.
Come on.
No, come on your tits. Oh, come all over my tits. I'm gonna rub it in my nipples.
Can you not mention any of my credits now?
Oh, baby. Come on, come on.
Bob Saget has
No,
left the
please.
building.
This is the worst dirty talk ever.
And it's the awful Long Island accent.
Whoa. There's a money shot right off the bat.
Rub it, that shit. Can't rub it.
How could she rub it on anything? You just drooled out of your dick.
That is the
How much of a
unsexiest dialogue I've ever heard.
guy had nothing.
Oh, she's awful. She's sexy. Like I look at
A
her.
little taste of my daddy's cum.
Oh,
Ew. Did you
Jesus.
say taste of my daddy's cum?
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay.
All right, now there's
I
an
stand
ass
corrected.
shot.
Want to spank me a little bit?
Everybody watching this does.
I feel like I was a bad girl.
Well, you kind of were. You shot a woman in the face.
Yeah, you should get more than a
you,
spanking.
you were a bad girl.
Oh, I like that a lot.
She likes your daddy.
Touch my pussy.
All right. He's going to touch her pussy.
All right. Look at those old mechanic's hands.
Look at the crooked dick.
Oh, he's just got nothing going on either.
He was jacking a car, but it fell on his penis.
Looks like something in the case of Zabar.
There's nothing going on there.
You want to try the herring?
He's a mean-looking fuck, though.
Yeah, I don't think we should be talking about him. I really don't.
He's like, I love looking at it.
They love each other, by the way.
Yeah.
Which is good.
He's a big-armed man.
Oh, listen to it. Oh.
He's a mechanic?
A Long Island Yenta.
Next stop, Hicksville. Next stop, Hicksville. Jamaica Station, transfer to Jamaica.
By the way, this is good for the selling. This broadcast is good for the selling of this DVD, is it not?
Yes.
This helps this.
Look at us promoting.
She has a great pussy, though.
You like that?
Yeah,
Like
I
she
do.
just showed you again.
Oh, she's blowing him now. Lifting her leg up in the air so you can see her rubbing her snatch.
This all started.
This guy
with-
doesn't move, though. He's like a dead person.
Yeah,
He
he
just lays there.
when he was coming, he was just like, oh yeah, rub it in your
I
tits.
know. He looked like someone perusing the library.
Yeah, when he was
Improv.
not
Perusing the library. Fucking unfunny.
Is that? Do you think that's an original? That painting above the couch?
Yeah, that's very nice.
Yes.
By the way, Mary Jo drools better than this guy comes.
Oh God.
That's a good dick
Ah, a
sucking
little
thing.
mouth fucking.
He's got brown bag. I like this guy.
Brown bag.
He shaved his scrotum. He's got fucking brown bag. I
It
love
disappears.
I think he
Bottom
took
of
a
the
pie
scrotum is
pan and
rotting.
cut the center of it out when he sunbathed.
Oh.
That's it. Suck it.
Oh, this guy's good.
That's it. Suck it.
Good girl. Yeah.
This guy's like 80 years old.
You are good.
What do you think they met? Where do you think they met?
I don't know.
Oh.
Hopefully,
She's going for the insert.
There we go.
Of the cock.
Now there's some fucking going on.
you're the worst dirty talkers.
Perfect. So good.
This rules.
I like that.
Yeah.
I was going to take a nap after this. I think I'm disturbed now.
Oh, I like that. Where are the kids when all this is happening?
Holding the camera. She's
They
on
have kids?
Holding the camera.
Do they have kids?
She's on top
Yeah.
sideways.
So don't worry if it gets.
What? Don't worry if it gets
What, soft?
soft. Yeah.
They have kids?
Yeah.
There's some better lighting there. I think
Yeah.
the sun was
What do you
going
think
down.
latest to the kids?
Who do you think's running the camera, Jeffrey?
It's like the aristocrats.
This dysfunctional family.
Oh, there you go. Oh, that dick's gonna bend.
Oh, boy.
Don't bend.
He goes, yeah.
Fuck that pussy.
Can you-
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah,
Wow,
I
way
am.
to be sexy and literal. Can you rewind that a little bit? Fuck my pussy. Yeah, I am.
Yeah, I am.
Oh, okay.
I'm just asking, are we adding time to this now?
But you have
Yeah.
to rewind it. Now listen to this great dialogue.
Oh, fuck my little pussy.
Oh.
I am.
Power of suggestion.
Yeah.
It's little, remember?
Come on my tits. I heard you.
Come on my amazing tits.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah, feel my ass.
Oh, take me to the drowsy chaperone.
Feel my ass.
Please do not mention my credits ever again in this next hour.
Oh.
You got that Bayshore accent.
Oh, so and it's awful. Like he'll grab her tits and she go, yeah, touch my tits.
Take me to Jim
Yeah.
Norton on New Year's. Take me to Jim Norton. I want to see him at the
Oh,
North
no.
Fork. North
Guys.
Fork, my pussy.
The guy's ready to drool again. Here
There
we
he
go.
goes.
North
You
Fork
think?
me.
Another drool shot.
Yeah, you think? Oh,
maybe
That's
not.
a good move. He's straddling her with his leg propped up, and she's laying below his leg, and she's leaning up, sucking
More
his
on the
dick.
tits.
More coming on the tits. How about the face, you non-trooper?
And
Oh my God!
There we go.
What the hell is that?
His dick comes. It looks like my hand when I'm holding an ice cream cone in August. It fucking just kind of bubbles over uneventfully.
I've never seen a cum shot shoot backwards
It's
before.
awful. What the fuck?
He just came on his balls.
He did. He just drooled on his own balls.
She's like, come on your balls. Come on your balls.
Now he's rubbing it in with his indented.
I want
penis.
to take this moment to make sure people know that Bob Saget will
Please
be
do not.
No.
I can't even believe I'm in the building.
Jesus.
Oh, now she's in the bathtub.
Yeah. She's gotta clean
Oh,
up
the
all the drool.
jacuzzi's running.
the jacuzzi, sure. Yeah,
Yeah, she's got to clean the
He's taking
dribble.
a shit right now.
Here's more sexy tit washing.
She's got a little sponge there, and she's going over herself. Again, very utilitarian
I've seen
wash
people
job.
washing trucks sexier than
Yeah.
she's washing her own pussy. This is horrendous.
Jim, you did the kid line? I'm being called out on it. I
Yes.
had no idea. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
She's
a nice badge and a great little
She
thick
don't
thighs.
look that bad.
Nice juicy little ass. I mean, I would definitely fucking put my face in there and smell.
Nice, nice breast implants.
Way to
you
wash
can't
your
tell
ass
the-
crack though. Look at that.
Yeah, that's sexy.
Yeah. Why
You
doesn't
don't-
she just
you-
hang a fucking
you
hang a
wash
little
that
vanilla
ass
thing
crack.
from her teeth when she's finished?
I like how there's an extra tile that just sits kind of out in the
Oh,
open there that matches the stuff around the
This is
molding of the
fucking
window.
awful.
Yes.
I've
What are
seen
you guys
people,
looking at?
I've seen people clean the assholes
Bob.
of cancer patients.
I think Bob's noticing the wrong stuff in this video.
The caulking is really good around the
Bob,
tub.
why don't you look at the girl,
She's
will
a
ya?
big clit. She fucking rules.
I have a tub similar to that.
Yeah.
I
Her
like
clit
that.
is bigger than my dick.
She has a nice fucking.
She
Thick
seems
clit.
to not know how to shave very well, though.
No,
she's a little chafed.
I want to take this moment to remind people that we have a Broadway star on our show
This
today.
is the end of a career.
Oh, no.
Broadway as in homeless.
Here comes Mr. Personality in the tub.
Great.
No, he's back.
Is this you and Joanne Worley?
No, please.
I want to get your pussy all nice and clean for later, so.
What?
When I suck
But later for the company.
Like, suck it.
When we put the muscles out.
Yeah.
Put a glass egg on your pussy and look at it.
This is fantastic.
He's now fingering her as he stands up.
Kiss me.
They're all
great.
They're all soapy, and he's fingering her as she stands up.
She likes daddy's cock.
I didn't think it'd be this quick to ruin a career. You guys really make it fast.
Oh, hang
You get
with
right
us,
to the
man.
chase.
There he goes.
Hey, this is wonderful, huh?
Fuck my pussy. Go ahead.
This is like good calamar.
Yeah, good stuff.
Good stuff.
And the guy's face is much tanner than the rest of his body. I love this guy.
Yeah.
All right, she's in bed now on her knees wearing a little boy
Who
short
thinks
things.
idea?
that
Was this her idea or his idea?
quickly come down.
All right, the panties
I
come
don't
off.
know.
They need to pay a few bills. It's obvious.
Yeah.
This is a nice place.
This was leaked out. Please.
make a porno.
No, but they'll make some money on it, right?
Sexy talk.
Do they make the money on this? Do you know?
Yeah.
They will now.
Turn around.
They're promoting AmyFisher.com right in the box, so they don't have a problem with this.
See my
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. Your asshole.
I love it.
It's up there with apple pie and baseball.
Her clit is the size of the 5 towns.
I feel like I'm stuck in the Holland Tunnel right now.
Look at that size of that asshole. I love a nice, deep, dark ass.
Yeah, well, she's...
I do. I like a dark asshole.
Why
Clean,
is that?
I don't know. It's just fucking deep and cavernous. I love that shit.
It looked like she was set up for an ass fucking. What happened?
I don't know.
If an asshole
What's that
is
noise?
very...
Bad technique.
Maybe he
the
pulled
old
his cock
guy's
out and
arthritis.
it had a fucking Abe Lincoln hat on it. And
He forgot to put a windscreen on his cock. Got a shotgun cock.
That's like that.
That pussy's
That's
are
like
hurt.
my dad. What did he say?
Like that pussy's are hurt. Looks like an elephant's ass.
Oh,
You
yeah.
want daddy's cum. It's so hot.
Ew.
No.
So, Bob,
Please don't.
She's fingering herself pretty quickly.
Can you actually call me something else now?
Listen to that sound.
Sydney.
So, John, we got John Stamos in studio.
That's right.
This is it. Put it up your ass.
Oh,
Come
God
on.
in heaven.
Come
I'm
on.
actually pinching my shaft. This is pretty fucking good.
That's good.
Look at that deep, dark asshole.
You like that?
Oh, how can you not?
You make it sound like Hershey's chocolate.
Dude, she's got
Deep,
hold
dark
on. She's
ass.
got the start of an ass cave.
If I run for the exit, you guys will talk about that forever, right?
Yeah.
All right. So I sit here. There's nothing I can do.
You're going to have
correct?
to sit here until at least we screen
I went through the virus.
and get your
tour.
reaction for 2 girls, 1 cup.
Bob, why don't you talk about the duvet or something that you see in the shot?
Actually, there's a lovely. The fireplace has a really great metal grating.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the widescreen. What is that? Is that another painting?
That would be an asshole.
Oh.
And that would be a marital device.
That's not a widescreen. That's an asshole.
There's a mirror on the wall, yet I can't see the camera. Good technique.
I love that she loves old cock. It turns me on that she wants daddy's cock in her. What a dirty
Milton Berle.
Can this guy smile once? What
He's
a
not
sour
happy
look.
here.
Look at
I gotta get down at a job site, make sure the concrete's being poured properly.
This is how he does his work. I mean, he's very methodical
Yeah.
about it.
I have a feeling he was forced into making this sex tape. I think this is all her idea.
He has the tannest
I
head
think
I've
it's
ever
her
seen.
idea also.
Yeah.
Look at his tan head and his pale body.
Got a catty tan.
Oh, big dildo now,
Little glass
going in
one.
her pussy.
Oh.
Vibrating dildo. He's spinning around.
What's the show you guys have after this? Is it really dirty, the next show?
Ron and Fez.
Oh, Ron and Fez? Oh, it's just the filthiest show ever. Just filthy.
Unbelievable.
See, we could just sit around and talk about porno movie that we watched.
Wait, hold on. I want to watch
XM.
Christopher Lee. Fuck this woman.
Right now she's riding the...
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Fan. Give me that what it deserved. A hearty chuckle. Please, more dialogue.
Could you jerk off to this, Jim?
He's doing it right now.
Oh, are you?
I got like 5.5 going.
Yeah.
At this moment, I want to thank...
Oh, there's the cameraman. Just saw the cameraman in the mirror. I was wondering.
Is it him?
I don't know.
Wow, she's very sexily putting the
You know it's
vibrator
awkward in here when Bob Saget's turning down a plug.
There's one in her vagina.
Yeah, it certainly is.
Very sexy the way she's using
Jeffrey
it.
Ross Stress Factory tomorrow night.
Yeah, big
Heather Mills
Brunswick.
is sexier when
Please,
she puts
no
a
credits.
prosthetic on.
No credits at all.
So, Bob, 1 versus...
That sound, how fucking hot is
We're
that
looking at
sound?
1 versus...
talk about sound.
1 versus 100 goes on January 4th.
All right.
And for 8 shows straight.
You just don't want to mention your
No, you
starring
can't
role.
mention the Broadway show here. That's not good.
She does have a little Franken-tit going on.
Yeah. Her pussy looks really red too and angry.
Yeah, she's sore.
She spilled
It's
some
angry.
really red grapefruit juice in it.
Looks like Mary Jo's eye socket.
Oh, God.
Or mouth.
Mouth.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Great.
man,
She didn't get shot in the eye.
Dope.
Wow.
Can we fast forward through this fucking? I want to see fucking I want to see McCluskey fucking her again.
All right.
Ernie Borgnine.
I've
Come
fucked
on, your
enough of you
balls.
women.
Come on your balls.
I know. She's a war hero, Captain.
Get some
Hold
more.
her up.
Get some more backdraft.
Uh-oh.
What does he got?
Oh, Daddy spanks her.
Got a paddle.
Look at this. She looks like Paulie Walnuts and
Yeah.
Paulie Walnuts. And Soprano's daughter. What's her face?
Meadow. It's Meadow and Paulie Walnuts. Oh, shit. Whoa. Hey.
Fuck you. I'm gonna spank you. I'm gonna just take control of you. You're so beautiful.
Oh, he's great.
This guy's a natural.
He's great.
And when I'm done, a turd's gonna shoot out of your
That's
ass.
fantastic.
Gonna take control of you.
He's from the fucking Bohemia School of Acting.
What we're gonna do here? We're gonna put some undercoating
Wasn't
here.
made for me, was it? Created for me.
I'm gonna check under the hood.
It's beautiful. I love it.
You, Joey Buttafuoco, whoever.
You're all right?
I'm gonna
Yeah.
hit you with my shoehorn, and I'm gonna put on a size 12.
I'm going to get you a job with the union. I love the fact he has a Bob Barker hairdo.
You should have been there for me. I could have been somebody.
She's on her hands and knees and
Good.
he's caressing her ass and spanking her.
Yeah, he's really.
Oh, there's a
slapped
cut in the
around.
video. Something's
He
about to
loves her.
happen.
She has a nice
This
ass.
guy loves her.
Yeah.
He's like really.
And he's licking his
I
fingers.
can't
and
watch this.
his
I don't want to
big
see
hands.
him eat chicken. I'll tell you that.
Here he goes.
There he goes,
Look
Bob.
at
Down
that
for the
asshole.
count.
Look at Sandy Duncan's eye socket. Fucking staring at him.
Come on.
It's
No.
a,
Pan's Labyrinth.
it's looking like an ass cave, man.
That's right.
I like that.
Come on.
Put your nose in
If
there.
you ever wanted to watch Leslie Nielsen eat snatch?
What are you
Here's
gonna do?
opportunity.
Fuck someone else? You ever see him nuts when Barbara Streisand killed him? I want a nice bubble bath.
And no matter what we say, you know it's going to get back to them. They were plugging our video on Opie and Anthony.
I hope so. I don't want to. I mean, they love each other. They're very lovely.
Of course. Oh, what the fuck is going on?
Happy birthday.
She's putting on a blindfold.
Ooh, I don't. She has her
Magic.
lines taped on the inside of it.
That's going to be magic.
Well, the guy put his pants on, thank God.
Trust me and relax.
Okay.
Now he slowly goes off and brings in 3 guys from Wyandanch.
How's that feel?
That feels good.
She's the
Like when I touch
unsexiest
you?
blindfolds. Looks like Elvira sleeping.
I love when you touch
I like that they're in a different room now.
Yeah.
It's a whole different motif.
Yeah.
It's like they're in some tiki room.
Booby
Tropical.
Booby
Yes.
Man from Brooklyn is saying he hopes that he fucks Amy with a muffler. No, this was not filmed behind
I'm gonna
F.H.
swirl
Riley's
everything into you.
Oh.
First, I gotta get you to relax.
Relax.
Does that feel nice?
We'll have some scungil later.
It's coming in a lot of people saying he sounds like Master Poe.
Hey, gentlemen.
Amy.
How could she relax? A guy with 3 hits under his belt. She's fucking blindfolded her and is playing with her pussy.
The Iceman's fucking her. Oh,
no.
now she's chained up.
Oh, boy. How's she going to get free?
How old do you think this guy is?
100.
He's an older gentleman.
That was a very funny line by Broadway sensation.
Please not. Don't mention it.
She's wearing shackles.
His cock's a dog leg left, by the way.
I'm gonna keep you tied up.
She is indeed wearing shackles
Wow.
around her ankles and wrists, and it's all chained up.
Oh, he's gonna spank
My
her
big
too.
cock feel good.
The average cocksucker. Easy with the
If you
adjectives.
notice those chains, the key to the bathroom's hooked onto them.
Oh, we're losing your buddy, Bob.
Yeah, I know. He's smart.
All right.
He has a
Take it
tennis
easy.
He wants to have a career after
I
this.
told him I want to live vicariously through him, so he should leave.
She's drinking champagne. What
Bob,
the
take a
fuck?
look at the video. Amy's drinking champagne. That could make her a little drowsy. You know?
You should be her chaperone.
Oh, Jesus. Look at those Fred Flintstone feet. Come on,
We're
dude.
going to put some ribs on the bed and they'll tip over.
Jesus.
It's a really nice comforter, though.
Oh, so wrong.
Yeah,
His
like
feet are
that.
horrendous. You're right.
Look at them. They're
Oh, something
giant.
happened to them. The one on the left's been hobbled.
Look
Look at it. His toes are broken. They're sewn back on.
A transmission fell on his foot.
Leona.
What happened to his toes?
She shot him.
His toes have been shot
him in the foot.
That's fucked up. Ugh.
All right, now she's riding him on top.
I'm obsessed with his toes.
Yeah, I know. It's like caramel corn has replaced them.
Uh-oh, here she goes. Here she goes. Here she goes.
Come on, right? Good. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Ride that? You know, he doesn't even know what it is. Ride that thing.
Ride that.
You know, he's in pretty good shape.
Yes, he is. He's got an old man body shape.
Oh, what's with his toes?
They're fucking. That's why he's putting him on a frame.
He hears this. The only thing he's upset about is that we trashed his toes.
Yeah, hey, come on, huh?
I didn't mind the bulb.
You gotta get these two in here.
Tomorrow, I'm going to teach you how to be the best porn star.
Wow.
Tomorrow.
wanted to be a porn star.
Yeah.
A porn star.
You have the right material, I'll tell you that.
You do.
You do. Like kill a bod.
Kill a bod.
It's so hot.
He's horrid.
Yeah.
I like that.
I want to fuck you in every borough. I want to fuck you on the Long Island Expressway.
Oh, here she goes.
The BQE. For honeymoon, I'm gonna fuck you in Yonkers.
They don't have it. They don't
Come
have
on,
any
baby.
filler. You got to give them that much credit. No filler in this sex tape. It's all action.
Can they zoom in a little bit? Jesus, there we go.
Give,
all over the clip.
give me what I like to call the old exit 52.
Is that an LIE joke?
Of course.
That's terrific.
It's a little local, but fuck them.
Yeah, why not?
Wow.
Just insert an exit around your home.
A popular exit.
Yeah. Where some real white trash lives.
Something happened to the lens.
Yeah, what happened?
That means, is someone filming this? If all of a sudden a daylight lens hit it? Oh, that's color correction.
Speaking of production value, when you're the star of a Broadway show,
can you do me a favor?
What?
I'm not, I'm a different person today.
Oh, okay.
That's it. Broadway stars can't be even watching this.
I think this guy's changing like the white balance.
Well, yes.
During,
there's someone filming this.
Bob,
No.
Broadway stars do watch this crap, but it's two of that guy.
Yeah.
That's the only difference.
And on Broadway, you can actually see these shops. I mean, there's a lot of this.
Sure.
You could probably get this video, probably, right near where the theater is.
What theater would that be?
Marquee Theater, but I don't really want people
You
that...
crazy.
I don't want... Why would I mention that?
I don't know.
I couldn't
What happened
help
to our
it.
audio?
That was like...
Oh, but that was fucking... that was
That was
pretty
like-
salty. Pretty salty talk.
All right.
Yeah.
You want to wait for one more drooling, or are we done?
Oh, money shots.
One more drool.
Oh, touch my...
Oh, touch my what?
Was that really a money shot or like a change shot?
Yeah, that was nothing.
blow drying.
Oh, please be in the tub.
Oh, sweetie.
Oh, what's
what?
she gonna say?
Do you want that? Or?
Yeah, well, we gotta hear her talk. Cause she's got that awful
The
Long
one line
Island
she has
accent.
is during with a blower going.
So sexy.
Yeah. Maybe I should just do you instead of my hair.
My hair.
She didn't say blow. That would have been the joke, right?
Right.
That was the line in the script. She fucked it up.
She got the lines all wrong.
Oh, hey, baby.
Oh, this
Here we
was
go.
the plan.
Ah, this view. The old
POV.
He's standing
Yeah.
holding the camera. She's doing
Look at
her
his
thing
bed
on
thing.
Oh God, what is?
I think he closed it in a drawer.
It looks like he grips it really tight and yells at
I
it.
think he accidentally slammed something.
What are you
on it.
talking about? That's his left toe.
He's cock-toed. It is dick, but where his toe was when it was severed.
This is the very popular point of view shot.
Oh, tastes so good. She's a cock hack.
Ken Burns could learn a lot from this tape there,
Yeah.
Jeff.
I know. There's an extra second on each side of the show.
Yeah.
We're never gonna get out of here tonight.
I'm here.
Down here.
We're never gonna get to see Queensryche at the.
Down at fucking Baby Huey's.
At Frank Cariola's joint.
We have to be at Rum Runners at Oyster Bay.
For Thirsty Thursdays. Oh boy, what's she doing now? She's saying goodbye to
Walking
the camera.
around the house.
I love you.
What
Oh,
happened to the
Jesus.
Oh,
road
she
show?
loves him.
Yeah.
That's
She's
what
a
this
good
is all
girl.
about.
Take more Daddy's cum, though. That was hot.
That's what it's all about. Love.
What is that tattoo, by the way?
This was so filmed
can't
for a bigger
figure it
audience,
out.
by the way. This is not a homemade sex
That's why
tape.
they're nervous. It's so awful.
Yeah,
Oh,
suck
baby, I
that
miss
there.
You gonna come fuck me?
I am.
What is it? But with the promise of fast forwarding, we keep going through. We kind of you kind of tease me with it.
You know what sucks about fast forward? It never goes that far. You always fast forward and they go, oh, stop. Let's see what that is.
Can you rewind that? I have
Girl's
to...
clip.
What did you say? I have to hear what Mr.
Just spread it with
Sexpot.
your fingers. That's it.
Spread it with your fingers.
You should never talk during this. Oh, it just extends it.
He said something.
I missed something. Would you back it up?
I hear this.
Yeah, Mr. Dialogue.
Oh, baby, I miss you. You gonna come fuck me? Oh. Oh. Oh, yeah. You looking at my pussy?
I love you, pussy.
That was a good call, Jim. That was a good call.
It's like that sounds like it was
pussy.
dubbed in after, overdubbed.
He's talking to Darth Vader's helmet.
I love you,
beautiful.
Let's
wet
go to
clip.
David in New Orleans. David.
That little girl's clip.
Y'all glanced past Jimmy's great line when she turned on the hairdryer. He said, "Please be in the tub."
Oh, shit.
Do you hear that? Little girl's clip. They role play Daddy Little Girl. That's fucking hot.
Yeah, they're sick.
Little girl's clip.
Yeah, see those beautiful nipples that I love. Play with those nipples.
Nipples. Big nipples.
Squeeze those nipples.
All right.
Yes, squeeze those nipples.
Yeah, lick your little, I'm gonna lick your baby clit. Here, come here, let me lick your preemie tits. Come here, put that fetus mouth all over my cock.
Give me your unborn asshole.
Yeah, I'm gonna rub my bent cock on your umbilical. For sure.
Go ahead, fuck me.
He's got his little finger in there. I think he's accusing it of something.
He's looking for his car keys.
It's not polite to point at my uterus.
I love it. Let's touch me together.
Let's touch me together.
Someone's in front of the camera. Someone is pointing out that he sounds like
Thoughts and
Jimmy.
prayers. Thoughts and prayers.
You're in front of the camera.
Am I? Oh.
First, I want to examine this pussy.
Yeah.
Sexy.
Want to itemize
You
it.
know I like it.
I would up.
And a man in my position can't afford to be made to look ridiculous.
Johnny Fontaine never licks that clit.
First, I would have rust-proof it.
At the end of this thing, he comes and like air comes out of his cock.
Here it is,
Sand.
the old backyard.
Hey, Roland, what do you think of the tape? We got Roland in studio. Grab a mic. Have you seen some of this tape now? What do you think of the Amy Fisher sex tape, Roland?
Yeah,
Get on mic. Get a mic right in there.
I know.
Just takes the top off.
What?
Just like porn, showing her boobies and stuff.
It's on the way now.
Look at the raccoon statue on the left there.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this can't be her house.
I think I'm
right?
gonna have to use that one.
This is the same neighborhood Aunt's mom lives in.
Yeah.
Aunt's, yeah.
Yeah, they live right there.
What is she?
What do you got there?
Hustler. All right, she's putting lotion on her boobies and stuff. All right.
She is.
Are we done?
Oh, yeah. That was some damn good chatter, though.
One more money shot.
Yeah, we got to see one more.
One more dribble.
Yeah.
One more drool.
It looks like his dick has a broken jaw.
This is, am I wrong or is this?
Trying to eat fucking cream of barley soup.
Is this this is very long, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
It's like crazy long.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a major motion picture.
Oh,
and there she is coming up the stairs in her towel.
That's the beauty shot from
and
the front
she goes
credits.
into the bathroom.
Wouldn't
and
it be
then-
funny if she was walking over a rug and she just started shitting like a horse?
She's in the shower doing that unsexy
Oh,
washing
it's
again.
horrendous. How dirty does she get?
They really don't have
Just
many.
to wash off after being in the pool.
Her foot up on the toilet. Fucking awful. Nice, that's sexy, the little red boy shorts.
She's wearing a little red thing.
Yeah, and here he comes.
Oh, great.
Here comes the animal.
Here he comes with his great, his
Here comes
awful
George the
shorts.
Animal
Oh, what is he wearing?
A diaper.
What the fuck? He's got a diaper on. Holy shit.
There you go.
All right.
It's a different room. They really got it. They had a bed and breakfast they live in.
It had to be one of the kids' rooms.
Oh, he's got nothing going on.
Oh, that can't be the kids' rooms.
He's got nothing going on.
Their
There he
grandmother's
goes.
room.
Yeah, we're zipping through old red face. This guy's fucking head rules.
We've been here before.
You have to get this just to watch this guy. He's a classic.
Oh, the old 69er.
Yeah.
God, it looks like he's gasping for air.
He's about to cum snot.
69 is flattering for him.
This could be a money shot.
Another money drool.
Another dribble shot.
That's a nice one.
Come all over your balls again.
It's like a lava flow.
What's he doing?
I don't know.
I guess he gave up.
What's that gaping asshole again?
He can only come once a month, so
he's an older man.
Oh, why that shot?
Oh, that's a good one.
God.
Back
Look
of
into
ball
my
shot.
ass. It looks like a gabagool. Hey, you want a little sausage?
Oh, I'm going to vomit.
Well, we're just waiting for an ending here.
It don't look like he's going to...
I don't think this thing ends.
We just fast forward through 5 different sexual
never ends.
positions.
It's a
It
loop.
doesn't
This is
seem like
fucking
this
long.
thing ends. This is the longest
This
thing
is a
Ken
good
Burns
tape,
direct
though.
this?
You get your money's worth.
This big cock.
He's packing, though. You got to give him
Where's
credit.
Roland?
Yeah, she's very
Did
complimentary.
Roland run away to go puke?
This is not the best angle on her.
Roland.
No.
Yeah, he's packing. I got to give him credit. I was wrong before.
Roland, give us some commentary. What are you seeing right now? I'll turn down the audio a little bit. Go
This
ahead.
guy's so stiff.
You know what I'm upset about? You can't see his toes in this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see those... there you go.
Oh, boy. Backward cowgirl.
All right.
Roland, what do you think?
I mean, this better.
What do you give it?
How many?
You were doing impressions of Steve watching this, I heard?
Me? No, I just went. Oh, it's nice. That's better.
Is this weeks of production, you think?
Oh,
this is
yeah.
Not, this is not a couple days.
No.
So they're at other places. They're at his place. Well, no, they live together,
what do you
right?
think? They had the crew for 2 months? They had, it was like a one day, you know.
We're losing the light.
That's why his cum shots look like grandma spitting up. Drool on my face.
My toes look like I have the diabetes. Get your medical supplies from Liberty. Hi, I'm Wilford Brimley. And I'm fucking this bitch with diabetes.
Oatmeal comes out of his
Diabetes cock.
guy's got gout.
Yeah. All right, we're fast forwarding through.
There he is, the old fucking saggy
His
ball
porn
shot.
name is Cockabetes.
I got the cockabetes. Cockabetus.
I have to put my
Whoa,
ball.
what the fuck is he doing there?
Oh, no. Wait,
That looks ridiculous. I can't explain that. I can't explain it.
He jumped off a building and landed in her pussy.
He's got one leg bent and all the way up in the air.
She's on her back with her legs back, and he's fucking her, and he's like got one knee on
skydiving.
Skydiving. Or it looks like he's doing the frog stroke in a pool.
Your pussy caught my fall.
His leg looks like he's showing off his biceps.
Yeah, he's
Mighty Mouse.
He's Mighty Mouse.
He's doing strongman arms with his legs as he's fucking her. That looks so silly.
Now I'm glad I stuck around.
Oh, does that look silly?
Look at the toe. Look at the severed.
Yeah, look at his stupid toe.
His foot looks like a fist.
That is dumb. Who fucks like that?
She loves it, though. It's her
Headless
favorite.
statue.
It's the only real scene in the whole movie.
That's a good.
He loves her.
She's a good fuck later. Why? Old red forehead again. He's on his back now.
Squeezing those tits. And
How many dick pills is this guy on?
Oh, he's
Like,
on
it looks like blood is going to shoot out of his eyes.
Oh, yeah, I bet you he is on Viagra because
his
his
head's
so
all red.
You like Daddy's cum, little girl? This guy fucking rules. Love that.
All right, she's
falling out of the
Fuck.
skydiving into her pussy was my favorite.
That's great because it did kind of look like that going on.
He's acrobatic.
Yeah, he's
shit.
I played high school football.
All right, that's
Well, he's not
typical.
a yoga guy.
Works out a lot.
Yeah, he does work out.
Yeah, well.
Oh, look at his toes again. Oh, God.
Something happened. It's gout, maybe.
Disgusting.
All right, here comes
Him and his good abs.
He's ready to drool again.
I think. What is that? Oh, God.
It's like a leaky faucet.
Yeah.
That didn't fucking.
He has to bring the cum to her.
That got zero distance.
Wow, it didn't even fill up her belly button.
No, it fell out of his dick and went straight down.
It looks like fucking packing peanuts.
That's it?
I guess
sorry, honey,
that's
I
it.
think we're out of
There you
cold
go.
cream.
Wow.
There you go.
Play it again. Play it again.
That was play it again. Play backwards.
How about
It's like last week. Yesterday I was pissed I wasn't on the show. Now I just want to get the fuck out of here.
I just feel dirty.
Before we say goodbye to everybody, our own Jim Norton's doing a little Broadway himself there.
Yes.
Tell me.
I got a little tape of him doing some Broadway stuff for you.
It's going to be good. I can feel it.
No, it's really good.
I'm not familiar with this.
Yeah, ready? Here it is for Bob Saget, the star of The Drowsy Chaperone. Our own Jim
Still
Norton.
doesn't feel right to
Getting
say
ready
it.
for Broadway.
Coming soon to Broadway, Jim Norton of the Opie and Anthony Show stars as that lovable red-headed orphan in the new production of Annie.
The sun will come out. Come on, Jimmy. Tomorrow.
You gotta lay in bed and die of cancer tomorrow, like Yul Brynner. Oh, you used to be fun in the sun, but now you're shitting in your bed, and your head is full of mush like Lyle Alzado.
Opie and Anthony.
Could I not have come up with a better rhyme than this?
Very funny.
Okay, one thing we
Good
got to
stuff.
do, though,
What happened?
before we
What?
wrap this up.
What?
I think we need a reaction from Bob of 2 girls, 1 cup.
He's just gonna wind up thinking it's silly.
But we have every
No,
celebrity's...
I like everything
Jeff, have
you
you
guys
seen
do.
Yeah.
2 Girls, 1 Cup? We'll do a double here.
Yeah, we've had every single celebrity's reaction to this. Don't worry, there's no...
I understand.
There's
No
no
balls.
smut.
No, you will. It's just your reaction.
It's
That
just
guy
your
will not
face.
be skydiving into my
No,
mouth.
There'll be
no.
no porno that they see along with your video.
It's just your
I
face.
promise.
Try to get both of them in the
Jeff,
shot.
you
if
want to sit
could.
here?
You might have to come over here.
Maybe Jeffykins can sit here.
I got to put it on this TV.
While you scream.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
And this goes.
This can be Bob's
the
thing. I
people
don't
can
care.
see
I
my
don't
reaction to this.
Yeah.
It's sweeping the internet.
Yeah.
The
It really is. Reaction shots.
The reaction videos to this.
Everyone's
do it with
making
all
one.
your guests.
It's a real
Yeah.
sensation.
Not all, but most of them.
Yeah, everyone is making
I don't
it.
remember Ken Burns doing this.
Yeah, we should have done that for Ken Burns.
2 wars, 1 cup.
He could.
I've got the image of that video that we just saw in my head forever.
This will probably
that's
take it
damaging.
out.
This will cleanse the palate.
Yeah.
Really. This is our first Broadway star to see this too.
True.
by the way. Yeah.
True.
What?
Former Broadway star. I wonder if I'm going to get shit for having done this today.
Come on.
From who?
From Joey.
You're promoting your
Joey
show,
Buttafuoco.
dude.
Do you think he's
didn't
going to
know.
be upset about this? Joey Buttafuoco?
No.
I bet you Joey's all cock.
Joey's pissed that it wasn't him. making
Joey's
that
probably
tape.
got a 9x6.
You need to get
Right.
those 2 in here.
Yeah, we're trying.
That's why fucking.
We'll try.
That's why Amy banged. I bet you Joey used to call her his little girl.
We ready?
Oh, Daddy, when she was
Yeah,
17.
yeah. Maybe your
Oh.
dad used to call her.
Yeah.
Keyboard decided to stop working, so
Yeah, well, it
It's
happens.
a messed up
tough
world.
to type in.
We going to the Friars for lunch?
No, I gotta go.
Nothing. Nothing.
What?
I have to go because you giving me a copy of this DVD, right?
No.
Keep some of your Mars, please.
All right, what do we do?
What happened?
Do we start with line of the day? and
We've
then-
always been able to have access to that wonderful video.
Oh yeah, it's just my keyboard's not working at all. And I need
Your
to type in,
keyboard's not working.
and I need to type in that old URL.
Is it a wireless keyboard?
No.
No.
That's what you need. I don't know. That'll change it. Yeah.
All right. Should we do line of the day in the meantime?
Oh, I don't know what to say.
Line of the day brought to you by BodogFantasy.net. Free life scoring, stats, bios, and news that will help you win big this season in fantasy football. All at BodogFantasy.net. Here is a runner-up line of the day.
Uneventfully.
I've never seen a cum shot shoot backwards before.
Awful.
What the
He just came on his balls.
He did. just drooled on his own balls. Jeff Ross, Stress Factory tomorrow night.
Yeah,
New
baby.
Brunswick, New Jersey. Here's another runner-up line of the day.
The old
POV.
He's standing, holding the camera as she's
Look
doing
at
her
his
thing
bed
on
dick.
ice.
Oh God, what is?
I think he closed it in a drawer.
And Bob Saget.
One of my few comments that I wanted to have today.
Broadway sensation Bob Saget with the runner-up line
I
of the day.
promptly stepped on your lap like a fucking rookie.
No, I did that to you today. I apologize,
tickets.
Jimmy.
You didn't.
Yeah, I did. A couple things you said were really funny. And I'm not going to get over it.
happens.
I didn't even
Bob,
notice.
It happens. Another runner-up line of the day.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Tomorrow night.
732-545. Ha ha.
Oh, this is funny.
Because Vinny puts a laugh in so you can remember.
Yeah.
You're supposed to do at the club.
Might change the number to wah wah this weekend. That's good.
We're good now, Jeff.
That's awesome. That's hilarious. I had a great
fun
time
today?
today.
Yeah.
Before line of the day, here we got the camera, we got the video. You guys look right over here.
Okay.
These two screens, okay?
Jeff, look over there.
Sam, you got a good shot, or is it too far away?
No, I got him.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. 2 Girls, 1 Cup for Bob Saget and Jeff Ross. Good, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, no.
I can't.
Come on, Bob.
I don't do poo.
Open your eyes.
I'm not a poo guy. I can't do it. That's your reaction. Can't do it.
No, open your eyes. Come on.
Can't.
Come on, Bob.
Can't do it.
Look,
Can't,
it's great.
can't.
No, open your eyes.
I'm quitting show business.
No.
I'm quitting. I'm not going to do this. Jeff, are you looking at that? Wipe that shit-eating grin off your face. I cannot
That
believe.
was the grossest thing I've ever
Well,
seen.
no,
keep watching.
Keep watching. Just
No,
come
no.
on. It's almost over.
Well, they're going to puke. That's what they always
You think
do.
Ken Burns found another second and a half?
Here we go. Watch.
No. Yeah, the music does work for me because that's all. I
Oh,
can
here we
really-
go. Just to make it a little better.
No. How do you guys watch it?
How do you
I'm just not into. I'm not a poo guy.
Well, none of us are.
Liars.
What's in it for these girls?
That I knew was going to happen.
A
'cause
bus
that's
token.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, God.
it's bulimic.
All right.
All right.
Well, I think they have an eating disorder.
Yeah.
Is what I think.
I wonder if they scripted that out first.
As a dad.
Right.
Do you think
As
the
a
director said,
father.
the director said, all right, look, but you don't puke into the shit cup too soon. That's the climax.
Now I'm supposed to like go on with my life.
Hey, by the way, someone brings up a great point. Bill K from Philly writes, "Hey, sure, he can tell scat jokes on the Aristocrats, but can't watch it."
No, but I was told to do that, and I stayed. I don't like. I like talking about shit, but
That was the
not
worst thing I've ever
not
seen.
seeing it. I don't
Really?
I think poo is. Yeah, I do. I agree with what he's saying. I understand what he's saying. I don't agree,
It's
but I mean,
sticking. You went from-
I think it's funny to have a family going down, dancing and shit. But if I'm watching that, I can't watch it. 'Cause I'm just kidding. I'm
you
not.
went from the Aristocrats to the Drowsy Chaperone.
No, please. I went
That was
from
the
Aristocrats.
That was the worst thing I've ever seen.
Well,
Wow.
that was
really
depressing.
bad.
How
That'll
do they
stick with
talk them into doing that?
It's
What is
Brazil.
Lily, you were
Couple of
gagging?
bucks.
I was gagging.
You've
The
never
lovely
seen that?
Lily.
Never
Ron and
seen
Fez.
it before.
You've never seen that?
Oh yeah, Ron and Fez, noon to 3. Never in my life. That's the most vile.
Wait,
shit
where
I've
did
ever
you
seen.
see it?
Oh, I was watching from there, and Danny was forcing me to watch it.
Do they?
Oh.
You look very good today, by the way.
Thank you.
You're dressed to solve a mystery.
It's that hat. She's got her cute little detective's hat
It's
on.
my Annie Hall hat.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Now, did you have a good view of it?
I did, yeah.
You weren't looking at it from the side
yeah,
or nothing?
They forced me in there, and so they were like making me watch it.
Oh, okay.
What was the worst part of it for you?
The shit, and the girl.
Why was it
I just-
green?
Oh, turn
it
around.
was
Take a
worse.
look.
No.
Just take a look.
Just turn around. Turn around.
Do you like the
Oh no, I
cup?
can't.
No, take a
Seriously,
look.
hold
Please
on.
turn around.
Just take a look. Just
Oh
look.
my god, it's everywhere.
Just look. No, take a look. Take a look.
We got it on all 12 screens
Oh
right
my god,
now.
it's disgusting.
We got
Just
it on 12
look. Look
screens.
at the girls what they're
Look
doing.
at it!
It's not that bad.
They must have put some sugar on it.
12 to noon, look at it!
12 to 3.
I mean,
Oh my
12
God.
to 3.
12
12
to
to noon,
brief
Jesus.
show.
Oh, that's everywhere.
It's everywhere. You can't turn around anywhere.
I know.
Oh my
It's on
god.
every screen.
It's like being in
I
heaven.
can't look at it.
It's 2 girls, 1 cup in the round.
I know. I can see it. It's,
Now-
everywhere.
Open your eyes, Lily. Take a look.
Oh, she's
no.
gagging.
Oh,
Don't gag.
you okay,
Ron
Lily?
Fez,
Look
12
for
to 3.
looking for the vomiting of the shit.
Do it for Ron and Fez. Do it for Ron and Fez. Do it for Ron and Fez.
Oh, your eyes are tearing.
All right, this part's the best part. Watch.
Yeah, watch this part.
It's cute. Watch.
They both just look so uncomfortable.
She's gagging.
They got big mouths full of
The
shit.
best part is they woke up and put makeup on, saying we got a big day.
We got a big shoot today.
Do they?
But how do people like that?
Well, they're interns.
I think it's more for the comedy. That's more for the comedy.
That's Brazilian porn, man.
Wow,
They're
her
fucking
eyes are
poverty-stricken.
tearing.
They do
Is
anything
that-
for
is that
$3.
Brazilian?
That was Brazilian?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
MFX, yes, they're
Oh,
all
poor
Brazilian.
Lily. Her eyes are all teary from gagging.
Disgusting.
Well, you know what you could do? You could just puke into your hat. Easy cleanup.
But I like my hat.
Rio Diarrhea.
All right, Lily from Ron and Fez.
Noon to 3.
Noon to
Noon
Anything
at 3.
special on Ron and Fez today?
I will. What'd you say? Did you say hello?
Oh, boy.
I don't know what you're saying.
I said, is there
have
anything
headphones on.
special on Ron and Fez? And she went, I will.
I've never seen
I
so
thought you
flustered.
said, tell Ron and Fez
Oh,
hello.
no. You know Ronnie's
You're a
got to
little
fire you
flustered.
now.
Oh, but I'm not
That was your
hired
big
to
opportunity
be
to really
fired.
plug the show. And
What do you mean you're
What's
not
your
hired?
job on the show?
You don't make money yet?
No, well, not for Ron and Fez. I don't.
What?
I do
is
other things for
going
XM and I get paid.
on?
Okay.
Everyone is pretty much executive producer on that show.
Earl, he doesn't like people.
How
being
did you
hired.
get Earl to fall in love with you?
I don't know.
Like
Black
Earl's
guys
white.
don't really like me.
She's
I don't
white.
get it.
Who wouldn't fall in love with her?
Well, no, I know that it wasn't
Yeah,
a
that was a
slant
weird
against you,
question.
believe me.
We're not looking at an ugly broad
But
here.
Earl, Earl's pretty much gay.
Yeah,
he's pretty
he's
much, if not, he's
asexual.
asexual. Yeah, but he didn't just think you were like an attractive girl. He fell in love with you.
Right.
Black and white photos, the whole deal.
Yeah,
He actually photographed me in this hat.
Of course.
Yeah.
Did he?
It's special.
And I was just wondering what you did to him. Like, was it conversations? Did you ever go out to eat with him, or?
Yeah, we like hung out, but we used to hang out in groups a lot, and then we hung out once alone. But it was like, hey, let's go watch a movie or something.
Where'd you
It
go to
wasn't
watch the
romantic.
movie?
Like Times Square. Lots of
Oh,
people
so you
around.
went to a movie?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Just
Not
you
a
and him.
date. Like
What
I
movie?
never.
But it was just you and him going to a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
What was the movie?
definitely saw it
The
differently.
Amy,
the
the Amy
movie
Fisher
was-
thing?
Two girls,
I
one
can't
cup.
eating who?
I can't even remember what movie it was, but I remember we watched it.
That's good.
That means you
Mandingo.
guys were making out a lot.
Yeah.
No.
I saw that.
He
in a
took her to
theater.
see Amistad and cut a hole in the bottom of the cup. Fucking creep Earl is.
You shit in his mouth and called him the drowsy chaperone.
Please, I don't know what to do.
There was a special.
I've never had anything happen to me like this. I'm so confused.
I might puke. I might puke in a minute from that video.
Yeah, I don't feel
just
too
get it out
good.
of your head.
I'm glad I didn't eat anything.
All right, well, let's.
Hey, Lily, did he hit on you or no?
No, Earl's really asexual, I think. So he never, I never knew that he actually liked me because he doesn't have that sexual drive that I think most men have. So
He doesn't
I
have
never,
any drive.
I never,
Sexual
never
work
caught-
ethic.
Doesn't even
anything.
drive a car.
He does drive a car. He's got no drive.
None whatsoever.
What are his toes like?
I've never seen them.
Probably like macadamia nuts.
They look like those
We saw
hazelnuts
that
or
in the
Brazil
Amy
nuts.
Fisher video. The toes of the
I'd rather
guy
see
were
Amy
a bit-
Fisher's husband wearing flip-flops than watch that video again.
All right. Thank you,
His
Lily.
toes are flip-flops.
Thank you. Ron and Fez, noon to 3. Thank you.
Or
All right. Thank you, Lily.
Or noon to 12.
That is a hat. Lily has a hat on.
Yeah. She dresses so cute.
I like
She's a
hats.
cute girl.
But
Jimmy
that hat-
also has a hat on.
Is that an Earl
Oh.
picture?
Yeah.
That's Lily in a.
That's actually a really
her
good
hat.
shot.
It's from the
Yeah,
Earl
it's a good
collection.
She looks
picture.
like she's 6 in
From
that
the Earl?
picture.
Is there anything you guys can show
That's
me?
a really good shot. She looks like she's sick.
But she looks like. Could you click back on that
Sure.
one, sweet Dan?
You got it.
How that is? She looks like a 6-year-old girl in that picture.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Jeff Ross.
Yeah, yeah.
I've never been
Put
to
your
the,
dick back, Jimmy.
to the Friars Club.
Let's go.
We have a meeting, though, first.
That hat.
Let's go tomorrow for lunch.
That's all I think of. Is that hat.
Lunch?
I was looking at the loons.
Do I have to wear a sports
And I
coat?
got lost.
You're my knight in shining armor.
That's what the hat is.
That's.
She's got a totes rain
Like
hat.
an early lunch when you're done here.
All right, we have
Wow.
two
How
different
can you guys
conversations
say
going on,
lunch
so
after
Yes.
that video we
it
watched?
makes you hungry.
What are you going to have? The chocolate mousse? The pudding?
Wow.
Mush it all over my face.
Do you have anything you can
Just
show
mush
me
it.
that's not like shit infested or a bent cock with rotted toes? Or...
You and Jeffrey Ross can make out with a big mouthful of pudding.
We can show you a commercial for the drowsy chaperone.
No.
That's as nauseating at this point.
You're going to get the pate tomorrow.
How
aren't
much
you?
advertising does a Broadway show need?
That hat makes me want to watch Get Smart.
That video, that video made me want to eat chopped liver.
I'm so sick over that.
Fucking, that was green. That was green shit.
It wasn't color corrected, but you could tell it was.
Guys,
And everybody loved how fast it came out in the cup. It
Yeah.
was like when at Carvel when they
Yeah.
fucking goosed that thing and just filled the cup up in a
Is
second.
that, I wonder, is that what it looks like for real when people? Does it come out that fast?
Well, it
for
depends
everybody?
on like that. To me, honest to God,
It's like an animal.
That's one where you got to clean the bottom of the toilet seat.
I shit like that when I eat almonds.
Almonds?
I swear to God, almonds give me fucking like light as air fluff shits. Like when I eat enough
whipped,
almonds,
like it's whipped shit.
that's exactly what it looks like. It's
All
a
right.
fucking, it's like whipped cream, but like that type of a consistency.
That's a Metamucil shit right there.
Yeah, probably.
That's a
Something's
Metamucil
wrong with
shit.
them. There's something wrong with
No,
them.
I
They're
mean, they
both
just-
grain fed.
All right, why don't we do the line of the day and get the fuck out of here?
That sounds like an idea.
MoDogFantasy.net. Thank you. Here's your line of the day.
Here comes line of the day. Line of the day.
We've been emailing each other. I don't think like the Brady's like email each other.
Yeah.
Of course
Except
not.
like, please stay away. The
Unless it's
cease
how
and
much,
desist.
how much does he weigh today? That was the last email they sent.
It is kind of crazy. Like,
oh, that's not good.
obviously, when you see
Where should I
Saget on
send the
Broadway,
wreath?
you know,
What'd you say? What was Bob's line?
No, it was the ant tag.
With
where
the
do
where do I send the wreath?
Oh.
All right, hey, tomorrow, really fast, got to get this in. Adult stars Brie Olson and Caden Cross are coming in courtesy of AdamEve.com. They got a special running right now. If you go to AdamEve.com/wow, you get 50% off almost any adult item.
And also, we got to
dry
thank
mouth,
Bob
man.
Saget, who you can see in the Drowsy Chaperone on Broadway.
Thank you.
At the Mystic Theater?
At the I'm so thrown right
The
now.
what?
At the Marquee.
I'm sorry, the Marquee Theater.
where the
Broadway.
Marriott is.
Jeff Ross, of course, great comic. Tomorrow night at the Stress Factory in New Brunswick. It's his first Jersey show in 10 years. He's a Jersey boy.
Yeah.
732-545. Ha ha.
And your New Year's.
New Year's in North Fork, Long Island, if you want to go
Right.
to Ticketmaster. And of course, we have to thank the great Lily from Ron and Fez. They are on noon to 3, Monday through Friday.
Indeed.
Here.
thanks to Ken Burns for not showing up tonight.
Yes, Ken Burns, thank you. Amy Fisher, did we thank her? And
Yes. Thank Amy
Leslie
Fisher and her
Nielsen?
husband for that riveting dialogue.
Dr. Shaw.
Right. Oh, you like my hair?
And I'd like to thank you guys.
Ding.
All right, Dave. Listen, we got to. I have a funny thing I say at the end of the shows. I'll say, you don't have to go home, but you can stay here. You know, everybody laughs.
They're practicing being cruel and unusual.